Man, what it is? This is Dean. Get in here. What up, Lee? My guy. Salute, Dean. That's the first thing I said when I seen Jab Queen boxing Schofield Senior line. Listen, y'all. Get in here. We gotta talk. Somebody got exposed. I wasn't even about to go live today or none of that. But let's talk about it, y'all. Like it's this is crazy, man. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Crucial, what up? What up, y'all? What up? Somebody got caught lying in real time. Somebody got caught lying in real time, and I love it. And I love it, y'all. I wasn't even going to go live today. I was not even going to go live today. I'm going to drop the link as soon as I get this out. Floyd Schofield, D1, what up? Floyd Schofield Sr., Aunty Scho got caught lying in real time. Talking about his son, the greatest fighter of all times. Miss Joette, what up? Gap Tooth, what up? Well, the sparring footage of Abdullah Mason and Floyd Schofield has been exposed, y'all, and it wasn't easy work the way that Aunty Scho said. Now I know he ducked Shakur Stevenson. Now I know he a dirty dog. Now I know he a goddamn liar. He is a liar. Chris, what is up, Brody? He got caught. See, y'all, everybody type. I let people talk that like to talk. Cause you get to see how full of ish they are. Yo, I had took a nap, y'all. I was over here sleeping good. And then I woke up, I yawned. Go to my DM. My guy sent me the footage. Look at this, Dean. I said, that dirty dog. Ray, he got caught lying in real time. Hey, yo, Shorty Bo, what up? What up? Dragon, what up? Dragon in the UK get laughing. Right again. Somebody put it in the chat. Right again. We see why y'all asked for that 2.5 million now. And y'all think he gonna petition to fight Gervonta Davis? You is out your mind. I know he got, I bet he did get sick. He got sick and tired of being sick and tired and told the British, my son's suffering from anxiety. Can you get us out of this fight? And you want me to believe that you gonna knock out Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta? Yeah, okay. Isaiah, what up, y'all? Aunty Scho got exposed for being a dirty lying dog. Right again. I was right again. Y'all, hit that like button. I don't care if you leave $1, $2, $1,000. Let's make it to 5 super chats at least. Show your boys some love. Hit that cash app. We working, y'all. Oh man, shout out. And guess what, y'all? Y'all know my guy KO about to have a lot to talk about this tomorrow. Lord have mercy. Aunty Scho, y'all know KO going slow cook this one. I already know he is. I am too in the morning. Just keep y'all notifications on for tomorrow. It's gonna get a singular video. Yeah, you spelled it wrong on purpose, Chris. Yeah, that's an Aunty Scho move. I told y'all about these fakes, about these liars, about these snakes. I told y'all about these dirty dogs. You don't trust no man that talk with a lisp Anytime tanks, anytime he says Shakur, see Abdullah, we went in there. Abdullah know what it is. We done sparred plenty times. And my son was beating Abdullah up so bad that we told him just work on defense. Hey, Joseph, I bet he was working on defense. Looked like he needed it. Joseph, it looked like, I believe, that's the one part I do believe Aunty Scho was working on. His defense, because it looked like you needed it. Shakur and Devin don't know nothing. All I know is it looked like your son got a hard time with boxers. So Shakur and Devin don't know nothing. Lord have mercy, dog. Tommy, Abdullah Mason was out there going to work on this. Yeah, you want me to believe? Oh, you just went. I ain't believe it when you said it. I'm just glad I know I got the footage now to believe what I believe. Now I'm gonna ask you, y'all, should I believe him or my lying eye? There go KO. Hey, knockout. I need a slow cook tomorrow, KO. I mean, I need rotisserie. Like, you know that juicy chicken that the Chinese people be having in China that just be sitting out? I need that type of rotisserie chicken. Please, KO, if you ain't, I ain't never asked you to make a video. If you ain't never in your life made a video for me, I'm requesting. Can I get that, KO? I need to take the age like fine wine. Oh yeah, KO, Brian Irvin Sr. took a shot at you too, talking about, yeah, now the takes aging like fine wine too. He thought I ain't catch it, but I caught it. I'm snitching. Y'all, I'm dropping this link for this dirty dog, this little lying dirty dog. Y'all hit that like button. Show love in the Cash App, man. Show love in the Super Chat. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much. Y'all know this is y'all know this is authentic. Unlike Floyd Schofield Sr.'s word. He was working on his defense. Nigga, I got a video. Hey, and KO, I'm going to be in attendance. I'm going to be front row. I can't wait for that notification to pop up. I ain't going to never have clicked on a video so fast. Miss Joette, always showing love to the channel. Are you going to roll the footage? I can't do that right now. But Miss Joette, what I will do for you is send it to you on Instagram, sweetheart, where you can watch it yourself and replay it back to back, just to show how many lies he told just in that sparring video. Oh man, yo, Joseph said my son was beating him so bad that he told him to work on defense. Well, we know why y'all turned down that money right now. We know why you turned down that money. We know why you turned down that cash. Hey, Dondrick. He was getting hands and feet put on him. Kidaustin even took a knee, y'all. Y'all talk about Gervonta. That was a much more reasonable knee than Gervonta took against Lamont Roach. I'm just saying. For my man Chris Trucker and one of my friends in real life, he about to tell y'all, right again. I was right again. Wow. Yo, these dads gotta stop lying. Didn't I tell y'all about these dads? They gotta stop. Now, Joseph, now I'm wrong. Aunty Scho be mad at me because now I'm doing this. You should have kept your mouth shut. Oh, I jumped to do a live stream now. Boy, I ain't never jumped so fast to do a live stream in my life. Abdullah was hitting him with the jab. He wasn't doing the Shakur, the jab, feint. He was doing the jab, upper, body, feint, hook, body, dip, slide, uppercut, body. It looked like we was playing Undisputed. He said, no, this was how Aunty was, Miss Joette. This is how Aunty was. He said, we's not worried about that jab. Don't worry about that jab, kid. Use your defense. Yeah, you did use, I bet he did tell him to use his defense. It all makes sense now. Hey, Jonathan, that hook was landing at will. What we did find out, Abdullah Mason, Kid Austin don't like a fighter with a jab. So Shakur's, Devin's, Tanks, Abdullah's, they don't know nothing, fam. What I saw is you don't like body work and you don't like somebody that got a jab. You's gonna be in trouble. You's gonna be in trouble. Abdullah was landing what he wanted, when he wanted, how he wanted. They talk about tanking hair grease. Kid Austin took a knee with headgear on. Dodger, all them muscles. Hold on, I gotta drop this link for y'all. Come chop it up with me, y'all, real fast, please. Make sure they hitting that like button, y'all. Where the likes at, y'all? Show your boys some love in the super chats and cash apps and all of that stuff. Unlike Aunty Scho, I'm broke. I'm honest. I'm being real. I'm broke like Brandon T. Jackson on the roof with Bow Wow. 27 likes. Nope. Get the likes up, y'all. Why y'all eavesdropping? Aunty Scho. Hey, Aunty Scho, is this the Schofield family watching? And y'all ain't hitting the like button? You right there. Aunty Scho, you could comes up too. You could comes up too. 5 styles of boxing. Aunty Scho up here.
That's what I was just gonna ask you. What was you watching in that video? Did you not see the 5 styles of boxing my son was exhibiting? and
I ain't seen no 5 styles.
That wasn't Abdullah. That was the other brother.
I seen 5 styles of getting your ass whooped. That's what I saw, Auntie. I saw 5 styles of how to get your ass whooped.
You don't have 20/20 vision, and you're not God body. Because my son was working him in that sparring. I don't know what you're talking about by any means.
Man, your son was in there getting a good old Cleveland ass whooping. That's what he was doing. That was the Midwest ass whooping. You only could get your ass whooped like that in the Midwest.
See, y'all doing that tank trickery. Drop the whole sparring footage. We ain't only sparring for 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Y'all out here capping.
Floyd Senior.
Go ahead, Jonathan. Ask Floyd Senior something, Jonathan.
Look, what do you want, Jonathan?
Look, I ain't got no questions. I just got something to say to you, man.
Do you before you ask me a question? Are you familiar with the 5 styles of boxing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we ain't talking.
Ask your question, Jonathan.
We ain't talking about that right now. All right. Look, you got beat up by a young Abdullah Mason. He was like maybe 17, 18. I know your ass wasn't in the kitchen with Tank, Devin, and Shakur.
What are you talking about?
For sure.
We got all the champions ready for their championship fight.
I bet you did.
Bro, you are the biggest troll in the world, bro.
This happened. Y'all saw that. Where's the rest of the footage at? See, y'all doing that tank trickery that he did to Devin. Clipping the sparring. We saw all those cutscenes. Where is the full footage at?
Well, guess what? The reason you said, Senior, that he got beat up so bad that they could have dropped whatever. You just walked through them. So you shouldn't need more footage.
Tell my son to work on defense. I know you heard that.
What happened? So now I know Shakur's done hit you with that body punch and made you take a poop, like he said. He got you with that body punch. And Devin said you was trash. Devin said you was trash. Devin said that he went to work on y'all. And I believe him now after what I saw.
You got connections to Tank Davis, right? You got connections to Tank Davis, right? Tell him to send the contract. And we're going to knock his ass out within 3 rounds.
Within 3 rounds, well, y'all had a whole round with Abdullah Mason and was getting whooped from pillar to post.
They was getting beat up so bad. That motherfucker, they said we wasn't working on defense enough. We was working on taking punches.
Y'all vision must be impaired because my son was working him in that sparring. I don't know what y'all talking about right now.
I just got a question. Was it true that Dev and Shakur had to kick you out the gym because you wasn't giving them enough work? Is that true?
That's cap, Jonathan Jackson. That's cap. And you know that's cap. So don't come up here capping on the Schofield name, okay? You saw what my son did to Tevin.
Senior, you got court lying in real time.
Stop it.
You said your son ran through Abdullah. You said you was working on your defense.
Where is the rest of the footage?
You said we ain't need the rest. You told them to drop anything. You said you ran through them and it was easy work. That ain't look easy. It looked easy for somebody, just not your son.
Like
hey, Senior, y'all might need $4 million now. Y'all might need $4 million. Yeah, I'm pushing for y'all to get $4 million because fuck no.
Yeah,
Jonathan Jackson, we just signed a 5-year, $5 million deal with Golden Boy.
Hey, yo, Joseph and Jonathan. I know Tank, Devin, and Shakur was in there working your ass, boy.
Stop that nigga. I know
you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't care.
You know, hey man, I know about this footage dropping last night.
I see why he pulled out the Shakur fight.
The ring don't
why
lie.
You coming
That's
at me
all
like
I gotta
that,
say.
Queen?
The ring
What you say, Cam?
What you say, Cam?
Hey, my man's hit me up and told me about this sparring footage coming out last night, and the footage drop on Fight Hype tonight. All I gotta say, the ring don't lie.
Your eyes is deceiving you, King. You're not in tune with your God body. You don't know what you're talking about.
So we supposed to be blind. So we Stevie Wonder out here. We seen your son getting touched up in that motherfucker, bro.
You gotta get your vision right. You gotta be in tune with the Lord. My son was working on defense.
It looked like that man Abdullah Mason was getting your son in tune with the Lord.
He was in tune with that check hook. That's what he was in tune with.
The defense was flawless. Y'all don't know the 5 styles of boxing. Y'all just talking.
Hey, Auntie, I just got one question for you, Auntie. Is you listening, Mr. Schofield? I got a question for you.
What you gotta say, Dean? And you need to unblock me because I was in your comment section going in on you and you couldn't see none of my comments.
Oh, for real, Auntie? My fault. I just want to know this.
Oh, shit.
We understand now why you pulled out of that fight. Are you sure it ain't no other footage out here, right?
Tell them to drop the rest of the footage.
All right, so Shakur and Devin dropped footage.
That was only 1 round.
Tank, Shakur, and Devin, I need y'all to drop the footage.
I want to see that Tank footage.
I want to see that now.
You want the tank footage? You want the tank footage? You got it, Jonathan Jackson.
This my man got all this shit about sparring this, sparring that. Now some footage drop. Now you talking about drop more of the footage because you was getting touched up in the footage.
It
was nasty work, man.
You know my son is the greatest boxer of all time since Ali.
Hey, D.
Oh, man, he on some Bill Haney shit too. Oh, man.
Did y'all see my Instagram story with Tank and my son? And I told y'all, remember what Ali did to Liston. Okay?
Yo, that's like the way. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, that nigga Sean's Attell ain't shit for slowing that shit down like that, bro.
Hey, bro, and then putting the little beams on there.
Probably one of them other niggas.
Bro, the key notes was funny as a motherfucker. It was just notes popping up. Just notes.
Like,
Oh my
Yo,
God,
who you think
dog.
did that footage? I think that was the Mason team who did that.
Yeah, the Mason team, they had to put that out.
They ain't shit for doing that. That ain't nothing.
Nah, this what happened, y'all. This
That
what
ain't
happened.
shit.
They had the footage. They released it to Fight Hype, and Fight Hype they did what they did after that. You know what I mean? But hey, Schofield, y'all asked for the footage. They dropped the footage.
I'm
The
gonna hit they
ring
ass
don't
for the
lie.
defamation. A
The
defamation.
ring
Like I
don't
was
lie.
gonna sue your ass, Dean. I'm gonna sue they ass now.
Well,
Bro,
let me ask
Floyd
you this,
probably landed
Auntie.
one
Oh,
punch.
y'all
He
run.
probably ran
Oh,
it one
y'all
punch.
Devin Haney shit for real. Y'all suing niggas?
Hey, Floyd, hey, Floyd Sr., Ray got a question. Did you hypnotize Kid Austin before that sparring match?
I told y'all. There was about 6 months when my son was in boxing and he didn't want to hurt nobody. I had to take him to get hypnotized. We went
Yo,
to
that
Miss. You remember Miss Cleo? You remember Miss Cleo?
look at
She was
Auntie
the
Cousin.
hypnosis.
Auntie Cousin said that was biased footage. Yeah, it was. It was
It,
definitely one-sided.
thank you, Rocco
It was a
McBride.
biased
Thank you,
ass whooping.
Rocco.
I didn't see.
Rocco, it was biased,
It
dog.
wasn't
It
no
was
edits in that
definitely
motherfucker.
one-sided.
That
that was 3
motherfucker was
minutes of
clean.
hell.
That was no edits. That shit was
Uh,
clean.
I just don't
hey,
know what y'all looking
J-Man.
at.
Hey, J-Man. Oh, it definitely was biased, all right. It was a one-sided ass whooping. Because you...
They'll beat them
Hey, y'all, can I
Ohio
ask y'all this
niggas
on a
up.
serious note, though? How much do y'all believe in about that overseas shit now? Like,
I
for you
don't
to get
believe.
caught lying like that in 4K,
I never
like,
believed that nigga though.
Everything is documented, Dean. What are you talking about?
yeah, you should have remembered that before you started running your mouth about Abdullah Mason.
But that nigga gonna ask for 20 million now.
Oh, he's not fighting that.
My
Like, we
son ain't
see
finna
why
fight him
now.
now.
Abdullah might
They
stop
went
that
against
nigga
the
6 rounds now.
code
To
of
what I'm
in the
seeing.
gym. You don't release
Hold on,
sparring.
y'all. Yo,
Now his son
J-Main
don't get an
said,
opportunity at my son.
what y'all think about this? J-Main said, imagine with 8-ounce gloves on and no headgear. Oh,
That's why I said
oh,
six
he
round
got dropped.
stoppage. I said 6 round stoppage.
Oh, he got dropped. He
I'm
took a
thinking
knee.
a little bit.
Hey Joseph, he took a knee.
Yeah, that was the knee.
He took a knee with headgear
And the
on and
nigga was falling all over the ring
Nah, y'all
too.
got to give Schofield some credit though, bruh.
for
What?
what? Talk
Look,
to
I'm
me.
about to say it. It wasn't his boxing skills, but that motherfucker looks strong as shit though.
Yeah, he
Like
could
he
take some
looks
shit.
like a motherfucker, but he do look strong as shit.
All the muscles, Joseph. You ain't have to tell me that. I hope he is.
We want
I
to
hope.
fight all the Mason brothers now.
Hey, yo, hold on, y'all. Yo, where the lights at, y'all? How many eavesdroppers we got in the building? Where the lights at, man?
Abdullah don't get an opportunity at my son. He just violated the code of
Auntie
being
Scho,
in the
tell them niggas
gym.
hit the like button, Auntie
You
Scho.
don't release sparring.
Yo, Auntie,
That's
hey,
sacred.
look,
Now he don't get an opportunity.
all you eavesdroppers, y'all needs to hit the likes. Hit the likes, hands
Yeah, hit the
down.
like
This is
button
the best
immediately.
boxing channel,
Shakur,
hands down.
Hands
Devin,
down.
and the
I'm the
Hey,
tank.
greatest
game
of
is telling
all
you to hit the like
times.
button.
And send them super chats. Y'all know we over here doing hypnosis. We doing the 5 styles of boxing. All right. Who else bringing you this content? But Shakur's and Tanks ain't doing it. Shakur's and Tanks ain't doing this.
Devin
Hands
hit the
down.
like button.
Y'all, if it
Bro,
was
I know
never a
Tank
time
stopped that nigga.
to say
I
the
know he did.
slogan, say it with me, y'all. I let
Right
people
again.
talk that like to talk because you get to see how
How
full of
foolish
ish they
they
are.
are.
Jackie Chan was talking about Auntie. Jackie Chan was talking about Auntie.
Yeah, that shit dumb.
Said
When I was watching that,
we
Yo,
seen Tank get back in
somebody background
strong.
crazy.
Might be mine. I'm driving. Hold on.
Nah, yo,
I
I'm
seen
so
that shit
happy.
on GHB TV. That was the first time I seen it. And
Yo, I'm
that shit
so
was crazy.
happy when people get exposed like this in real life, in real time. Because
Absolutely.
because Devin was trying to tell us, Shakur was trying to tell us, Tank was trying to tell us, Abdullah was trying to tell us, And we still was giving Aunty, Scho, and them the benefit of the doubt. Well, that all went out the window when this video dropped.
How my son got his ass whooped when we the ones that left with the money?
Who Nas? I don't even know who this is. Nas, who you? What's up, Nas?
What's good? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, that's my little cousin Abdullah.
Oh, Abdullah, your cousin? Man, tell your cousin I said what up, man. We
What's
big
good
fans of
with
him
you, man?
over here, bro.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
Yeah, Ohio shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Ohio shit.
Oh, Cam, you from Ohio too, Cam?
Yeah, I'm from Cincy.
All that
Oh,
talking.
all right, my guys. Ohio in the building. You know, we neighbors.
Yeah.
PA to Ohio. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
Absolutely.
All that talking stuff over with.
My bad.
Say it again.
I said all that.
You breaking up, Nas.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. What you were saying?
I said all that talking over now.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, yeah, all that talking. Oh, that didn't jump out the window.
I had to pull my son out. He was hitting too hard.
My man L-Dub in the building. Shout out to L-Dub. What's the deal, Brody? Hope everything is amazing. My God.
Damn, you said that's all he was doing was working on defense.
That's that's the part he did tell the truth about. When he was like, my son, I told him the goals in this. I told him the goals in this and work on his defense. Hands, I told him to keep his hands up, not his hands down. I told him, I said, kids, stop keeping your hands down. We saw why you told him to work on defense, Aunty. It makes sense now.
Yeah,
it
that
makes
nigga
sense.
head movement was trash.
Hey, y'all, I believe Shakur was in there working his...
I know he made him shit on himself. I know he made him shit on himself.
Yeah, I know Shakur was in there. And yo, you know the punch I noticed he ain't like, and this how I knew Devin Haney wasn't lying on him either. That straight to the body.
Yeah, he don't like
that's
that shit.
damn favorite punch. Oh, he don't like that. Oh, you don't like nobody going to your body. We found out what kidaustin weakness is. Abdullah was in there giving him a good old Ohio Midwest ass whooping.
Hey, you think when Abdullah get the belt, old boy gonna challenge him?
Hell
you
no.
know Abdullah take that fight too.
Hey, Kyle Coolett. Kyle Coolett, it's a video of, you remember Aunty Scho was running around here saying how his son beat up Shakur, Devin, Tank, and Abdullah in sparring, right? Well, somebody dropped the footage. And all I'm going to say, Kyle Coolett, is he was telling the truth when he said he was working on his defense. He has.
Whoever dropped that footage, I'ma sue their ass.
Oh, he gonna try to sue them like he sued me. He gonna try to sue him. Hey, yo, Nas, you know, Aunty said he was gonna sue me because he got caught on camera talking about, you was my girl. You was my girl. Ain't nobody telling you to do the people's elbow and choke slams on females out here. We ain't telling you to do that, pimping.
But he said he not fighting for no belts.
Oh yeah, he using that y'all to duck Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. I made a video about that earlier.
How you feel about him
why
saying
he's strategically ducking?
How you feel about him saying
he said he not fighting nowhere outside of Texas.
And guess what, y'all? He's using that to duck.
That's duck. Because
I'm gonna tell you why, y'all. And if y'all didn't hear, everybody who listening on why I said that. The WBA is rumored to be forcing Gervonta Davis to get elevated, right? Mm-hmm. And if Shakur Stevenson wins, like a lot of us think he is against Williams Zepeda, then kidaustin, they already elevated kidaustin to the #1 ranking. So now
they finna make Tank the super champ.
Yeah, but look, Jonathan, he could put in the paperwork now to get the mandatory for Tank before that happens. He's not going to do that.
Yeah,
he want to wait till he get elevated so kidaustin could be fight for the WBA regular belt. And that way, he can't even unify with Shakur. It would have to be Tank. That's why he said, Jonathan and Joseph, that he didn't want Shakur Stevenson's WBC belt. He wanted to fight. I'm going to tell you how that's a duck. Because he know Shakur can only unify or fight people in a WBC rankings to defend the belt. But if you don't want the belt, why would Shakur can't even fight you? You're putting Shakur in a situation where he can't even fight you anyway. So you just running your yaps.
Deem, how you got that fight going? You think Shakur would have stopped him instead of body?
I think Shakur now, after what I've been seeing from the Goran fight, what I saw in that footage, I think Shakur definitely stops him late. And if he don't stop him, kidaustin just don't do enough to keep up with him. He don't like boxers, y'all. He don't like boxers, and I can tell.
His footwork is trash.
Yeah, he what it is, it seemed like like all the muscles. Abdullah showed that his reactionary time, he was trying to react, y'all, but he just couldn't beat Abdullah to the punch. And I know that's happening with people that's much more experienced than Abdullah and Shakur, Devin, and Tank. Because I know how they fight. You see what I'm saying? So I know, nah, fam, your reactionary time and your feet too slow. And that's where the muscles, they play a factor on you. Yeah,
getting them ready for their championship fights, though.
Oh, he was getting them ready, all right. Abdullah was ready. Abdullah was ready, all right. He was, from what he said, from what I saw in the sparring, it was a one round and Mason got the better of that round, but they messed up the video with the added effects. Nah, it was perfect with the effects. Perfect, like Greg Hackett say. Perfect. It was definitely.
I feel like
I needed to see every punch.
Yeah, the effects was cool because you could see what was really happening. Like, because sometimes shit be too fast where you can't really see what's happening, but you can see that shit clear as day. Like,
y'all, where them lights at, y'all?
All that shit.
Somebody tell me where them lights at. Y'all, hit that cash app, hit that super chat, show your boys some love. I popped up here to give y'all some entertainment after the man got exposed in real time for running his mouth. Now, luckily for Aunty Scho, this ain't Keyshawn Davis bad when it's supposed to be a moment, but it's kind of bad after you won like that versus Tevin Farmer, and then that come out like that. It don't look good, is all I'm saying. Now we know why you wanted $2.5 million. We get it.
You know why they dropped it? That nigga was doing his tour talking spicy about Abdullah. That nigga Abdullah said, I'm finna shut this nigga up.
Hey, Big Dog Willie said, kidaustin is never fighting Shakur, Mason, or Tank. You ain't lied about that, Big Dog Willie. You ain't never lied about that. And the fact is, and y'all want to know the part that I love about it so much, is that the fighter that got exposed for it, Abdullah don't bother nobody. So I'm so happy it was Abdullah.
He bothering that nigga now. That day. You lied about that one, Dean. You wasn't.
He was bothering that nigga.
He was bothering that nigga.
Hey, yo, the tired ass cowboy fan said, this is the first time in history I ever agreed with Big Dog Willie.
Everybody agreeing on this shit. That's the funny part.
That's the sad part. But you know why, though? Y'all know why? Because we all argue about Tank, Devin, Shakur, but we still all got a mutual respect where it's like, I could talk about my brother, but you can't talk about him.
No, you can't do that shit.
This nigga got exposed because all of them tried to tell you. He done went at it with Devin. Devin said that nigga is ass and he lying. We kicked that nigga out the gym. Shakur said he kicked him out. Shakur said he stopped him, and the nigga had to go take a shit.
Tank didn't kick him out. He picked him up. He said, "Let's go on a little jog real quick."
Let's go on. Gervonta, we all know Gervonta already told you. I can't even say what Gervonta Davis said, or I'm gonna get demonetized.
Oh, yeah, you can't say that word. You can't say that word.
I want to see that.
I can't even say what Gervonta said he did to him, or I'm gonna get demonetized.
Yeah.
The one thing is, we found out wasn't none of them lying. Abdullah Mason said the same thing. Man, we can fight. I don't want to do all that talking. Yeah, we sparred. It was good. Abdullah ain't even trashing the way he could have. And I'm glad that he didn't.
He dropped that. That was enough said. He ain't even say no more.
I'm about to tell him to join your live.
Oh, yeah, man. If you could tell her if Abdullah could come through, Nas, I appreciate that very much because we support
we'll get off the panel, so then.
Yeah, I definitely, they got to get off the panel. I chop it up with him myself, my guy. So see if he can come through for me, my dude.
Hold on. I just text him.
All right, bet. But definitely tell him though, Nas, man. We support him over here, man. Big fans of him, bro. And just tell him to keep moving on with his career. We appreciate how his pops move,
Yeah, for sure.
how the brothers move. Y'all real solid, bro. Like y'all don't be doing no extra fugazi shit, and we appreciate. Just know, bro, it's gonna be people like me always riding as long as they keeping it thorough, bro, for sure. Man, we ain't going out, bro. Like
I be in your chat, man. You don't be seeing none of my comments,
bro. You know what?
Me up.
Now somebody, yeah, I guess somebody might have blocked you for. You might have said something that they ain't like, and they blocked you, and now I can't see it. But once I get my laptop and all of that stuff situated, a lot of I'll be able to go back and block a lot of people, because I guess some people just was blocking people in my chat. Because Boxing Hacker got blocked. Yeah. I know I ain't blocked Boxing Hacker. I wouldn't do that. Like Boxing Hacker be talking crazy, but I ain't gonna block him. Like you feel me?
Hey Nas, I got a question. Did you edit that video?
No. No, I ain't edit that video.
Hey, yo, Agent Zero, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Nah, man, I'm just glad that he got exposed in real time. It's funny. This is why we tell them dads, y'all, to stop it. Stop. If you know it's video out there and you know it ain't happened how you said, why even do it? Why? It's like man. That part don't make no sense. And then this come out, and then you know what he gonna say now, y'all? First you said the footage didn't exist. Then you know what he gonna say now? Why y'all ain't dropped the rest of the tape? We got a whole round. We didn't need to say too much. How many rounds did y'all spar? You want me to believe the next 3 rounds you was just whooping Abdullah ass? Yeah, okay.
Hey, Dan, you know who fault this is, right?
Bill Haney.
Because everybody be trying to be like him, but they can't duplicate that shit. Everybody can't duplicate it.
Hey, y'all know I say that all the time. That's why I told Brian Norman Sr. and I told Aunty Scho, y'all wrong as hell for not getting Bill nothing for Father's Day. They ain't get Bill a tie. They didn't go get Bill no socks, a card. Y'all could have at least gave Bill something because he birthed y'all. Yo,
I'm about to hop off of here though, but I was the one that got knockout his first interview with Abdullah.
Okay.
And I connected him with Vanal.
Yo, bro, I appreciate that. Listen, bro, send me your email.
Ask knockout for my number, and I'm gonna try to link y'all up.
All right, bet. Say no more. I'm gonna definitely holler at knockout and see what's up. I appreciate that, bro.
Just tell him to give you Nas' number.
All right, bet. Say no more, bro. Thank you, bro.
What's wrong with y'all, man?
All right, bro. Have a good night. Be safe, bro.
Man, y'all too, man.
I'm about to go back in the comments too, Deem. I need you to keep talking about this though.
I got you, bro. I got you. Me and little bro, we gonna be up here handling it. All I know is
I got you. It. KO was right, man. You know
why you say that, Joseph?
That right? Because that nigga broke down the shit how it was gonna happen, and that shit happened exactly how the nigga said it would happen.
Like, KO got his sources just between me and you. KO,
no, I know he got his sources.
He got his sources, man. Oh, yo, Joseph, tomorrow the videos we gonna do, boy. Lord have mercy. Oh, he getting it tomorrow, Joseph. It's gonna be nasty work tomorrow, brother. I promise you that. It's gonna be nasty work. You shouldn't have got. It's never been a point in time where you got Devin, Tank, and Shakur fans all to agree on what?
I ain't never seen us agree on nothing.
On nothing. It's one thing that's undeniable. All of them said the same thing about kidaustin. I'm just thinking of how crazy that is.
I believe everything now.
Oh, I believe in that. I believe what Devin said. Because now I see the way Abdullah boxed, and I know, oh no, you ain't like Devin going in there and doing that straight to the body and that jab. Oh, I know. Oh yeah, you don't like boxers. And you definitely not patient enough to be in there with Tank. I know you was throwing some dumb shit against Tank, getting
caught. He was getting caught. I know he was.
Yeah, your dumb ass. Right.
He getting caught with big dumb ass shit. I know. Tank was probably having a field day with this nigga. He wasn't even. This nigga probably wasn't even using his footwork. He was just throwing haymakers at this nigga.
Yo, me and NHA don't never agree. NHA said anybody that pull out of a fight last minute and then fake they death in a bed is diabolical.
I felt like he knew Shakur was gonna beat his ass. Now I know Shakur would have beat the shit out of him.
Oh, for sure, bro. And you know I was saying that before the fight, but now I know. And then they try to lie and say Shakur was playing drugs
it'll
on
probably
him.
get bad. It'll get bad. I don't even want to see that fight no more. I want to see this nigga either move up to 140 or fight Tank. That's it.
You know he's not going to fight Tank, bro. That's why Tank. Yo, bro, you notice the one person, Aunty, Scho and them be talking crazy, but the one person, though, that they try to be like, no, but they try to reel it back with Tank. We know you getting knocked out versus him, bro.
Try to leap in. If he try to leap in on that shit he did with Tevin, bro, Tank is waiting for that shit. He love that shit.
Dip. Hey, Joseph. Dip Ryan Garcia. Dip Ryan Garcia.
You can't leap in like that. You can't leap in like that, bro. Tank just be waiting for a nigga to leap in like that, bro.
Boom. It's gonna be good night. Oh man, that's crazy, yo. Like the fact that Abdullah ain't even have to say nothing to prove everybody else right is just, and Abdullah looked comfortable, Joseph. That was the other part. He was comfortable
at the same time by posting that video. He said a lot and nothing at the same time.
Hey, yo, Supreme, come on now, talk about Haney daring to be great versus Norman. Yeah, he kind of is. You gotta give him his credit. He kind of is. Don't nobody else really. I mean, ain't nobody else jumping out the window to fight Brian Norman Jr. besides Boots. So I get, yeah, he kind of is. Like, I would be real. I ain't gonna downplay Brian Norman now because if Devin beat him, Devin beat him. Y'all know either way for me, it's hilarious that whoever wins between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. I win either way.
I see Dev mixing him up. He gonna mix him up real nice.
Because if Brian Norman Jr. go in here and get exposed by Devin Haney, all of that you was gonna beat Boots shit goes right out the window.
I already told you how I see Boots. I said Boots was gonna stop him.
Oh yeah, he was stopping him. But you heard what everybody, Joseph. I'm not saying everybody in Philly we ain't got our biases towards Boots, but when the truth is the truth is the truth. Everybody who has been in there when they have sparred all came out and said Jerron Boots was in there working his ass. Yeah. It ain't been one story to back what Brian Norman Sr. said.
Who Jerron fighter? That's the sparring that's out on him when he had got dropped. Who Jerron fighter? I forgot. That's who he was sparring.
Yeah, that's who he was sparring. I forgot the boy name. Yeah.
But I forgot his name though. He nice too. I think he fight on OTX or something.
Yeah, he just actually had a knockout victory like a couple weeks ago.
I watched the fight. I just forgot his name. I don't remember his name.
But nah, like now we know. Like so, like however this fight go for it depends on how it look too. Because to put it like this, Joseph, the only way it's not bittersweet for me or whoever wins between Devin and Brian Norman, if it's like a fight of the year, dog fight type of fight, then I can't really be on either one of their ass for real. Like I'm gonna have to respect.
It'll be a fight of the year. It can only go two ways. Norman knocked the nigga out, or Dev outpoint the nigga 12 rounds. It can only go two ways.
And that's how I see it, Joseph. Like that's literally how I see it. Like that's like I really don't see it playing out no other way because I don't think
gonna be like no Loma and Dev. Nah, they not finna be.
They not finna go at it like that. Yeah.
Nah, it's either Dev gonna out class the nigga and make him look silly, or Norman just gonna catch him one time.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I was watching that Devin versus Loma fight, and that was a great ass fucking fight. I was just rewatching that. That was a great ass fight. Like when people was telling me, Dame, you shouldn't gave it fighter of the year that year. Yes, I should have. I'm comfortable with my decision.
That fight of the year. What's going on, Dean?
What's the deal, Big Cool? What's the deal, Brody? Man,
what you gotta say about this? I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, what you guys say?
About what?
About Floyd Schofield, Kidaustin getting exposed by Abdullah Mason.
Yo. Hey, Abdullah putting hands and feet on that boy.
Oh.
Like, if that shit was a real fight, Abdullah would just punch on him, boy. That shit wouldn't go past 5 rounds.
Bro, I was surprised, Big Cool, to see it look Like I had more faith in Kid Austin. Like I was like, damn, like he really in here
Yeah, I
just
thought he
doing
was at
what he
least gonna
want.
land something.
bro.
Like
Nah,
he landed one good punch. That was it.
I know he wasn't like that. I think I seen one of them when he was fighting on them his own cars in Texas. Dog, he just be jumping like he do the same shit he was doing in that sparring, the same shit he did in that fight. He not gonna beat no top boxer. Like he got lucky with Tevin because Tevin is old and got beat up on for 24
They
rounds.
can't see and shit.
And can't fucking see, got Tourette's and all that shit. That's why when Tank said he had that tick, I don't got that tick shit.
I don't got that twitchy shit.
That shit had
Then you should not be laughing at that. That's your Philly boy.
No,
bro.
that's my guy, but it's funny. Just because he's from Philly don't mean he can't get laughed at.
That shit was, Tank was like, I don't got that twitchy shit. Tevin, oh, that shit had me dying.
Hey, yo, Big Punch. So Big Punch said, what I missed, how he exposed him. Big Punch, you remember when Aunty said, hold on, Abdullah Mason, we destroyed him in sparring. He already know what it is. Can't beat him up so bad in sparring, Big Punch, that I told Kid to just work on defense. Well, Big Punch, that part is true. That Kid Austin was working on his defense because Abdullah was in there giving him old school Cleveland Charles Oakley ass whooping. He was giving him an old school Midwest ass whooping. Do you understand? And they exposed the footage, put it out there on Fight Hype, and all of that stuff that Aunty Scho was saying. Now I got to question everything you say. I know you a damn liar. And we saw you beat up your girl. So I don't got no reason to think that you're not a liar. Because you tried to say that happened years ago. But then you accidentally, when you was choking her up, said the date in the video.
Oh, no, that's crazy. Nah, his pops be wild.
Yo.
216 to the 215, Dukes. 216 to the 215. You know what it is. Yo, what's up, Brody?
Yo, see, Dean. See, this what happened when you talking, man. This what happened, bro. Keep on talking.
All that talking shit get you fucking
man. And you know what? We don't need the rest of the clip because
go ahead.
We don't need we good with that clip. We good with that right there because
I seen enough.
We seen enough because when Floyd Schofield dropped Rolly, ain't nobody asked for the rest of the clip. It's only the dudes who get their ass beat that want the rest of the clip to come out. Nah, nope. We good with that. Keep that one right there.
Right there. Stay right there, Chris.
Stay right there.
Don't move.
We don't want the rest of the footage. We don't want the rest of the footage. That's all we need to know. You know what I mean? Because
hey, y'all, if they hit that like button, hit that like button, send some bread in, holla at your boy. Who else giving you a pop-up live with this much entertainment? Show your boy some love. Go ahead, Chris.
I want to see if he stopped him or not, though.
Nah, Joseph. Nah, we good, Joseph.
No, I'm talking about Mason. I think Mason stopped him. I want to see.
Man.
You think Mason?
And I got, man. Listen, I would love to see the Tank Devin sparring footage with him. Shakur.
I want to see that Tank one.
Cause listen, I'm gonna tell you something about Devin. When Devin confidence is up there.
He put hands in niggas.
He puts in work. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't really trying to take a dig at him, but I'm just keeping it a buck. In sparring, Devin's a monster in that
for real.
With them 16s and them he's a monster.
Headgear, 16 is in headgear.
He a monster because I mean he got the confidence. I mean, people can take it how they want to take it, but I want to see it because I'm pretty sure it was an ass whooping. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was definitely was an ass whooping because what we notice is he don't like boxers.
Yeah.
What background is that? Am I?
whoever
Be
dropped
cool.
it.
Go on mute for me, bro.
My fault.
Yeah. And I know, man, listen, he don't like body shots, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, that was glaring. That was
Thomas
glaring
Hill,
that
what
he
up,
didn't
man?
like
What
it.
up, Thomas Hill?
That's what
Yeah,
Tank and
man.
Shakur and Dev. That's what they like to throw. Them
Yeah,
body
he
shots.
don't like
But I
body
told
shots,
him
bro.
whatever he was saying that was bullshit.
Man. When Mason hit him with that, man, he dug to the body on him.
Bro, he dug to the body. Yo, Mason hit him with the straight to the body. Soon as he dipped down, Chris came right back with the straight to the dome.
You could tell Mason following instructions well. I don't know who was talking in the corner, but his daddy or something. He was like, I need some of that body. I need that body.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was his dad.
Straight to that
I don't
shit.
know if y'all Floyd Senior tried to repeat that shit to his son, and that shit didn't work.
At all.
Yeah.
We not worried about that jab. We doing it big, y'all. We got a rack of people.
Take away that jab.
Hey,
He
yo,
ain't
we
take that
got
shit away at all. That shit was
we got 102 people in the building. What is them like buttons looking like, y'all? How many eavesdroppers? Y'all getting entertained, but y'all ain't hitting that like button. Somebody tell me what the like button. Somebody send in some super chats for your boy. Who else
Now,
keeping you this entertained? Somebody tell me where these likes at. Please put it in the
hey,
chat for me, y'all. Yo,
Hey,
Chris.
Dean.
Yo.
Look, see, usually, I'm old school. You know what I mean? I came up before the cameras was out and all that. So I'm old school. I think sparring should stay in the gym. But see, what I like about today is when people who run their mouth get exposed, bro. I love it, bro.
I
Like
love it, bro.
I love when guys come out and say, "Oh, we did this to this person in sparring," and it's like, bro, it's only sparring. But then when the tape drop and it's not what you said, I love it, bro. It's so lovely. It's so lovely.
It's so lovely, bro. 86 likes. Oh yeah, all the eavesdroppers y'all left out real fast. Hey, y'all, people be hating, y'all. I'm telling you, as soon as I said that, y'all, like 13, 14 people dipped immediately, y'all. I
I can keep
promise you.
eavesdropping. Just hit the like button, man. That's all you gotta do.
That's all you
That's
gotta
because them
do.
niggas be hating on the PBC and on Tank, dog, like your fellow Haneyite, Joseph. Hey, you know how they
Hey
get
man,
down.
I thought we was gonna say this for tomorrow's live, but I know your boy gonna have to bend the knee soon. But I ain't want to speak on it too early.
Hey, hey, I ain't gonna say. All I gotta say is your boy Aunty Scho and his son know damn well that went south up in there. They didn't even come out for the second round. That's how bad they was frustrated in that thing. And I know this personally because my boy not there. He is cousin, and he told me this like 2 years ago. He was
Oh,
like, "Bro,
word?
yeah, I've been saying, hey, dog, it ain't like what they've been saying. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I heard sparrings about him and Keyshawn. I heard how that ish went.
He
I
said he
heard
ran
spar.
through all the brothers though. That's what he said.
He
Ain't
literally
no
No,
said that,
no,
hesitation.
Thomas Hill. He ran through all of his brothers.
That's what he said.
no. He
Yeah.
did do one of his brothers dirty. My man confirmed that. He said the
Okay.
other one was a good one, but he got the better of him. But when he talking about Abdullah, notice he never say Abdullah. He always
Yeah.
say Mason.
Now we
'Cause
know
it's-
what. Now we know
He
why.
do.
Now
No,
we
I
know
know Thomas Hill.
why.
He done said Abdullah
Yep,
one
yep.
time. I caught him saying
He didn't say
Abdullah.
that, Abdullah. On Mill City, he said that shit all the time.
Yeah, I caught him on Mill City saying Abdullah because it was the way Thomas. It was the way he said it. He said Abdullah, Abdullah.
Hey, my bad. I got some background noise. Hold on. But if he
Now we
said
know
Abdullah,
why.
he was talking about him, but he wasn't actually saying that I was whooping that ass. Whenever he say, I knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even nothing. Trust me. That nigga be saying Mason. And Mason's a good talent and all, but he just wasn't ready at that time. That nigga Abdullah was
Hey
putting
yo, let
hands
me
and
get to
feet.
this super chat. Big Punch said that's why Auntie wanted 2 mil for that Mason fight. That is a fact.
Yes,
Had the five
sir.
on the
Aunt
end
That's
of
a
City was
two
like,
point
fact.
Yeah,
five.
yes, they do. They want a
we
they want a
taking. He
nice
said,
bag. for that butt whooping. They
Hey,
want
let
a
me
nice
say this
bag for
too.
that butt whooping.
Let me say this too, man, because you know this was brought to my attention as well too. You said about that $2 million for that fight. Like hell yeah, we'll take that. $2 million is the price. Remember when he said that? There was another fighter who said they wanted just a little bit of umph, and they would have made the fight, and he got castrated for that. And that was Frank Martin when it came to Shakur Stevenson. But nobody castrates my man for $0.3 million between Boots and Brian Norman Sr. Now, why is that, dog? I just want to know, why is the energy always different for certain folk?
You know he had to wait on that big money. You know everybody can't dish it out like Devin Haney. That's why that big money. You know everybody can't dish it out.
DHD?
Shit, it's not like Devin selling a
DHD?
fight. It's not like Devin selling a fight.
Hey, I ain't mad at it, dog. Hey, where Jonathan at,
I ain't
dog?
even gonna
How's he
talk
Thank
about
doing?
my
Turkey.
man
Jonathan was
Devin.
just up here.
Thank Turkey. Turkey paid them niggas.
Oh, shoot, man. I miss my man Jonathan, dog.
Now, let me
Shoot.
get to this super chat. My man Texas DT said, salute. I'm crying. Well, we appreciate your super chat, Texas. Thank you. Did you see that sparring footage? Thank you. I
You know,
told
we
you this is the
appreciate
best.
that.
This is the best boxing channel in the world, hands down.
Bro, Dank
My
do it better
son.
than all y'all. Dank father do it better than all y'all.
No, real.
Hey Dean, hey Dean,
Yo,
hey
Chris.
Dean. You know
Yo,
who they remind me of, bro? You know,
talk
you
to me.
know, you know, Peanut Live 215.
Yo, somebody background, y'all. Somebody go mute while Chris talking. Thank
Hey
you.
yo, you
Yo,
know Peanut Live 215
you
when he say, Peanut, you my son. You know what I'm talking about? Peanut, you my son.
Yo, he
That's
sounds
crazy,
just
man.
like him. That's a fact, bro. He
My nigga
sounds
said,
just like
who Shakur even fight? He ain't fight
he ain't
nobody.
fight nobody.
My
He ain't
son
fight
don't
My
nobody.
son.
Davis.
Hey, Gap Tooth, this the best boxing channel, hands down.
Niggas got jokes. We got
I'm
motherfucking
crying,
facts.
bro.
We got stats.
NHA, what's up,
Stats.
bro? Holla at me, NHA, and then Too Rich or NHA. One of y'all go first because y'all popped up here.
What's good? What's good, Dean, man? Pleasure to be here, man. What's good with the panel? Yeah, man. These two combos, man. I swear, I thought Tio and his dad was had been the worst combo in boxing, man. But this motherfucker right here, man.
It's different, bro.
Oh,
You
how
know
you
I
Hey,
had to
talk so
NHA,
compare
hold on, y'all.
Tio
Let
so
me
is
ask
so
NHA
much
knocking
this.
guys
shit?
shit
Hold
on
on, yo,
defense.
NHA. Have you
Mhm.
ever seen the time where Shakur, Devin, and Tank fans, we all agree on one thing?
Yeah, leave it up to
Well,
Auntie
it's all
Scho
about the
to
change.
reunite.
It's different.
Hold on, guys. Come on. He
Oh,
did use the 5 deadly venoms.
You, you,
What's
you,
up,
you-
Tommy Hill?
He did use the five. He did use the
Hey, what
five
up
deadly
with Chris
venoms.
Tucker, my guy? How you doing, bro?
I'm
Hey, nah, this
I
John,
saw
this
that
Jonathan.
wrong there, buddy.
Oh, this
What's
Jonathan.
up,
What's good,
OG?
my brother?
I'm cooling. I'm cooling.
Cooling in
Hey,
that
yo,
high
hey,
floor of the sun.
Greenville,
What's
I
up,
got
Jay?
you, Greenville. I swear, once I get my laptop and I really go in with this boxing stuff, get my background, my lights, my signs made,
You gotta put that in your intro.
that's going to be in the intro.
You got
Hands
to.
down. That's going to be the intro. Hands down. Because his punk ass daddy threatened to sue me because he said, you was my girls in 2023. You was my girl.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave, I sent you something in the Cash App, man.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to go to my Cash App. Appreciate it. Y'all cook up. Y'all cook up.
Well,
I'm gonna
since you
tell you why
checking the
we
cash,
agreeing. I'm gonna tell you why we
Go ahead,
agreeing.
NHA.
We agreeing because really deep down inside, we all know what an ass whooping look like.
Oh my goodness.
We all know what an ass whooping look like. It's just that when it's somebody we like, it gets a little hard to get past the ass whooping. But since it ain't none of our guys and it's Floyd Schofield, we're
I
gonna talk
fuck with
about it.
Schofield. I fuck with Schofield.
I like Kid Austin,
nah.
but it's just his damn daddy. Hey, yo, D1 in the
Definitely
Cash
fair.
App. Appreciate you, D1. My guy.
The dad didn't hypnotize him this time. He had to hypnotize him.
That's what I want to know, Boxing Hacker. Did he hypnotize him,
Into the
Boxing
5
Hacker?
deadly venoms.
Because it's not Floyd that's in there. It's another person.
Yo, my nigga
He
Jonathan
made-
in the cash app. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you, Brody.
Hey, I got a question, D.
Talk to me. You just spent money in the cash app. You can ask whatever you want.
Who changed that boy diaper? Was it his mama or his daddy?
You broke up a little bit. Say it again.
First. I said, who changed that boy diaper with Shakur?
I'm thinking that Floyd's Aunty Scho had to take him in the back. They had to take his gear off, do all of that because he done boo-booed on himself. Y'all know Dude Whites? He had to go get a whole pack of Dude Whites. Look, the mint chill. Look, these are the ones I'm looking at right now. He had to get the mint chill con just because he had to boo-boo on himself. He boo-booed on himself, man. Because I want to know, y'all, this is my biggest question, y'all. Tell me how y'all feel. Do y'all believe Aunty Scho on anything else he was saying now?
Hell no.
Only thing I believe him on
When
is
it
that he
comes
want
to
that
Shakur,
$2
he
million.
shit stains.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as he said, "Oh, I hypnotized my son," I was like, "I'm not listening to another motherfucker."
No, he taught him the 5 deadly venoms. You see, you don't know anything about that.
What the fuck?
Let's be a chess box,
Hey,
Bro,
let me jump in here. I'm gonna say that. Let me play devil's advocate. I guess I see everybody agreeing, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say this.
Who is Brian Norman Sr.? It's like, nah.
It's too rich, man. Hey,
I know it was
in
rich.
that sparring, we saw Floyd land one shot.
Yeah.
We know Abdullah gonna outbox him. That's a given. But we saw him land one shot, and with 8 ounces on, it took one shot to change that Tevin Farmer fight.
That's true.
So with Abdullah going down before, are we sure that Austin couldn't land just that one shot to affect the fight and then go crazy?
But
No,
that
I
one
think he
shot
could
was
land
it.
I think
that's like any fighter, man.
Yeah, that's any fight.
Anybody got a puncher's chance.
I don't know. I think
That
he has
motherfucker-
better than a puncher's chance, though.
I don't know. He made Kid Austin look amateurish, man.
We being
That
honest,
shit
Kid
was
Austin
terrible.
big as shit. Like I met Kid Austin in person. He not no.
Man, sometimes you can beat somebody in sparring, they still beat your ass in a fight, though. So.
But we know
that's a
I
fact.
don't know, man. He made that look too easy, bro.
He be
He made that look way too easy.
Boxing Hacker, what NHA is saying is true though. When it looked like that though, it don't translate. It don't be a drastic swing the other way like that in the ring in the actual fight. It's hard.
I think that.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
I think that situation with Tevin Farmer was a good. Now again, I'm not a hater, so I'm gonna give him his credit for the performance. But I think it was a fluke, bro. I don't really think, cause how you go from with the dude the last
Renee?
dude he was fighting, yeah, you go from that and then you
to
stop
knocking out Tevin.
to Tevin Farmer.
Well, that's because he came out there trying to bang him first round. You never do that with a boxer.
Yeah, I think that was he caught him good, and Tevin Farmer really didn't get time to get his get himself back right. You know what I mean? Because once you get, because listen, I done been in the ring with guys, like when I was in the gym, I done been in the ring with guys who way better than me, but I caught him with a good shot. Just one night, I just caught him with a good shot. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt him. You know what I mean? So anybody can get caught with a good shot. You know what I'm saying? And it can take you out. But I think it was a fluke, man. I don't think, man, he would do something like that to somebody like Shakur. Nah, Shakur a little bit too seasoned to get caught with a tank, or you know what I mean? Even Devin to get caught like that.
As soon as he
like
would have
that.
rushed in like that, Shakur would have wrapped that nigga up.
Wait, do y'all feel like they rushed the count for Tevin Farmer? You know, Farmer
no.
he was
He was hurt, bro.
He
was done. The ref did his job, bro.
He was
The
looking
ref
like
did his job, bro. Like the ref job. It's not about okay. The ref job is when you hurt like that, he supposed to get you out of there, bro. Like you can't. He not supposed to sit there and let you take a beating like that. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, Tevin Farmer kind of like crouched down and he was defenseless, bro. Like You know what
That's
I'm
when he
saying?
stopped it.
And it
That's
was
when
too
you
much
get
time on the clock too. I think it was
Bro, it
like
was
yeah,
like
you
Yeah, he
get put
got
it
15
cracked like
uh
seconds.
I don't
yeah,
know.
you
I feel
get
like
put
he
it
still games
Hey,
like
boxing hacker, let me tell you this. Anytime you see a guy get up and then his leg goes straight back like he about to hyperextend his knee, it's over. He
it's
cannot get
over.
his he can't get his gatherings together. Anytime he hits you with the Bambi leg, anytime you see that Bambi leg, after somebody get up, it's a wrap, brother.
that
He about
stinky
to go
leg.
That's
Once
down
you
for the
see
short
that,
count.
circuit.
listen.
circuit.
You got
Yeah.
short
Hey,
Once
that
you
circuit.
boy
see that
Tevin don't
stinky
care though.
leg, it's
Once you
over.
see
Tevin
that
don't care.
stinky leg, it's a
Uh-huh.
wrap.
it's
Tevin
over
in
with.
It's
that
a
Yeah,
freaky
wrap,
bro.
bro.
division. He don't
He
care.
always hit
He
that
was
stinky
drunk.
leg.
Which one of
And I
y'all
kind of feel
liars
like
said that was a lucky shot? That was not a lucky shot. Who lied?
That was all
One of you niggas
timing.
lied.
Oh
Was that
and
man.
you,
I kind
Pretty
of feel like
Trucker?
Tevin Farmer, I kind of feel like because Schofield, Tevin Farmer, because Tevin is more seasoned than him, he might have underestimated him a little bit. You know what I'm
Oh, he
saying? He
definitely
might have went
did.
in
He
there
went in there thinking he could do what he want.
thinking he
You
gonna
didn't hear
stand
what
there
I
with
said on Mill City?
Man.
What you
Due to
say? What you say?
due to Tevin's vision, he's got a blind spot, and my son caught him
Hey
right in
yo,
the blind
Oh
spot.
hey
man.
y'all,
No, he didn't,
hey
yo.
y'all. When
Yo,
somebody
yo.
somebody said that, somebody hit me up. They said, Dean, I know Tevin Farmer, your man's, and you represent Philly, but Kid Austin hit him in this blind spot, bro. I started hollering.
That's the truth. See, y'all not studying the 5 styles of boxing. Y'all not studying the
bro.
sweet science.
That's a
You gotta
lifestyle
study
right
the
there.
sweet
Yo,
science. We broke him down to a T.
and
Hey
then
yo,
yo, Tevin gotta do something about that twitching shit, bro. He got to do
He
something
can't.
about that, bro.
He don't gotta do
That if
nothing.
I'm a
That
He
referee,
in
shit's
his house.
crazy last
He don't
fight,
gotta
bro,
bro.
do
Why
nothing.
if
y'all
I'm a
didn't
Somebody
say
getting
ref,
that when he
attacked by a
fought
ghost.
Zepeda?
This was
Why is
crazy,
the
bro,
I'm a
problem
ref.
now?
if
When he
I'm a
fought
referee,
Moritana, it
bro,
wasn't a problem. Now it's a
if I'm a
problem.
doctor,
Because
if
my
I'm a
son is the
doctor,
greatest of
I'm
all
He's
time.
stopping the fight,
hold
right?
on, no, yo. If I'm a doctor or a referee, I'm concerned, bro. I'm
Bro,
Not as
concerned.
a
Like,
vet,
I
bro,
know
bro.
he was getting
you
Yeah,
got
pushed
I
to
by a
see you
stop
in
ghost,
that
that
bro.
shit.
shit, bro.
How
Twitching.
does he pass
I
the
was so
physical every
confused.
fight with the
I
eye
was so
physical?
confused.
You know
I'm
when you
like,
That
gotta
nigga be
cover your
looking at
eye.
the
How is
sky.
he passing that?
Yo, that's that corruption in boxing right there, bro.
Yo,
How is he
man.
y'all
passing that
wrong, yo.
physical?
Y'all wrong,
How the
yo.
fuck he
yo,
passed the physical like that?
Bro, I
That's
know
I
he
don't
crazy.
know,
filming the
man.
eye physical every time. I know he is.
He caught
I
him in
know
the
he is.
blind
Hey,
spot.
yo,
See, you're not
that
studying
nigga be
boxing.
Oh,
twitching.
yeah.
Yo, he be twitching so much. I start twitching with
Yo.
the nigga.
Hey, hey, y'all, can I
I be
ask
in the
y'all a
house.
question, y'all?
I be walking around
Yo,
the house. Hey, 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 hey.
Chill. You gotta chill.
What the
You gotta
fuck?
chill.
bruh.
Hey, yo, I need Devin, Shakur, and Tank to drop the footage now. I need it. Like, I need just add on to the problem. No, y'all, because he was running his mouth about Devi. He was running his mouth about Shakur's. He was saying that Tanks. Y'all all just pile
Thanks.
on at this point. Everybody pile on at this
That
point
nigga
because he shouldn't
career
have been
is
running
on
his mouth.
tonight, bro.
Nigga
And it's
running
You know
his
crazy
mouth,
what?
because it
bro.
don't even be Kid
Damn
Austin in
you.
the
All right, I'm
fight.
out,
Why you
y'all.
He
wanna
would
I'm
go to
out,
the
have.
bro.
grave like that?
All right, Chris. Yo, you
All right,
already know
fellas.
my guy, bro. Be
All right,
safe,
Take it
bro.
easy.
all
The
right, man. Y'all
five
be cool,
styles of
man.
boxing,
All
Chris
right,
Trucker.
Chris.
You need to study it.
Man,
The five
Let me
styles of
find Cody
boxing.
Venoms.
Study
All
it,
right.
Chris.
You
See,
know
look,
what? He
y'all
would have
made
better
Chris
off.
leave because he ain't want to hear about how my son the greatest of all time.
Ain't that
Okay,
Tank boy? He know we gonna knock that nigga out inside 3 rounds.
inside 3 rounds.
Bro, what
And
that
who
hey
Shakur
D,
fought? Shakur ain't fought no A-level fighters.
Dean, what
The
that nigga
belts
say on the
don't
boxing
matter.
voice? Every time I say my son the greatest, nobody say nothing. Devins, Shakur's, Tank, they don't say nothing when I say my son the greatest.
Yeah.
It's because they don't take you. No, Tank, Devin, and Shakur,
Yeah.
they all said something. That's a lie. They definitely said something. And it just wasn't what you wanted to hear. That's what it was. Devin said
Yeah.
he kicked you out the gym. Shakur said you had to go take a boo-boo. And Gervonta, they said he got, y'all know how that probably went.
Hey,
And
did the sanctioning
it's
body
about to be smooth
mandate
sailing for
the
Kid Austin
Schofield
moving
fight
forward.
for Tank?
Say
It
that
looks
again?
like it. If he
Did,
if he
did, did,
beats
did they
if he
mandate the
beats
fight for Tank?
Oh,
if
you
he
gotta
beats
tell
It's
me
Jamal
not
more.
Charlo,
Talk
happening.
about
they
that,
will.
G.
It's not
Yo, I
happening.
broke that down earlier. Listen, y'all.
Listen,
He
li- li-
already said he don't want the WBC belt. This is how he's trying to duck out of the Shakur fight. He don't want the belt, y'all, but he knows that Shakur Stevenson can only unify or defend the belt. So when you say, oh, we just want the fight, but we don't want the belt, then you don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. So you could talk to casuals. I know you're ducking the fight by saying some stupid shit like that right there. Well, you don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson then, because Shakur don't have a choice. And the part where he a liar at, y'all, is that he was already about to challenge for Shakur belt. So miss me with the you don't want the belt shit now.
Then he's got mandate for Tank's belt. He's not.
No, I'm about to get to that, Boxing Hacker. Then Boxing Hacker, he could put in paperwork now because there's rumor that the WBA Boxing Hacker is going to force Gervonta Davis to be elevated, right?
And how they do that? Team. It's not forced.
What they saying is
they just gonna give it to him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he don't have a choice in it because Tank don't want the suit.
Yeah, Tank don't want this. Believe? Go watch the weigh-in with Tank and Roach. Go to 2 hours and 10 minutes. You see when Gervonta come out and he have a seat. The guy that's to his left is Gilberto Mendoza, and he got the WBA Super in his hand. That's how I know it was gonna be for the Super. Go ahead, Dean. My bad.
But then let me get to this super chat. Planet 619 said the Aunty Scho imitations is killing me. Well, I appreciate your $5 and thanks for supporting the greatest boxing channel of all time.
Dean, by any means.
Dean, you ain't gonna never get an interview with this nigga.
I don't want one. He tried to sue me with his punk ass lying ass.
What did he say to you when how did that come about, bro? You
all right. I'm about to side note. So y'all know the video I made when he was choking his girl. You was my girls. Right? All right. So I made that video. So he gets in my comments, y'all, because it went dumb, right? He said, yeah, and right after the Shakur's fight, I'm suing your ass. Yeah, y'all putting out false information, and I hope that I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know that I'm suing your ass. I said, okay. I said, I said, good
we can't see him on video.
Oh, so y'all, but just to let y'all know why I brought that up, I know he watches my channel. Just so y'all know, Kid Austin Floyd, Aunty Scho is watching all of this. Oh, for sure. I know that for a fact, y'all, how I know. Because every Kid Austin video I had put out at that time, guess who was one of the first people in the comments? Mr. Kid. And I went to the YouTube page. Oh, it was him. It was him, for sure. So
he used to support us, Dean. What happened?
I still support him. I just don't like you, Auntie. I just don't like you. I like your son. I don't like you. And you a fake ass Bill.
You hating on his son, Dean. You hating.
No, all right. Let me get back to the WBA stuff. So Boxing Hacker, he wants Tank to get elevated. And why and how you know that, Boxing Hacker? Because he was on the Boxing Voice talking about, I'll use my intercontinental and international titles. We gonna get our shot because Tank got too much power over there. So Tank control all of that, which is a lie. That's not true at all. But whatever. Tank controls all that over there. So we gonna just use our titles, and plus we the A-sides. So if they want to fight us, it's gonna have to be in Texas.
But
so now he knows
A-side over who?
So guess what? When he becomes the regular champion and Gervonta the super champion, now not only Boxing Hacker, now he got to fight mandatories to use that to not try to fight Shakur, Abdullah, or Gervonta. But now he can't even unify Boxing Hacker because Gervonta got the title. So he wants Tank and Shakur to fight so he don't have to. That's why he won't go after Shakur belt either.
But you know what, Dima? I'll be surprised if they do that because, they were, what was it? Like, they tried to give Tank the WBA Super before, and Tank refused it. You remember? That's how his belt became the only belt,
Yeah, it's not something you can refuse, bro. It's not something you can refuse.
Because now Floyd Schofield's ranked
going
to try and mandate
bro, they going to do it because they just want another belt, and they sanction it.
Like Boxing Hacker, they're going to give them no choice.
They've been trying to reduce the belt, so that's why I say I'll be surprised.
Before they
ain't reducing shit. They lying.
They just brought the 147 title back with Ryan and Rolly. Remember, Alex Sheik got saying the WBA as well.
Yeah, Turkey Ali Yashiki, he got a lot of stock in the WBA. So Boxer Hacker when he said that Tank got all the power over there, no, that's not true. Actually, Turkey got more power over there than Tank.
But Al got pulled out the WBA now.
Oh no, for sure. But Boxer Hacker, to answer your question,
loses.
But Boxer Hacker, to answer your question, he could put in a petition right now before Tank get elevated to where Tank still have to fight him as the mandatory regardless.
He could put
he could do it now.
Demon doesn't have to because the WBA is already trying to mandate it after the Lamont Roach fight.
I know, but what I'm saying to you, Boxer Hacker, is he could not leave it in their hands. Because they updated the rankings. He number one.
If he really wanted
to, he could petition to make sure it's him. Because Williams Zepeda is fighting. Because Williams Zepeda is fighting Shakur Stevenson. So he out of the question.
The WBA convention isn't it like in October, November, around there?
Yeah, they could go in and petition if they wanted to.
He's just gonna wait a couple more months and then get elevated to the Reggie.
I think him versus Tank's a bad
He don't even gotta wait. He just gotta just go through the proper channels and get it done. But he's not gonna do that.
He's not gonna do that.
He's gonna get that regular title and he's gonna ride that shit to the sunset. But that regular title can be unified on special occasions. But them niggas, that Schofield, they gonna get that title and they gonna run with it, bro.
See, but Father, can it be unified when it's already a super champion there? I don't think that's when it can.
But look, Morrell and David just did it. David and Benavidez and Morrell just did it while Bivol is the WBA super. So on special occasions, it can occur.
But David don't got that WBA no more since he been elevated.
They still recognize him as the WBA title champion.
No,
he don't. But he's not
also think about this too, though. Now, De La Hoya protects his fighters, man. So it's gonna go how De La Hoya wanted to go too, and I don't think De La Hoya gonna rush Kid into a big fight like that. He gonna milk him a little bit. He gonna milk him.
He know he got zero chance to get
promotions.
Hey, Too Rich. After that sparring session you saw, we see why, don't we?
Oh yeah. De La Hoya put Kid up to that Saudi Arabia stuff. I think that was De La Hoya, man. He protected Virgil Ortiz. He protect Schofield. I think it's gonna go. That's why he signed Schofield after he came back from Saudi Arabia. Just listen to me, and I got you. And I think that's what De La Hoya doing. So I think he gonna milk Schofield while Schofield cheat. He cheats right now. He got him 5 years, $5 million. He can do what he wants to.
5 years, $5 million is
crazy.
Hey, Dean. 2 Cent, come back up. Yeah, I'm listening, bro.
Hey, look, you wrong, man. You know what all that I'm not chasing belt shit came from? What he trying to do? He really trying to put in place that I don't think got nothing to do with Shakur or Tank. He trying to put in the place that he ducking Abdullah. Cause he knows and he trying to down credit Abdullah when he get the belt from Sam Noakes if he beat Sam Noakes. You know what I'm saying? He trying to already down credit all that stuff. So they already putting in the play right now to duck him. To be like, man, we don't care about them belts.
We got a belt too. That's all he gonna say.
He already putting in the whole play right now.
So Rich, he just not going.
I don't think it got nothing to do with Tank or Shakur or none of that stuff when he be talking about the belts and all that shit. They really scared of a person that's really
so Rich. What you saying?
Age range, the same. They just mad that he getting the belt before them. You know what I'm saying?
So Rich, what you saying is you don't believe that Aunty Scho got any intentions on fighting Tank or Shakur? Like that's not
no.
Even
listen. No, they listen to De La Hoya. They listen to De La Hoya. Hey, De La Hoya could put Schofield in there with the paper, win or lose. He can make it good fights with Schofield without even needing Shakur them or none of them.
What I'm saying is he could be able to fight them, but
somebody mute your background, y'all, please.
I said he could be fighting them or whatever. He will be trying to fight them or whatever. But I'm saying he already trying to downplay Abdullah Mason. Say if Abdullah Mason get this belt and then he do an interview or something like that, they gonna be like, we don't care about them belts. Anybody could get them belts. He be saying all that type of shit on box weights. He already trying to downplay Abdullah Mason. Every chance he get, he try to downplay him. He try to make it seem like them niggas ain't nothing, especially after he got that them little knockdowns.
Yo, somebody background for me, please, y'all. I can hear a lot of wind. It's a lot of wind in the background. It's messing up the audio.
It's a person with the Muffin Baby picture.
Hey, 2 Cent, what's up, 2 Cent? The Queen in the building. What's the deal?
What up, y'all? What's going on, man? Y'all talking about Aunty Scho up here?
You know he is 2 Cent.
Man, why y'all doing Aunty Scho like that? I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I like Aunty Scho. I don't know what it is, but I don't think he really had no intentions on fighting Tank. Not right now, anyway. I feel like Kid Austin got give them an opportunity to build their names and make some money before they get in the ring and get sparked by somebody and can't fight no more and be the same. I think if Kid Austin was at a point to where he could fight Tank, he would put him in there with him. I mean, he just gonna do what everybody else doing, cap until the time come, I guess. But I wouldn't mind.
Contract, 2 Cents in the contract.
That's what he said. But yeah, 2 Cent did that. My problem is he talking about sending the contract when he could literally put in the petition, could have been put in the petition to fight Gervonta Davis, where he put him in the same position that everybody else get put in. You either fight him or drop the belt. He don't want to do that. And he knows the rules. He know he can do that, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So right there, everything from that point on that he say about fighting Tank, you know, it's cap. Just off them facts alone.
Yeah, and like I said, I seen him on the show on Boxing Voice talk about we don't care about belts. And then in the same breath, he on Cigar Talk saying that they want to get all the belts and become undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
I see all them doing that too, though. I heard Keyshawn talking about he don't want belts.
Nah. But I seen he was stressing it for a good 20 minutes straight. Why they not trying to get the belts? When he said if they fight Tank or Shakur, they gonna tell them niggas they could keep the belts. We ain't trying to pay 3% of this and all this type of stuff. And it just seemed like that they trying to really that they ain't really trying. I feel like he's trying to put Tank and Shakur in the front, really to duck Abdullah Mason, man. That's what I think.
No, we seen that, Rich, because he already ducked them, Rich.
Yeah,
we seen that he already did it.
Yeah, because they don't talk about Abdullah Mason how they supposed to be talking about him. Then you see Abdullah Mason already about to get a title fight when them niggas still scratching for a title fight and all that type of shit.
Yo, let me get to this super chat, y'all.
We fighting for the title in our next fight. What are you talking about?
Let me get to this super chat. My man Hector, how you say your name? Hold on, Hector. My fault. I done took it off the screen. Heck, I appreciate you though, bro. Hector says, Armando Martinez to the son of Cuban legend is up next. They can't keep him in the background forever. That boy nice. Hey, Hector, I'm going to do a deep dive on him just because you sent some bread, and I'm going to see what's up. And I'll give you my opinion on him, my guy. Appreciate the 5-ball. Thank you very much, my guy.
Dean, you got to talk about...
Dean.
You just seen that shit, Murtaugh and Andy Cruz on the card.
Say that again, Rich. And then Boxing Hacker, go ahead after that. What you was gonna ask me? Go ahead, Rick.
Turkey just put Andy Cruz and Murtaugh to fight on the card with Devin Haney and Benavidez.
Hey, that Devin Haney.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Crazy.
Can I ask y'all a question?
That actually might be the best.
That's the main card. So I don't know who's gonna be main event, but that's.
All right, yo, 2 Cent, go after Go after Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker, what was you gonna ask, bro?
No, I was saying that if you want to check out somebody, check out Scooter Davis. That brother is nasty, man.
No, Scooter, my guy, Boxing Hacker. Scooter is my guy, Boxing Hacker.
That's Tank little homie, right?
Yeah, that's Tank Man.
Yeah,
yep, he under Tank.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, hey, Joseph. He the bull that hit the bull a couple weeks ago with that body shot.
No.
And then crawled to a corner.
Whose son is he?
That's
his dad, right?
Yeah, that's his son.
What's his name? I forgot his name.
Who's that?
That's Burry. That's Burry's son.
Yeah, that's not Barry. That's not his son. That's not his son, but that's somebody he trained.
That's not his son?
No, that's not his son. But
that's not his son. Daddy's like a trainer, though.
Nah.
Who you talking about, Scooter Davis?
Yeah.
Barry
Scooter Davis from the Headbangers.
Yeah, he is from
Jay from DC.
Oh, he just called him his son. Okay, he just called him his son. Okay.
All right, go ahead, 2 Cent.
So this is my question, right? As far as like Turkey and announcing these fights, Because every time I hear a fight announced by Turkey, I'm like, okay, I don't run with it, because to me, I feel like Turkey has come out and announced fights when he haven't even talked to the other side to even really make the fight. So I'm just curious, as far as y'all are concerned, like, let's take for instance the David Benavidez Anthony Yard thing. How much weight are y'all putting on that? Because I feel like, is this true? Is it even confirmed? Does David Benavidez know he fighting Anthony Yard? And it just seemed like a bunch of people just running with it like it's been confirmed and they know for sure the fight gonna happen. We seen the same thing just happen with Devin and Tio. I mean, with Tio and Boots. Tio thought
Well,
he was finna fight Boots, and Boots say he ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? Really, what was going on with that?
Well, 2 cents. I'm gonna say this. I think
You
when
gotta
it comes
watch
to the
that.
PBC fighters, Turkey don't just jump out the window with that. It ain't been too many PBC fighters he announced fighting with him that it wasn't legit. He could pull that with the other promoters because they need Turkey. Him and Al more of doing business together. So I haven't seen too many PBC fighters that Turkey announced that fighting on his card that it don't be true. That's what I was like, from Andy Cruz to Morel to Rolly Romero back to David Benavidez. So
Yeah,
I think when it comes to PBC, he not going to just put one of they fighters out there without talking to Al and doing all of the proper things first.
And
Oh, that makes sense.
Boots
Box
just
out here,
confirmed
man.
that
and
Tio
I
fight
never
was real on
Everybody's
YSM.
joining Turkey.
and I never seen Turkey like put 2 boxes on a ring magazine or whatever and say these two fighting, man. That shit don't happen. And if I was a boxer, I'd be very disappointed at him.
Yeah, don't be just
Like
using
I
my
wouldn't
name.
go.
Like, I dare you.
We
Don't
know
don't.
it's real. We
Them
know
niggas
it's
ain't gonna
real
be
when the
playing.
ring
You playing with
posted.
them niggas
That's how
right
you know
now.
it's real though, when the ring posted.
Yeah, when the ring
And
magazine
Boots
posted,
confirmed
nah.
that Tio fight on YSM and on a new
What did he
interview.
say? What did he say
He
about it?
said it was real.
They
Nah, Boots
asked him
said it was
about it. He
real.
said it was real.
Well, he said he just
But he
don't know
had
if
already agreed to it and pulled
nah,
out.
he said he didn't know
He just
he
wasn't
wanted to be
interested.
at
He just wasn't
100%.
interested.
That's what he basically was saying. He wanted to be at 100% if he go into fighting him.
So does that mean he ducked Tio?
Nah, he ain't duck no
Nah.
Tio,
He
nigga.
ducked
No,
Hell
because he
no.
moved up in weight. Hell
The
no.
I was
boxer
Start
acting
hacking.
funny as shit.
Hey, Keith, I thought I was triggering
Y'all
you.
start this dumb shit.
Yo, did y'all hear
I
boxer
thought I was
actor
Dumb
triggering
shit.
laugh?
Keith, man.
He
Dean,
on
let me ask
all
you a question, Dean.
bullshit.
They did announce Devin Haney and Tiafimo and nigga backed out too, so 2 cents do got a point up with that.
No,
Hey,
but
Dean, let me ask
Yeah,
you a
it
question.
just be a lot of confusion.
it
I'm
do
not
though,
saying, I'm
Tuesday.
not accusing nobody, and I'm just saying it be a lot of confusion. Like, why is it always so much confusion surrounding all this shit all the time? And another thing too,
Who
somebody
just
got to
played a
mute.
headbanger? Headbanger's been
Yeah,
starting
somebody
to
Somebody
background,
definitely
y'all.
got mute, man.
Whoever got that noise, just when y'all about to talk, y'all can
24.
unmute, but y'all
Let's go to the
background.
headbanger jam.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
it be, it
Tuesday.
just be, yeah, I'm just saying it be a lot of confusion and a lot of, I don't know, it just be weird. And then he announced so many fights so early, so like it's just weird. I guess it's just his thing. I'm
I,
not used to.
you know what
Like
I think
we
it.
in
You know what I
July hearing
think it
about these
is.
fights in
You
November.
know what it is.
Facts.
2 cents. You know what it is. 2 cents. It's the boxers. If they don't want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Turkey gonna expose that out in them. So
Yeah.
if you hear him say
But
a
how are
fight,
you
wait, let me
exposing me
talk,
because I turned down a fight?
let me talk. If you hear him say a
Exactly.
fight, if he
Turning
sit back and
down.
say, wait, hold on, if he
Because
sit
he
back and
offering you buku
can
money
I
though.
talk? Can I talk real quick? If he sit back and say Javante Davis and Shakur fight in Ring Magazine February 1st after Tank fight Lamont Roach and all that stuff pop up or whatever, I don't think he would just be playing around with it. Now if it come back out and they say, nah, we ain't fighting none of that stuff, someone duck that shit.
Yeah,
You get
somebody
what I'm
pulled
trying to
out.
say?
But
He
Not
don't be
just
let me
fighting.
respond.
Fighters
not
Let
be
me
pulling
respond
out.
when you're
someone
done.
duck that shit. Someone
Yeah,
duck
people
that
Hold
just be
on.
money
pulling out.
or it
That's
was
all it
a
really be.
certain
They don't
type
be
of
like,
thing going on, or
they
I
don't be
ain't
like
want to
Turkey be
fight him
lying.
because it
Nothing.
is, so I didn't want to do that just
He'll
because of
just be
that.
like, I don't
It
want
ain't
to fight.
nothing to do with Turkey. He
Yeah,
tried to send them
but
money.
he's
He tried
also
to send them a guaranteed payday, and they ain't want to take it.
All right, let me ask y'all a question, right?
Yeah.
Because I hear you saying if somebody don't take a fight, Turkey gonna expose them. This is a business. I don't have to take a fight, and just because I don't take a fight, don't mean I'm quote unquote being exposed. Like that's what I don't like.
Nah,
People act like this is not a business, and just because I don't accept, like it's almost like if somebody asks you to fight, you gotta take it. That's what y'all want, and it's like no. If I say
So
no to a fight, it could be a business decision. You don't know what I got going on. So for me to have to feel like, oh, if he put this in the public and I don't take it, I'm gonna be exposed. That's a problem in my opinion.
it's a. We
You're
understand it.
not wrong for that. You're not
Wait,
wrong
hold
for that.
on.
Two cents.
We understand it. We understand it's a business though, right? But if you out there calling someone's name out there and Turkey get wind of it and he putting the fight together and you making more money than you ever made in a fight because y'all say you only deal with B-level fighters and people that don't make money. That's the only people that deal with them. So if he giving you more money than you ever get and you sit back and say you got an excuse for why you not fighting this person,
That don't matter.
Wait, or if it's a reason or something like that.
Man, you ducking if you ain't accepting.
I don't gotta accept it. Y'all tripping. Y'all are tripping. Just because, hold on. Let me talk. Let me respond because a lot of y'all, listen, some of y'all be on some gay for pay type shit. And y'all be thinking that just because somebody offering you the most amount of money you ever made is something that you should do. No, y'all. No, the most amount of money for something is not the reason to do it. You feel me? Like just because I call this fighter out, yeah, I might want to fight him. That don't mean I got to do it when you want me to or right now. Or I just don't like that thought. I don't like that thought process.
But what you saying is that you not trusting Turkey word. I'm saying the only way that Turkey
that's not what I'm saying. That's you missing my whole point.
What you said was you don't know if the fight's going to happen. You just asked that question. I don't know if the fight's going to happen. I don't know if this or whatever, because Turkey just be saying a lot of stuff. And like I said, if the only way the fight not going to happen is if them niggas do what I just said they would do. It ain't got nothing to do with Turkey. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
But you missing my point. Listen, y'all are missing my point. My point is.
You went silent, 2 Cent.
Man, it ain't cool that you ducking millions of dollars.
I'm not being exposed or none of that because you should have talked to me first before you said you was gonna make the fight and do this and do that. Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all, hold on, y'all. Let me get in here. What 2 Cent is saying, y'all missing her. I don't think y'all see where she coming from. 2 Cent is saying that Turkey, she feels though Turkey is saying that because he got certain relationships with these fighters, a good enough relationship, right? He is basically saying that announcing fights without ironing out the details first. He's basically putting it out there that, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this fight happen. And because he may really be wanting to do that, he feels as though he can do that without talking to the fighter first.
No, but he talks
and we got a couple examples of him doing that.
But that's
no, but he talks to
that's when hold on, let me finish. And she basically saying, so if a fighter is in that situation and they'd be like, nah, I ain't agree. I'm not taking that fight. I ain't say I was gonna fight him. She don't like that people would say that fighter is a duck because Turkey just jumped out the window, and I understand that point right there. Like,
no, but that's not how it happened.
But that's not what's going on.
Turkey talks at least to promote.
That's not what's going on right now.
Don't just like
Turkey saying that. That's not what's going on. What you talking about, Deem, is what he said. What he wants to make happen when he said, I want Shakur to fight him. I want this to fight this. When he's talking about
Rich, he did it with Jerome Boutennis last year.
When he told Eddie Hearn. No, he told Eddie
and he did it with some heavyweights. No. He announced. Listen, and he did it with Canelo. He announces this stuff to put public pressure on people.
He uses what he wants.
Hold on.
He just said he wanted to fight.
With Boots last year, he talked to Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, he talked to Hearn.
He talked to his promoter.
Yeah,
he talked to his promoter. Like I said, it's always with the fighter. If the fighter don't want to fight, then it ain't Turkey fault. If the fighter don't want to fight, then that's that. But it ain't got nothing to do with Turkey. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you saying so? Y'all basically saying because Turkey willing to do it, and he reached out to the promoter, you can't say Turkey wrong because he actually will go through with it. Is what y'all saying?
Hold on.
It's not like he just randomly.
Yeah, Big Punch. He did it with Shakur and Zepeda last year. He did.
He talked to their team. He said
he wanted that fight.
But the fight wasn't set in stone, though. It wasn't yet.
He said he wanted it, though.
This is not the
same. It was never announced. He just said he wanted the fight.
Was never announced. Yeah, Boots and Virgil was never announced neither. Remember,
all he said was he wanted it, though.
Hold on, Joseph. Remember last year the 5v5 thing?
Yeah.
And he said that Eddie and them agreed on his behalf, and Boots and them was like, they ain't even offering me that yet.
He said, but Eddie said he did agree to it.
Eddie said he did. Eddie said otherwise. That's his
remember
promoter.
they came back
between
and
them.
trying to make the fight at 147.
Yeah, but Eddie the same, but Shakur Stevenson said that Eddie a liar, because Shakur Stevenson said that he never told Eddie Hearn that he wasn't going after Gervonta Davis first and all that. But that's not what Eddie said, though.
Hey,
So Shakur said he a liar.
Y'all switching everything
That's
up.
not
Y'all
Turkey.
switching everything up. All I'm saying is if Turkey announce a fight, announce one, only way that is not really happening, they ain't got nothing to do with Turkey lying or none of that stuff, is if the fighter don't want to be at this weight class or he want to do this or whatever.
No, Rich, the part you missing, bro, I hear that part. The part you missing is saying he will announce that without getting it with the fighter already set in stone. You supposed to get it set in stone with the fighter first and then announce it.
I never seen him do that.
That doesn't happen, Dean.
I never saw him.
He did it already, y'all, with the 5v5 shit. He did it with Williams Zepeda and Shakur last year. He did it already.
No, he didn't. All he said was he wanted that.
He's done it several times. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all tripping. So y'all think? Hold on, time out. Y'all think I just made that up?
Yeah.
I never saw him do that. I never saw him do that.
He said he wanted Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney too.
Hold on. He announced a whole tournament with T.O., Devin Haney, Jerron Booth, and he said, bruh, he announced. He said it was going to be a whole.
I could think of one time when that did actually happen when the Boots versus Virgil fight was announced.
No, he talked to Eddie Hearn.
And guess what?
No, they put that out there. That was out there that they was going to fight or whatever.
Yeah, but that's not.
Guess what Eddie Hearn said? He said we thought it was going to be at 140, 147, and he said Virgil and then wanted at 154.
Bro, that whole situation was capped, bro.
Understanding with the fighter.
No, Turkey. I don't
That's
know why
what
y'all
it was.
Turkey.
That's what I'm saying. It's Turkey. Once Turkey put it set in stone, then your promoters and the fighters, that's when they want to do it. Oh, I don't want to fight him because of this. It ain't got nothing to do with Turkey.
It was really Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn gave the okay for Boots to fight without Boots actually giving the okay. But he felt he could do that because he was supposed to be, his promoter though.
How you announcing the fight? Nobody signed nothing, agreed to nothing, or nothing.
I feel like at the end of the day, Turkey.
He thought Boots wanted to smoke.
I feel like at the end of the day, man, Turkey really ain't.
Boots do want to smoke if you let Turkey tell it in November. That's how you know Turkey's a liar. Because let me ask y'all this.
Deem, am I tripping or are they up here really tripping? Are they really up here tripping, bro?
But you should check this out. I understand what 2 Cents said. She's always kept being consistent. And to a certain extent, I do agree with it. Like these fighters are their own entity, they own their own businesses. So you do have a right, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel a fight is worthy to take, or the finances, or whatever it be, you don't have to take it. And you shouldn't be called a duck. I think that's what she's trying to say.
He basically saying you're not a duck just for not taking a fight.
I never said that she wrong about these guys not taking a fight and all that stuff. I'm saying they got nothing to do with Turkey. If they don't want to take it at this time,
that's true.
Hold on. If they don't want to take it at this time because they pinky toe hurt or whatever the case may be, they got nothing to do with Turkey.
But what has to do with Turkey is him. Listen, Rich, you missing the point.
When he make the fight happen and when he put that shit up there or whatever, try to make it happen or whatever, and they say yeah they agree, and then they have some other excuse later on in life, that don't got shit to do with that, man. He tried his best on his end.
Do not announce nothing until it's all agreed upon and everything is done. Don't announce anything.
Agree to it though.
Don't do that because listen.
When you verbally agree, he put it out.
No, but he's not the only one who do that though. Usually stuff get announced before it gets signed, yo.
Me, Greg. What up? Perfect. Philly in the building.
I don't understand why Turkey you announcing these fights and saying these fights gonna happen and then they don't. People back out, people do this, people do that, and I'm like, how is all of this going on if the communication is good?
I still want to know what fight have been announced on Ring Matter.
Yeah, it ain't a whole lot of fights been back out.
Hey, yo, all right, hold on, y'all. Let me get to this. How many likes we got in the building? It's jumping in here. Everybody watching. My man Greg in here. If y'all have not went to go subscribe, like, go send super chat, cash apps, the whole nine. I want y'all to know my man Greg's in the building. Met Greg in real life. Greg is really who he betrayed to be on the cameras and all that. That's how Greg is in real life. I can contest to that. Shout out to my guy. It's y'all already know what it is, man. Like my guy Chris Trucker back in the building. But nah, man, listen here. Basically, at the end of the day, Turkey, I gotta give Turkey credit. Oh, Studio 4. Hold on, Greg. Who Thank Father Dave, y'all still here? Who gonna drop? Somebody drop ball for me so Greg can come up here.
Let me get some. I'm gonna just say something about the ducking talk and all that, and I'm gonna roll out so somebody else can come back up. I just wanted to give my opinion on what 2 Cents was talking about. That's all.
Go ahead, Chris. My guy.
So I agree with 2 Cents, right? And y'all kind of missing the point, right? I agree with what she's saying. Like, make sure everything is the business is already handled before you announce a fight. I mean, that's just simple. You know what I'm saying? Why would you announce a fight if the business is not already handled on both sides? You know what I'm saying? But when it becomes a duck, for me, my opinion, it becomes a duck when dudes start saying stuff like, I'm not gonna fight you because it is, and you ain't paying enough, and then they go take less money somewhere else. That's when it becomes a duck. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes, you refuse a fight on the grounds of something else, and then you contradict yourself and take another fight. You get what I'm saying? That's when it becomes a duck for me. It's not just merely, okay, I didn't take a fight that was offered to me. I mean, again, it's a business, okay? I do what I want to do. When you a boxer, you running your own business. You got your promoter, y'all doing business together. It might not make sense for you to take a fight at that particular time. But the problem with a lot of these fighters is that they don't want to take a fight, and instead of just saying, I don't want to fight the guy, they come out and cat and say, oh, this person's scared of me, but really they behind the scenes, they the one that's not taking the fight for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? So that's what when it becomes a duck. When you start capping, when you start saying it's because it is, it's because of that. If you don't want to take a fight, just say you don't want to take it, and don't go on a interview tour trying to explain to us 100 reasons why you don't want to take a fight, other than the fact you just don't want to take the fight. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, facts, Chris. I agree.
That's my take on it. That's all.
I got you.
All right, Chris, yo, bro, you already know you my guy, bro. Hit me up, bro. Hit my phone. You hear me?
All right, man.
All right, Brody.
Hey, Dean, I got a question. I got a question.
Yo, Greg, hold on, y'all. Yo, okay. Greg, if you still listening, I'm about to post the joint. Chris just dropped off. You can hop up here. Plus, I want to ask Greg something too. Greg, I need to ask you something, big dog. But we'll talk when you get up here. Go ahead, Brody.
Hey, so the two rich Dean. So I got a question for. I know y'all say that Norman duck boots, all right. That's not my thought. I say it's not Boots, it's not Norman, it's Eddie Hearn, right? But we ain't got to go through all that. But the problem I got, what I would like to get your opinion on is this: the contract was offered to Norman. He said, "I'll agree to it, but I'm not going to sign it to after the fight." They wanted the contract signed before the Sasaki fight. That means the fight will have to happen after the Sasaki fight, right? Okay, we know if Brian Norman doesn't sign the contract and he beats Sasaki, we know the price going up. I get that part. We know the price going up. But my point is the day before the fight to say, oh, no, we're moving up because we're now 100% at 147. Well, if Norman would have signed the contract, were you going to be 100% then? I don't understand how the logic and saying, well, I can't make the weight no more because the doctor said this, but you wanted him to sign the contract. What if Norman signed the contract?
That's a real question right there.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Rich. He never said he couldn't make 147 no more. He said that he wasn't at his optimal weight fighting at 147 because he already been there 10 years. But he definitely would afford that 147 again if Brian Norman Jr. would have signed the contract. They already knew that Brian Norman Jr. and them was BSing because they've been BSing. So I'm not about to play these back and forth games. It's no different. It's no different too, Rich, than when a girl keep telling you she gonna come through. Then next week you hit her up. She says she gonna come through the third time if she was serious or not. You don't care about that point. I'm not even going to ask you. You going to come through? Yeah, whatever. Vanessa coming through the back door. I'm not waiting for that, okay? You done told me twice already you was coming over and you ain't slide through, so I'm good. All right? That's that. Just think of it in that aspect. Hold on, y'all. Now, everybody be quiet. We got my man Greg in the Philly in the building. Got my man Greg in the building. Please like, share, and subscribe. One of the best boxing channels on YouTube, hands down. Definitely one of the most entertaining. And we got my man, Manager Marty, in here. I mean, the business of boxing, the education. You know, y'all can hate on my guy, but he's probably the most influential YouTube channel out here. I don't know nobody else giving this much game and information about boxing. Greg, what up, my guy?
What's the deal, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? I'm just stopping by.
What's going on?
Hey, Greg, you gonna like this. I'm perfect.
What's the deal? How y'all feeling?
Hey, Greg, man, I wanted to ask you this, Greg. They talking about, well, I got two things I want to ask you, Greg. Did you see that sparring video of Abdullah Mason and kidaustin? Greg, you there?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Did you see that sparring footage of Abdullah Mason and kidaustin?
Yeah, I watched it 3 times.
Okay. This is what happened when people be running their mouth. You mean he was talking about you just ran through the boy. What's your thoughts on that, Greg?
I mean, that's part of the hype now. You know what I mean? Sometimes people forget that guys got footage and shit like that, and they get away with saying shit, you know, for a little while until somebody drops some footage. I think he was only doing it to hype it up. But now I see why he went to 2.5 to fight him.
I said the same thing. Greg, I got another question for you. I got 2 more questions for you, and I'm gonna ask Manager Marty the same exact things. Brian Norman Sr., I know you saw him and Bill going at it, right? And he was telling Bill to stop using Jerron Booth in his name to duck out of this fight with his son, right? But I noticed every day since on Mill City that he just keep mentioning Jerron Boots in his name. So much so, Greg, that he out here talking about Boots. He can't wait for Boots to be the undercard to his fight. So I just want to know what's your thoughts, Greg, on him telling Bill to do something that he ain't doing himself.
Again, you know what I mean? It's all for the build up. It's all for the hype. I mean, they gonna use whoever name they can use because that's the name of the game now. Clout. You know what I mean? I really wasn't a fan of that word, but it's a real thing. And I feel like these guys is just looking for advantage, and they also looking for people just to believe the shit they be saying. You know what I mean? Because there's no real reason to get on here and preaching every day. You only trying to convince the choir. You know what I mean? That you the guy, and you got the guy and all that. But really, the only real way to prove it, man, is to get in the ring.
100%. Now, Greg, another question. This is my last one for you. Then I'm gonna go to Manager Marty. Greg, I appreciate you coming up here showing me love, my God, truly. What about Brian Norman Sr. talking about Jerron Boots Ennis? So he can't wait for Jerron Boots Ennis to be the undercard to his Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney fight. What's your thoughts on Jerron Ennis? Is it a bad move if Jerron takes that fight and be the undercard? How do you look at that whole situation if it's true what Senior is saying?
Well, the fact, to me, if you think about the matchups, Virgil and Boots is the one we want. We didn't know we was gonna get Haney
Haney and
Norman. Yep.
and Norman. We didn't know we was gonna get that, but we are intrigued about that fight. And I don't really see Boots and them being second to that. You know what I mean? Simply
Me either.
because the fight has been being juiced a little longer than him and Haney. So I don't know.
That's
I
my
don't
guy.
think that's the fight though, Greg. I don't think that Boots would be fighting Virgil, would he? If they was
No,
fighting, because
that was what he was talking about in November. Turkey hasn't said any. The only card he could be talking about is that, because Turkey said that's the fight he's trying to put on in November for Boots and for
but,
Jerron, and it's his version.
but I thought Robert Garcia was saying Virgil will be back in December.
Man, we listen. Robert Garcia been saying a lot. He's been saying they could be ready by October. Who knows? They can't been saying a lot that ain't been adding up. But we'll see.
Yo, if
Frequently.
that
Shit,
happens, that's a
it's all
nasty
cap
card,
anyway,
bro.
because they
That
just
card is fire. If
announced the
that happens.
Abdullah fight, and it says on the David Benavidez and Anthony Yard on the card. So
Also, it might
Benavidez
be
and
two
Yard is the
cards.
main event.
Yo, Dean, if
Hold on, y'all. Let me get the manager Marty. He been waiting. Manager Marty, what's the deal, my guy? What's up, big dog?
Roll the tape. What
Roll
it
the
do?
tape.
I feel like I'm home. I feel like my man G Hack in the building.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel home, man. Philly in the building. My people up here. I see 2 cents up here. Salute. These other two guys, they scared to come on my channel. Hack. What's this dude name up there?
Boxer Hacker and
Boxer Hacker
don't
Frequency.
ever
and
say that.
Frequency. Yeah,
Don't,
they scared.
don't
They
Come
scared to
ever
on,
come
say
up
bro.
here.
that, brother.
You know he don't
You know
even
you
let
can
me
never.
on his
No,
panel,
I
bro.
got a phone call and I heard y'all two brothers was up here. Huh?
Greg,
Somebody
go on
background.
mute real quick, Greg. Greg, go on mute real quick.
All right, I got y'all. My bad.
Who that you, Greg? No, it's all good. What was you saying, Manager Marty?
No, salute to everybody on the panel. Sometimes I be asking people to come on my channel. They won't come up. Like certain people like Floyd Schofield Sr., Brian Norman Sr., Bill Haney, Boxing Hacker, Frequency. So
Don't
from now
ever call
on,
when they.
what
Let
I'm
them
gonna start
talk.
doing. No, hold up. What I'm gonna start doing is invading other people's channel that they on, and then I'm gonna come see them that way. I
Are you
think that's
calling
good.
me out, Manager Marty?
Huh? Huh?
You
Nah, he.
calling me out? I'm here. Auntie Scho is here.
You don't want no work. I'm still waiting for your lawsuit, sucker.
I'm still waiting for his
your
lawsuit too.
Yeah, but I ain't come up here to start nothing. This is Dean channel. I appreciate you having me on, Dean. What's good? I'm up late, man. What's going on?
Manager Marty, man, where you been at? Man, I've been listening, Manager Marty. I've been needing you out here, brother. I've been needing you out here. Greg been out here holding it down late night, falling asleep on the couch. I've been needing you out here.
No, I'm here, man. My schedule been a little bit hectic, man. My son and I, little Marty, we share the same birthday, so we've been out. For the whole week. I'm back in Philly now. Everything cool now. Got a couple properties in Philly, so I'll be just moving around. I still work, so my schedule been a little bit hectic, but I'll be back starting tomorrow because I got some breaking news for everybody tomorrow morning about Floyd Schofield Jr. Got some real breaking news for y'all. Yeah. Nobody ain't talk about it. I guess people didn't know, but I'm gonna break it down tomorrow. But anyway,
I can't wait.
What we talking about? What's up? Where we
It
at?
better be some real information.
You about to tell us he on snack?
He got pimples on his back.
Hey, Manager
Hey,
Marty, I
I got a
wanted to
question.
ask you:
Hey,
Did you
did
see the
Benavidez been a
footage?
knee?
Did you see the footage, Manager Marty, of Abdullah Mason and Kid Austin sparring session? Because Aunty Scho came out here and said how his son just ran through Abdullah Mason, made him quit, and all of these things. Did you see the sparring footage? Was you able to lay your eyes on that yet?
I saw the sparring footage twice, actually. And I also saw the other footage. The one where Floyd Schofield Sr. choke slammed that lady. Yeah, that footage. And he running around on
That lawsuit coming, Marty. You better be careful.
Yeah, I know. But this is my thing though about the footage, both footages. Let's start with the Floyd Schofield Sr. footage when he choke slammed the lady and said he's gonna blow her effing head off. Here's the thing. He's running around on thousands and thousands of social media platforms on YouTube in the boxing community, on YouTube channel after YouTube channel. I'm just trying to figure out how he keep getting all this publicity. Nobody's asking the questions or holding him accountable what happened 7 months ago. I'm just saying, when is it cool for a guy to get comfortable walking around on YouTube and he's beating up on women? Because when Tank Davis gripped that girl up at the basketball game, there's a couple, YouTube channels that was running Tank Davis to the ground.
Oh, they was, Manager Marty.
Huh?
I said they was. I've been asking the same questions, but I haven't got an answer yet, Manager Marty. I haven't gotten the answer yet.
Yeah. And speaking of the other footage, I was waiting for the part where Kid Austin ran through Kid Austin ran through Abdullah Mason. Because Floyd Sr. do a lot of talking. That's why I watched it twice to make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't see what he was talking about. I'm still waiting to see. Maybe it's the second video out there. But maybe the footage that I saw, Abdullah Mason looked real sharp in that video.
And how do you feel, Manager Marty? I'm glad that you brought that up about all of these fakes that was before Gervonta Davis was found guilty or not guilty, how they was talking about the man taxes and foreclosures. But Devin Haney have a situation out here. Nobody talk about it. They act like it didn't happen. And then Floyd Schofield's out here being very comfortable, talking about you was my girl, girl, doing those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he hypnotizing his son and all of that type of stuff. So it's something we need answers, as you would normally say, Manager Marty.
Well, can I say this, Dean?
Go ahead, say whatever you need to.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. I know what that was about. I'm not accusing Devin Haney of pushing that girl, but he grabbed her phone and he saw my name in it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all. He saw my name in it. He saw my name in it. He told the girl, he said, "Where you know Manager Marty from?" That nigga got mad and saw my name in it. That what happened.
Oh, the snack program works.
Yeah. But no, let me stop, man. But anyway, what was your I'm tripping.
I was gonna ask you this, Manager Marty. How do you feel about Brian? I got two questions. I'm asking you them both at the same time, so I want you to cook on this. How do you feel about Brian Norman Sr. trying to expose Bill Haney, talking about Bill, stop using Jerron Ennis as an excuse or keep using his name. He went on to 154, let that be. But everything he's done since, trying to expose Bill for doing that, he's been mentioning Jerron Ennis in every Mill City boxing interview I have seen, and I have done the research, Manager Marty. I've learned that from you to make sure that I do my research. And he's been mentioning Jerron Ennis' name so much so, Manager Marty, that he is excited and hoping that Jerron Ennis bees on the undercard of him versus Brian, his son versus Devin Haney. So how do you feel about both of those things, Manager Marty? Talk to me.
Well, number one, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again on your platform. I believe the reason why Brian Norman Sr. keeps bringing up Boots' name is because Brian Norman Sr., he doesn't want his son, Brian Norman Jr., to fight Boots. Brian Norman Sr., he wants to fight Boots through his son, Brian Norman Jr. so that's why he won't stop saying Boots' name, in my opinion. And with that being said, it's very simple. If Boots moved up to the 154-pound division and both of the belts are vacated, if I was managing Brian Norman Jr., no disrespect to Devin Haney, but we know that Devin Haney is a naturally smaller guy with a softer chin, and there's no incentive for Brian Norman Jr. to fight and win against Devin Haney. Yes, Devin Haney is a name that has more notoriety than Brian Norman Jr., but there's no incentive. In fact, the two biggest incentives right now is to go and fight for the unified titles, because the people that are ranked in the division in the top 10 who is eligible to challenge for the world title, none of them, in my opinion, can beat Brian Norman Jr. So it's an easy lick for both titles within the next 8 months. That's what I would do if I was managing. And the reason why I'm saying that and standing on that is because the whole time him and his dad, particularly his dad, was running around on YouTube since last fall talking about how much they wanted to fight Boots to be unified. Well, Boots is not here anymore in the division. So why not pursue your goal of being unified? Want to know why? Because that wasn't the goal in the first place. They had no intentions of fighting Boots, and I have proof of that, and I'm standing on that. And I think that it's easier to use Boots' name over and over and over again because Boots has more notoriety than all of them. It's unfortunate to me when I think about Brian Norman Sr., and by the way, he was just in my comments section yesterday, being very disrespectful to me, talking about I don't know the business of boxing and all of this. And I've been calling him out for 3 months. But the bottom line is that Brian Norman Jr. has 2 managers and a promoter, and they still got to wait with their hand out for Turkey to do something for them. That goes to show you right there that I know more about the business of boxing than both his managers put together and both father and son. And my thing is, if you really wanted to be unified, the belts are vacated right now. It's easy to go pursue those 2 titles the next 8 months, and then 4 months later, which is 1 year in total, guess what? Go fight the winner of Pacquiao and Barrios. And if I'm his manager, we want Pacquiao to win and beat Barrios because it's a big payday at the end of the year. And then when we beat Pacquiao another year later, guess what? In 2026, my client Brian Norman Jr. will have all 3 of the major world titles in the welterweight division. And that's just me, but they're going to go fight Devin Haney. It is going to be an entertaining fight until Devin Haney get hit with a left hook. And then to me, I think it's going to be over from there. But I applaud Devin Haney for even accepting that fight against a bigger, stronger guy. But listen, as I always say, the snack program works. And I'm going to leave you all with this. I'm going to stay up here for a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out, and I hope Brian Norman Sr. is listening because I have a question for him. And I circled the bumps on my channel. And if y'all were here, remember after a half hour after he knocked out Sasaki, what was those bumps on him? I'm just trying to figure out where he get all his one-punch knockout power. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
There we go, buddy.
Yo, you know what though, manager? I agree with a lot of that stuff that you were saying about what Brian Norman Jr. should do. You know, I think he should have went for those belts. You know, and took the winner of Manny Pacquiao and Barrios because I think he messed up, man, fighting Devin. Devin gonna beat him, and so I think he would have been better off fighting them to get the belts
Frequent, why
rather
are you
than
so
losing
confident
to
that Devin gonna
Devin
beat him?
without instead of losing to Devin while Devin don't got no belt. But Devin gonna take his belt.
Don't you think frequent that Brian Norman took this fight because he don't think he's going to lose to Devin? Why are y'all so confident that Devin going to win?
I think Brian Norman Jr. took the fight because he looking at Devin like he wounded or something because you know because he saw what happened with Ryan Garcia. And, you know, he saw the Ramirez fight, so he probably thinking that he saw something like Mikey Garcia or something. But it's going to be bad for him, man.
It's going to be bad for him, frequent. It's going to be bad
for him, bro.
It's bad for nobody that fight
Devin ain't no Nagasaki or whoever the dude was from the Extra in the Godzilla movie. He ain't that dude, bro.
Devin's still having nightmares of that Ryan Garcia left hook, man. The guy's gunshot.
Tell him, Manager Marty, the snack program worked good.
Manager Marty.
It's hard to say that it's going to be an easy fight for Devin because one thing we know about Brian Norman Jr., if he don't respect your power, it's really nothing else you can do to stop him in his onslaught. I mean, the guy, Jin Sasaki, to me, in my opinion, he hits harder than Devin Haney. And I'm not trying to make, you know, the situation that he's accused of being in with that girl any more worse. But, you know, I want to joke about it because, you know, domestic violence is not good. But I'm just going to tell a girl like this when she called me. Because, you know, hey, Crown Jewel is in the chat. What's up, Crown Jewel?
Bro, what any of that got to do with boxing, bro?
No, what I'm trying to know, hear me out, man.
I'm saying that he's talking all this extra stuff that don't got nothing to do with boxing.
No, I'm trying to tell you something about Devin Haney and his power. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because the girl had my name in her phone. That would Devin mad at. That he mad because he saw my name in the phone. Now what I'm saying to the
that's
girl
cute and everything, Manager.
Frequent, listen to me, Frequent. All I'm saying is this: is no point for the girl to complain. Now, let's say he did push the girl. He ain't hurt the girl. Devin Haney ain't even hurt the man at the carnival. He ain't hurting nobody. And he ain't gonna hurt Brian Norman Jr. That's why he gonna get knocked out.
Hold on.
That's
It's gonna hurt to lose that belt like that, bro. He basically stepped out of some boots and stepped on a bear trap. That's what he did.
Hold on. Let's stay right there. If Devin couldn't hurt the chubby Mexican at the carnival, what make y'all think he about to hurt Brian Norman Jr.?
Hurting somebody ain't the only way to take somebody's belt, bro. He gonna be hurt that his belt gonna get taken. His career gonna be hurt.
Listen, the man at the carnival. Hey, too rich. The man at the carnival. To my understanding, the man at the carnival.
Your feedback, bro. Your feedback
too rich. Your feedback. Hold on. Go ahead, Manager Marty.
The man at the carnival, and I could be wrong, but he don't look familiar to me. The man at the carnival didn't look like a professional athlete to me. And I mean, the guy still was standing. I mean, and Devin hit him with his best punch. I seen that look in his eye. And he didn't hurt the guy. And he's not even a professional fighter.
Devin ain't even laying a punch on him, dude. Come on, bro.
He connected.
He connected. Stop taking it on the man.
Favorite Devin, though. Las Vegas
Marty, I don't know if Devin wins, you're gonna give him props, right?
2 cents. What up?
Y'all said why Vegas
Vegas ain't dumb enough to go against Devin in this fight right here.
And Vegas get it wrong all the time. If you bet on football, you know Vegas get it wrong all the time.
Boxer Hacker, you had a question for me?
Yeah, if Devin wins, I hope you give him his props. Don't come up here talking about that he had pimples on his back. Don't be like, we need answers. If Devin wins this fight,
pimples on his back is diabolical, bro.
Give him his
what
props,
you mean by that?
I don't want to hear.
Why are you looking at another man's back, bro? You looking at his back, bro? They should have had you on trial, not Diddy.
Just give him his props. That's all I want to hear.
You said give him what?
Give him if Devin wins, because you think he's gonna lose, right? If he wins, I want you to give him his props. Don't come up here talking about I saw a pimple on his back. What snack program we need? Nobody wants to hear that. Just
the snack program.
You know he ain't gonna do that, bro. Come on now.
No. Okay, I'll confess. I'll do it right now. I'll come out on public record and I will say it. Y'all ready?
Here we go.
If Devin get back up from getting knocked down, I give him credit for having heart. That's about it.
What if he wins?
Huh?
What if he wins?
Shit, the snack program worked. Like I've been telling you niggas.
Yeah, the snack program do work.
Hey man, it's somebody. Yeah, what's up, man?
That ain't give him no power yet. Oh shit! His baby mama know he ain't got no power.
This gotta be the most entertaining show on YouTube, because Aunty Scho makes what the likes looking like, y'all. This is the best boxing show, hands down. Hit that like button. Send them super chats.
The only reason why I'm coming out telling y'all,
Manager Marty, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. It's like, go ahead.
You won't be the first one. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm coming out saying that it was
you coming out the closet?
Huh?
Frequent. Don't do that. Go ahead, Manager Marty. Don't do that. Don't disrespect.
No.
I thought he was about to come out right here on the panel.
No, huh?
Frequent. Chill, bro.
Go ahead, Bad Marty.
No, I was just saying the only reason, this is what's making me so confident of coming out telling everybody that the reason why Devin Haney's in this situation with his ex-girl or his ex-wife is because my name is in the phone. The reason why I can say that, because Devin Haney can't hurt me. Even if he hit me with his best punch, he can't hurt me. So I don't have to run, is what I'm saying.
I keep saying, man, boxing is all about power, y'all. Y'all be thinking power is the only way you win.
That's how Tank fans think, man. They think power is everything, bro.
No. I'm not saying power. No. I'm not saying power is what it is. Is Devin Haney Devin Haney, when he gets in there and he fight guys that are his size, his age, not older than him, not smaller than him, he doesn't compete the same. Like he's a different fighter.
You forgot the Ostarine part.
Oh my God!
Here we go.
Who? Wait, time out. Who had Ostarine? Jose Ramirez? I forgot. Jose Ramirez. Okay, hold up.
Come on, man. You know.
Jose Ramirez. No, this is breaking news. This is breaking news. Jose Ramirez.
That weird narrative about he only fights older people older than him. The people he was fighting was like top fighters. Who is he supposed to fight? 135.
No. Hold up. I just heard.
Like he tried to fight Teo said no. He tried to fight Robert Easter. Robert Easter said no.
No problem.
Like, but this is trying to fight.
You got to give Blood the end of the snack program, right, man?
No. This is breaking news.
Can I say something when y'all done real quick?
Jose Ramirez.
Yes, 2 cents.
I got you 2 cents. Jose Ramirez didn't have any Ostarine in his system that we know of.
He lost every single round.
And that didn't
let him
stop
finish.
Hold up. And that didn't stop Devin Haney from landing only 70-something punches in the 12-round fight after running.
And he won 11 rounds out of 12, man, Jamarty.
No, you forgot the 70 punches in the face. You gotta specify.
And he didn't hurt the guy. He never hurt him.
Who cares? The guy went home sad because he lost.
That's a great point. He didn't hurt Jose Ramirez. How the hell?
He ain't hurt him. He just went in the ambulance to get checked out. That's all.
All the fighters went in the ambulance.
Hold on, I gotta let 2 cents go, but let me get to this super chat real quick. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get to these couple super chats real quick.
I'm gonna change the subject real quick.
Isaiah Wynn, top fighters past 30 plus, right? Cool. NHA said, hold on, boxing hacker. It ain't your turn yet. Hold on, we getting this money. Dean, the rest of the panel, I'm not reading that part. Y'all have a great rest of the night and stay safe. My man, Manager Marty, ain't no hater, bro. He give his perspective and he give how he feel. I respect it, bro. That's my guy. John Wick, hold on. Damn, boxing hacker, hold up, brother. Hold on. John Wick with the 2-piece. Mason putting that stuff together. Bull was shook 100%. Go ahead, 2 cents.
This one, I'm gonna change the subject from boxing hacker favorite topic real quick. But earlier when y'all were talking about that Abdullah Mason Floyd Schofield sparring, I hadn't seen it, but I just watched it, and I want to say this, right? Do I think Floyd Schofield and Abdullah Mason on the same level? No, I don't. But I will say I don't know how old this sparring is, but it looks like Floyd Schofield got some things he needs to work on in this sparring session, and it looks like he's worked on some of these things. You can't really take a look at a sparring session and really determine how good a fighter is or how they will perform in a fight because it's sparring. So
but 2 cents. The reason why I get blown up because that's not what his dad said. His dad ain't say that. His dad said when they sparred, he ran through Abdullah Mason, and Abdullah Mason is younger than Kid Austin. So whenever that sparring was, Abdullah was Kid Austin was the older prospect. So he said his son ran through Abdullah, stopped him. It was easy work, and what we saw, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
That wasn't a but Kid Schofield is catching Abdullah, but I mean, Kid Schofield looked real amateur in this sparring. He doing a lot of
almost.
He reaching, he lunging, he dipping his head down. He's
because 2 cents. Think about this.
Like you said, that was a long time ago, though. 2 cents.
Hold on, frequent. Think about this, 2 cents. Abdullah Mason has also worked on that stuff since the sparring session. Him too.
Absolutely, but let me say this from experience. I've taken my son to a gym, and he's sparring people, and he's getting his ass whooped. Fast forward, they don't want to spar him no more.
Yeah,
but the significance is the fact that his dad was saying that he ran through him and he hurt him and he stopped him and all of that, and you know, like Dean said, that was a lie. You know, that's not really what happened.
I think it'll be interesting. If they fight today, it'll be a really interesting fight.
It'll definitely be an interesting fight. I have Abdullah Mason because I saw what I needed. Because
he's catching Abdullah, y'all.
And then think about this though. This is the other point. I saw his last fight, 2 cents. Forget what he did to Tevin Farmer in 1 round. I saw his last fight with Garan. So whatever he worked on, he still got a lot he needs to work on. Because I'm not all the way convinced from that last fight that you just because we didn't even get the chance to see it. You knocked out Tevin Farmer so fast.
Well, wait, are you saying it correctly? 2 cents, because you just said he was catching Abdullah. Did you mean to say the other? No, Abdullah was catching him.
I'm watching him catch Abdullah in the fight. He caught him a few times, y'all.
Hey, I did the same thing.
I didn't see
saw
that.
him catch him. He caught him.
I saw him run into a stiff jab like twice and snap his head back. I saw him he didn't take a knee, but I saw him get knocked down from a check hook.
He was off
by Abdullah Mason. Yeah, that's still a drop. If somebody catch you with a check hook and you touch the ground, that means you got dropped.
It was like
Abdullah was out boxing, but Floyd caught him. And all I'm saying is Floyd is not a boxer. He need to catch you with one good shot and then go ham, go stupid. You see what I'm saying? That's his style. That's what's gonna beat
Abdullah Mason get dropped. So that's a good point.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is 2 cents. I don't care about breaking the sparring footage down. Part I care about is his daddy's a damn liar, and we caught it in 4K, and he hypnotizes his son. So now I know 2 cents that Devin. He hypnotizes his son. Now I know because 2 cents. Because 2 cents, it's an even bigger issue because he lied on the Abdullah Mason thing. But he said that what Shakur and Devin and Tank was saying about sparring ain't happened either. That's the point. His credibility is in question. That's what we clowning. Because Shakur said that they made him take a poop on himself. Devin said they had to kick him out of the gym. He was so trash. And Gervonta Davis, we already know how that went. So I just want to see everybody else because this is the one thing everybody has agreed on. So now I know why you, because the thing about it, 2 cents, if he was so confident, why you want 2.5 million to fight Abdullah then? You ain't take 2.5 million to fight Tevin Farmer. We see why. And he said 2 cents, and this is how people tell half truths. And he said 2 cents, oh yeah, we was in there and I told Kidaustin to work on his defense. I bet you did from what we saw. Yeah, he did need to work on his defense. 100%. That was the truth. That part was the truth. You probably did tell him to work on his defense because he needed to.
So what y'all see happening if they fight though? Abdullah Mason and Kidaustin.
Just leaning in, reaching in. Shit, this is offense he need to work on, getting his head off the line.
Like real rap. How I see it going, I got Abdullah Mason. Listen.
Yeah.
Kidaustin is forbidden fruit right now. Because I seen the Garan fight, but then I seen what he just did to Tevin Farmer. But I think he's closer to what he did to Garan. I think he's closer to the Garan fight than he is to what he did to Tevin Farmer. So if you asking me what Floyd, I don't think he's going to do that the Abdullah Mason in the first round and do all of that. So if y'all asking me how I think it's going to go, I got Abdullah Mason probably either winning unanimous decision or stopping him late.
Yeah, Kid is that
You don't give him a chance. You don't give him a chance to stop Abdullah.
Absolutely, he got a chance because I see he's powerful. He's powerful, and I seen Abdullah Cheney. I seen Abdullah Mason go down twice by no name for real.
Yeah, he just got caught. He got caught slipping. That's all that was.
Distracted by a haircut. The haircut distracted him.
Yeah, he got clipped, but he got clipped twice though. See, the first time I could just chalk it off as, oh, he just got clipped, but he got clipped again. So that means that's your chin. You got clipped back to back. That wasn't no coincidence.
No, it was in between punches though. Both times it was in between punches.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? They said Floyd Schofield, Timu, Sean Porter. But listen, I just read something that say pro boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. arrested, deported by ICE over cartel connections.
Yep, that's true.
That's wild. I just read that. Wow.
Well, Jake Paul and them is a snake, though. And the United States, they go to show you that the United States is an absolute joke because 2 cents. It's on Netflix. The whole world knew he was in America and about to fight. Y'all didn't pick him up before. Y'all didn't pick him up just miraculously a week after he fight. Now y'all want to pick him up. United States is a joke.
Hey, man, don't say that too
Waiting
loud.
for him to get a payday, then lock him up.
Oh,
They come
so
in there. They probably
think
got a
about it,
couple of
David. Why you
cousins
ain't lock
too.
him up at the fight? Y'all knew where he was at.
There's too much money out there, brother.
They knew where he was at the whole time.
Y'all knew where he was at.
They wanted to give him a chance to collect all that bread that they could take from him.
And that just goes to show you
You
how
know, when you get
crazy.
locked up for stuff like that, they seize your assets and take your bread.
Yeah,
nasty work, brother. He had a
Wow,
warrant in Mexico, a crown jewel, and I'm pretty sure they knew that before he stepped in the ring with Jake Paul.
Well, why did he even do that then? Like he didn't think nothing was gonna happen to him. I don't understand why you so public if you on the run.
He probably thought he was a star. You know, when you think you're a star, you probably think
untouchable.
That shit about to happen. But that shit is crazy, man.
Hey, KOI, is this Aunty Scho, bro? You've been putting a lot of pro kidaustin stuff in. Is you Aunty Scho? Hit the link, bro. I need to hear your voice.
Imagine what.
Hey, no, this how you expose people. I'm about to put the link in the chat. I need you to come up here. I need to hear your voice to know that you're not a burner account. I got a funny suspicion you somebody in Floyd Schofield's camp. I don't know why I got that suspicion. Maybe I'm tripping, but I do know that his dad and them watch my channel. I do know
It might
that
be
for a
him though.
fact.
It might be Kid.
All these boxing dads be out here cap. If Flyer Frequency, Johnson bounce on Bill Haney, then we can give Auntie Scho and let him cap just like all these other boxing dads out here cap.
But boxing moms be capping too sometimes though.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let me ask you a question.
You got a boxing mom.
Cut it out, man. Say Bennett say boxing moms.
Oh, you trying to take a shot at 2 Cent? Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
trying to take a shot at 2 Cent. Don't cut it out, man.
Do y'all
Leave 2 Cent
consider
alone,
David
y'all,
Bennett
for
be there
real.
better than me?
Hold on, y'all. Hey, Key, is that Key Alexandra? They don't seem like Key Alexandra. Show your face, my guy, or Mrs. If that's Key, just real quick, and I'll put you back. I'll put you on. Oh, all right. Say no more. Go. There we go. Oh, there go the queen. Hey, y'all. I want to tell y'all this right now. Y'all address her as Dr. Alexandra right now. You understand? Don't nobody cut her off or nothing. Y'all keep y'all mouth shut, too. Saying I ain't talking to you, queen. Y'all
The
address
first
her as
lady of the
Dr.
Halos
Alexandra.
clan.
All right.
What up, Key?
Oh my God. No, you
The
don't
Halos
definitely
clan.
don't. And I really appreciate you. If y'all hear stuff going off in the background, they are lighting the sky up. So my apologies. It's not me. We don't do our fireworks until tomorrow. So I just want to let y'all know. Shout out to the panel. You guys been cooking. And I'm not the Hanos clan frequent.
What you got
But
a AK? You about to bust the AK tomorrow?
no, we got them
That's
big
what you was talking
boys.
about. I thought
Every
you
year,
DC.
we get the big boys. We get the the ones that you feel me make it sound like it's bombs over Baghdad. You feel me? So
M80s.
we line them up tomorrow. We do it every year. It's a ritual. But we don't do it for the 4th of July. We do it for everybody, all of our loved ones and families that we have lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's more sort of a celebration. But shout out to you guys. I don't want to change the topic and I'm sorry, but I have a question for y'all.
Talk, Key.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I got a question. So, one of the things that was posed the other day was, is this, cuz I heard y'all talking about Shakur. Is this a make or break for Shakur with Zapata? Now, hear me out with this, y'all. I feel like the pressure because of everything that Shakur has been saying that is on him. And I'm sorry, I do have Shakur beating Zapata. But
Me too.
the thing is is this a make or break for him with his career? Like that's my question to y'all. Like, is this something, because with Farmer, how he got destroyed, that says a lot about Zapata's credibility. So I feel like the pressure is not really on him. But with Shakur fighting a person that throws 17,000 punches per round. You feel me? You
But
know,
what
I
you
think,
saying?
and
If he
then
lose though, is
I'm
it?
thinking regardless if he win or lose, because we know that even if you win, it could be an ugly win. Look at what Devin is going through.
Yep.
So even if he loses, and it's the way, I mean, even if he wins, it's the way that he wins that people will either prop it up or tear it down. So
I think I
is
got
the
your answer,
pressure?
T.
Is the no? But I still want to know, like, is it
I think
warranted?
he has
No,
to
Is it
perform.
warranted though,
No,
friend?
no,
Is
no.
it warranted?
no, I don't think so.
Is it warrant? I think he has to perform.
Yep.
And it's because people are starving. Like that's what they want from him. This is what's being demanded of him. I mean, I don't whether it's warranted or not. At this point, this is what the market is asking for. Like, put on a good performance. We don't want you to just win. We want to see you display all the skills we know you got. You feel what I'm saying? Like we want to see you like how you looked at 130. We want to see Heron Shakur. We want to see Valdez Shakur. We want to see you destroy somebody.
But it ain't
Because
gonna happen.
not because we just want that, because you've been saying you can give us that. And you haven't been able to. You this fight, this was going on. You had this going on. Yeah, you stopped Hadley, but the fight was on short notice. So that didn't really give the market what they wanted either. You get what I'm saying? So now they feel like
I feel
Zapata
you.
is a style that could overcome your style, and they want to see how you overcome that and not just win. They want you to perform
So
and
But
win and
what
you
if
know
it's
what I'm
like
saying?
a De Los Santos? What if Queen? What if it's like a De Los
as
Santos
long as you
gig
win,
where?
that's what matters. So look at so you mentioned Devin
But
Haney, right?
we can't say that no more,
But
But
boxing hackers,
wait,
because
but
that's
they
you
what I'm
literally
saying.
got
If
it.
he
Hold
remember
on,
you
no,
Hacker.
just mentioned
Before you
Devin,
say
right?
that though,
You mentioned
before you
Devin, but
say that
Devin's
though,
not.
we know
Hey,
that
y'all better
Shakur
stop cutting the
hands.
ladies off.
Yeah, my bad.
We know Shakur hands is healthy now though, right? So I don't think we're
I
gonna
mean,
see
there's always
We
another De
don't
Los
know
Santos
nothing.
fight.
We don't know
yeah,
that. We
yeah.
don't know nothing.
No,
We
didn't he
thought his
just
hands
say?
was
Didn't he
healthy during
just
the
say
De Los
that?
Santos
I
fight.
don't care what he said. I don't know nothing. He said that his last couple. He been asked about his hands his last couple fights, and right before every fight, he say his hands is okay. I don't
Yep.
know nothing.
Hey, Key. So
Yeah, I
look at it
sure
this way,
do.
right? You mentioned the Devin Haney fight, right? You felt like the
Correct.
Devin Haney fight wasn't, got bad press, right? But look at Devin Haney now. He's in a bigger fight, and
Boxing
Dave Van
hacker,
Vliet
no, no,
is
stop right there.
apparent.
Boxing hacker, he is in a bigger fight. He is most of the reason why they are in this fight is surrounded by Jerron Boots in this, and I'm not even about to go
Yeah,
get into it,
yeah,
but
that's
about why.
fine. But
let
he
me
was
But
say
also
something to
about to fight
Hacker. Let me
Tio
say
as
something to
well.
Hacker.
No, wait, no, hold on.
Hacker.
Let me just speak. Let me just speak real quick. He was also about to fight Tio as well. Like, so this whole thing narrative of like, oh, he was a bad fight. He, well, yeah, he still got
Dang,
the win, and because he got the win, he ends up going forward in his career. I mean, getting lost always hurts people in their career, but is it that bad if Shakur gets a loss? Not really. Shakur's a multi-division champion.
yes,
Like,
it is. Boxing hacker is definitely
if he
bad
lose,
if he get a
if
loss.
no matter how we feel about Shakur, right? Even if he has a bad performance, if he wins, he moves forward in his career.
But let me
Just
say
like
this.
Devin
Let me
moved.
say this.
Devin
Let me
had a
respond to
fight where
Boxer.
people were saying it's the worst fight they've seen, and he's literally and Dave Benavidez is probably going to be on his undercard or his co-main. Think about
Y'all
that.
silly. Y'all silly.
They
No, just
might be
think
putting
about
that on
that.
a whole nother card, boxing hacker. I
They
think David
might,
Benavidez getting his own card.
but just think of the concept itself. Like to think that this guy that you all said was so boring is now probably going to main event a big card in November.
He not.
No,
Go
all
ahead,
that matters
Toussaint.
is you winning
it's
at the end of
definitely
the
the
day.
main event.
Yeah, definitely. All that matters to Shakur, honestly, is him winning. However, people can call it boring, but like if he wins, his career moves
I
forward.
wholeheartedly disagree with that. But go ahead, Toussaint, and I'm gonna go after you, Toussaint. Go ahead.
I mean, if all you had to do was win, then we wouldn't be talking about this.
You have to look
Boom.
good winning.
We talk about it anyway,
If
right?
if all you had to do was win, then what are we talking about, Boxing Hacker? Why are we having
Yeah,
this conversation? So obviously that's not true.
it's
That's not
true
true.
because he's moving forward.
Boxing hacker, let me go. First of all,
It's about how you.
to answer Mrs. Key question, absolutely key. This is make or break. This is do or die. This is set it off. This is set it off when they up there on the roof and TT is in the wheel after she got shot. Oh, it is definitely pressure time. And I could explain to you a multitude of reasons. Boxing hacker, you could say whatever you want. Devin Haney was the undercard his last fight. And then that fight was a boring fight. 100%. That's what happened. He was already, so his value wasn't that high going into the fight. And then he lowered his value even more leaving the fight. See, now the only reason why is because of all of the stuff that's going around with Brian Norman Jr. If Brian Norman Jr. did not have that KO victory the way he did, this fight probably wouldn't even be happening. This fight is happening more because of Brian Norman Jr. than it is because of Devin Haney. That's number one.
That's definitely not true, bro.
Hold on, Frequent. Don't cut me off, brother. Don't cut me off, brother. I didn't ask for your opinion. I don't care if you agree or disagree, my guy.
I was just letting you know that it was
y'all be wrong, and I got a slogan called "Right Again" because I be right a lot. I don't listen to y'all Earthmen. Let me finish what I was saying. Turkey came up with the no running rule. Now it's only 3 fighters I could think of that Turkey would even put that out there about: William Scho, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. So the person that's paying them, that y'all keep knob gobbling and slobbing and letting the spit drip down, he don't agree with y'all. He definitely thinks it's make or break.
You forgot Bud,
I didn't ask you nothing. Let me finish speaking. Clearly it's important to him that they have to have a great performance. Key, you want to know why though, Key? Because in the lead up to this fight, Turkey said, I don't want to see no. The first time he said the cat and mouse thing, that wasn't the recent time he said it. That wasn't the first time. He said this to Shakur Zapata when he met up with them personally, and they was promoting that. He already said this to them first. He want to see a brawl, a war. He don't want to see them running and doing all of that stuff. He just didn't market it that way. So for Shakur to get what he want, especially at the kidaustin doing at the Tevin Farmer, because Shakur has had 3 performances, Key, that have all been criticized besides the Padley situation. But then the Padley thing, he was going to fight Joe Cordina. So even that was criticized. He went from Joe Cordina to kidaustin to Padley. And Shakur wasn't even 100% happy with his performances. And how you know this, Key, is because they keep asking the man about his hands. If that wasn't an issue, it wouldn't be an issue. So at the end of the day, it is make or break, because if Shakur go out here and this fight look anything like De Los Santos, or if Shakur goes out here and loses to William Zapata after William Zapata just went life and death with Tevin Farmer for 24 rounds, and you want to fight Tank, oh, it's going to be bad, because then everything that you've been saying, we're going to have to question now. Now everything really getting questioned. Not only your boxing style, Key, that people are not that fond of, not only your boxing style, but now your credibility of what you've done in your career. Nobody questions Shakur's career up until this point. They just question his boxing style. But if Shakur go out there and it look boring again, it's going to be even worse than it was with De Los Santos and Arthur and all of that. It's going to be even worse.
Let me say something real quick.
Like, hey, look, let me jump in real quick. Let me say this.
Let Two Rich jump in real quick. He ain't said that in a minute. Let Two Rich jump in.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think it depends on what we define as a good performance. He doesn't have to be perfect in his fight, because the whole point of him fighting Zapata is the guy throws 17,000 punches. He's supposed to touch Shakur. We supposed to see Shakur get touched this fight and fight his way out of it. So if he gets touched and he can still come back and win, that's good. But I agree, he can't run. He can't do a De Los Santos, but he should get touched. Zapata should touch him this fight. You see what I mean? So he needs to win the fight. And if he looks like he can be touched, maybe we'll get a Tank fight. Maybe we'll get somebody to fight him, because they seen Zapata touch him up a little bit. So we almost got to root for Zapata to do something. Don't go out there and get washed. You see what I mean? Let's see Shakur. We ain't seen Shakur get touched, man. We ain't seen him really get rocked. Get
Too Rich. Now feel me on this. I agree with that. What I'm saying is, if Shakur go out here and step on Zapata, it'll be much more in his favor. Over William Zapata touching him and all of that. If Shakur go out here and put on a Padley performance against Zapata, oh my God. The pressure will really be on Gervonta Davis then.
Exactly. So my question is, wait.
Never gonna take that fight.
I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. I'm sorry, Boxing Hacker, but listen, several of y'all and in the chat are located on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Y'all better go buy them tickets because Shakur and Berlanga Takar is struggling with a capital S. Y'all need to save them on the East Coast.
It's not important because they already getting the bag though.
It don't matter. Where's the fans though? We seen what happened. We seen what happened. What Rolly and all them said about not having an audience there for this last fight that was for the Cinco de Mayo. We need to have. Where are his fans buying the tickets?
Where's
they all bought?
I bought
Can we at
they
least
all watching it on
criticize?
TV.
I'm watching
Can
on TV,
we at least criticize and say that Turkey is wrong for how he's been promoting this fight? And this fight is 7 days away. Can we be honest
y'all
about
don't got
that?
no room for nothing to say like that. We ain't even hear nothing about the tank fight. We ain't hear a peep about that.
We don't even need to. That fight is so in demand.
Then they don't need to. Then don't you can't
So
have
that
it both
fight is in
ways.
demand. Berlanga and Shiraz is in demand. Okay.
I'm gonna say this one last time, right? All them fighters on that card getting paid before the fight even happens. So if two people show up, I don't think they give a fuck. I'm trying to see this fight. So
that's what I'm saying, yo.
So whatever you saying is irrelevant.
How is it irrelevant? And they've already complained about it, though.
It's cute. It's because y'all not used to it being that. Y'all not used to it being that way. But it's a different thing with Turkey, though.
I understand you saying that's not how boxing work and all that stuff. But I'm saying that's the brilliant about Turkey. He already paid these guys, so all that y'all gotta buy this.
But we
y'all gotta
stop
to worry about the money on the back end and all that stuff.
Hold on, Rich. Hold on, Rich. Let me say this, Rich. Y'all got to stop with that. It does matter because it affects how you get paid in future fights. It affects what you could go to. Think about this, Rich. Whatever he doing with Turkey, you not selling and not performing and all that don't help you when you get in the negotiating room with Gervonta. He's not Turkey. He's not your end goal.
He's not the only bag no more,
Stop cutting
bro.
me off, bro. I'm talking to Rich, bro. He is not. It affects how you get paid later on. Turkey's not going to give you a huge payday if don't nobody show up. You don't perform that well. Then what you going to ask for? $8 million your next fight? No, that's not how that's going to work, brother. That's not how it's going to work. I promise you, that's not how it's going to work. If Devin Haney go out here and performs badly versus Brian Norman Jr., he's not getting no more big paydays from Turkey Aliki Ashiki. He's not going to be main event and doing all of that. They pay you, hold on. They pay you in boxing based off of performance.
Right. But this one,
they not talking about performance though.
There's no way around that, brother. There's no way around that.
You moving it from performance to they talking about ticket sales. Now you taking it to performance, bro.
That's part of the performance. Frequent. That's what. First of all, people gotta want to come see you fight. If Gervonta Davis was fighting in the same stadium, it'd be sold out already. It's a reason why Turkey keep trying to get Gervonta. It's a reason he wants Canelo. It's a reason he wants Usyk. It's a reason he wants Noah Inoue. He wants those people with him because not only do they perform in the ring, they perform outside of the ring. And that's how you grow the sport and make the sport bigger.
Bro, he don't care about the ticket sales though.
You don't make the sport bigger when fights aren't performing and then the fighters in the fight aren't performing as well. That's not how they get
I agree with that part. I agree with that part, but he don't care about the ticket sales though.
Then that's all they say.
He don't care about the ticket sales is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he do
how
care
many
about
people
the
buy
ticket
it?
sales, or he wouldn't.
No, he don't, bro.
If he didn't care about the ticket sales, frequent, he wouldn't be promoting the fights. So stop saying
bro, he was about to make the Times Square thing was about to be free. What you talking about? It was about to be free.
If he don't care about the ticket sales, they would not spend money to promote the fight. They want to promote the fight frequent because they want people to come.
But
so don't they
go?
Hey, wait, hold on. Hey, Dean. Hold on, Rich. Let me get to the super chat. Then ask me a question. Hollywood said, why should they care when Turkey is overpaying these dudes? They don't care about performance. It don't affect their pay. No, this is what I'm saying. It does affect your pay because it affects if you're going to be on the next card and where you are placed at on that next card. It does affect that. Tevin Farmer, think about Tevin Farmer. He just got knocked out in the first round. So he's not going to be a co-main or none of that going forward. Now he got to build himself back up. That's how that works. The only reason why Devin is even in the position he in because it didn't go through with Ryan Garcia. If Ryan Garcia don't take the eye string and those same results happen, Devin is not treated this way. That's why he wasn't getting treated that way. It's why Devin wasn't getting treated good prior to all of this. He had to let all of that clear for all of this stuff to go on. Performance matters.
But Devin, you're saying that. But Devin last performance.
Let Rich go. Rich was about to ask me a question. I can't skip over Rich. Go ahead, Rich.
But Dean, that's not what she said at all. All she said was the same thing that Jab be saying. 20. It's 2,500 seats left. Go and get the tickets. I don't got to get a ticket for shit. I don't got to support nothing by getting a ticket because my fight is already paid.
But Rich, it's not about
my fight is already paid. So that's why I'm saying. So it's no point of even bringing up something like that.
But there's not 2,500 tickets. It's 10,000 tickets. Okay, that's number one.
Even if it's 10,000,
it don't. But but at the same time, what you're doing is. But this is the disservice, Rich. They're promoting Shakur as the main headliner, right? That's what they said. They're promoting him as if he is headlining. And they did that before and they tried to say, oh, that pay-per-view did globally. It had 1 billion impressions and 8 billion impressions and all this other stuff. Yeah. Now they're moving forward. They put it in New York. We had more promotion for the New York card where fans couldn't even get in than we are for Sherez, Berlanga, and Shakur and Zepeda. And that's a way better card than what we did with Ryan Garcia and Devin. This is a way better card. This is actually, you got Super Del Matias versus Puello. That's enough said. Right. That's a banger. And so for him to throw all of his to throw everything behind Canelo versus Bud in September while overlooking Shakur and them, that makes me feel like, okay, what's going on? I don't like that when you have 10 to 15,000 tickets still available and the stadium, they've already had to block off the other half of the stadium for tickets not sold. And Manny Pacquiao coming back and Barrios is about to kill them in the game. Come on.
This is what I'm trying to say though.
Let 2 Cent go, y'all.
They gotta sell more tickets.
Yo, I'm gonna let 2 Cent go, then Frequent, then Boxing Accurate.
Okay. And let me go after that.
Okay.
Key, I don't know, before you came up here, we were talking about these fights Turkey putting on and how he's lowering the value and crashing the boxing market, basically. And Rich just said it best. He's decentivizing fighters to perform and fans to come to fights. Because like he just said, his fighter already getting paid. I don't got to go to a fight. So how is Turkey doing something so great for the sport when he's disincentivizing fans to go to fights? Like y'all are so focused on my fighter getting paid that y'all are missing at what cost, y'all. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't see this.
He had a fight there, though, Queen.
Hold on, Frequent. Let me get to the super chat.
He had a fight in the middle of the street in New York that nobody could watch.
Fact.
What are we talking about? Like,
yo, Frequent, I'm gonna let you go. Then I'm gonna read the super chat first. Hollywood said Turkey is giving these dudes the easy way out. These fighters don't promote no more. They care to sell tickets or care to be pay-per-view stars because Turkey drawing. Thank you, Hollywood, for the 5 ball. Go ahead, Frequent.
Yo, what I wanted to say is y'all acting like the ticket sales is the most important thing, but it's not. The pay-per-views is worth more than the ticket sale because you got more. You can only fit it. You're limited by the ticket sales because you have a certain capacity. But with pay-per-views, the sky's the limit. You don't have no limit because it's not based on capacity. So that's what a lot of things is going to that. Most things are going to media. Most
What
things
is
are
your
going to
point,
media. Like we
That's
had,
not what
huh?
we're saying. That's not what we're talking about. What are you talking about?
It is what you're talking about. You're saying that you're acting like the ticket sales not being high in the Shakur fight is affecting him in some way or
No,
affecting
I'm
boxing
not
in some
acting
way.
like it's affecting him. I'm acting like that it
Is it
is
like it's
affecting
affecting the
boxing in
sport
some
of
way.
boxing? That's what
It
you're
is.
saying.
It is. Okay,
Because
think about it like
want
this.
to watch the box. What are you talking about,
It's
freak?
Hold
changing
on.
it.
Wait, frequent. Think of it like this. Okay. Let me break something down to y'all. Let me break something down to you. Okay, Canelo, we already know. Canelo gets a guarantee up front. He also gets about between, I think, about 80% of the concessions that sold. Correct? That's what he said. I'm only going off of what he said. Not to mention the back end of the pay per view, not to mention his deal with Mexico to air his fights. Okay? So Canelo is getting paid hand over fist. Now, you bring in a business proposal because this all that we're talking about is a different type of business plan for a fighter, for these fighters, that everything is going off of what they deem it to be. Right. So Turkey is alleged that he's paying people in crypto. It's alleged that he's paying people by buying them houses. It's alleged like these are what they're saying, but Turkey hasn't came out and verified anything.
Yeah, that's
But these
just
hold on, but these are what they're saying.
unverified.
Right,
This is
right. But
alleged.
these are
This
what
is
they're
Alleged.
I said it was alleged. I said
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
alleged, but these are what the fighters are coming out saying. We know
wait. What fighter said that?
Padley said that Turkey bought him a house. That's a
That's
fact.
incentive. That's not his payment
I'm
though.
talking about this
He'll still
crypto
Okay.
pay.
stuff that you're talking
But that
about.
was for the fight though. He said that okay, look, I'm just telling y'all what he said. He said that a part of the deal was him that Turkey bought him a house. Okay. That's why I said alleged. But that's what Padley came out and said. And Turkey has not came out and disputed it. All right. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
So
Dink.
But
we
y'all
know
didn't let.
that these hold on. We know that these things are going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are able to continue to put these fights over, all these fights are happening in Saudi Arabia with this type of business plan. We know that Canelo, we know what Canelo bringing. David Benavidez have made a name. We already know about Tank. We know about these other American fighters, Deontay Wilder. All of them have clout in certain markets in the United States. So it is nothing for them to bring them. Okay, look, Deontay, we'll give you X amount of money. Turkey has paid him twice, back to back. We'll give you X amount of money. Come back. He loses both times. Come back, and now he has to build up from the ground up on a bogus BLK Prime, the way that was aired. All right, last week, and got to build himself back up a repertoire. Now he got to fight overseas, allegedly in South Korea, before he can even get to an AJ fight. So
Facts.
that's all I'm saying. That when it comes to okay, it might look good on
But none of that
paper.
ain't
Wait a
had nothing
minute,
to do with
frequent.
Turkey
You're
though.
not. Yes, it does. Look, you're missing the point. You go over there and get go over there and get the silk robe, the silk robe and linens, the gold, all of that crypto money, whatever, however he paying you.
Yeah.
You lose or you don't do what you're supposed to do. And now all of a sudden, when you come back to the States, you're getting the bottom pay of what you are worth. Now fighters they're going to be upset moving forward because they want what they want and what Turkey offering them. But it's a catch 22 with him. Whereas over here, at least our promoters, you can get your ass knocked out in a previous fight, like a George Kambosos, and come back and fight for a championship with Africa and still get the money that you deserve.
No, see
Whereas in
that's
Saudi Arabia, we don't know what they're getting, what they're having to put
no
up
key.
with. And okay, all
No,
right.
Key,
But you know
because
what?
look, no, because Devin Haney is
Okay.
the perfect.
Let me talk to
Devin
Steve.
Haney is the perfect example because when Devin
So
Haney got cheated by Ryan Garcia, that wasn't over in Riyadh, that was in the United States. And what they do, everybody started lowballing them. They started trying to let his fights go to purse bid and all of that, and he
Nobody
had
was
to go over
lowballing him.
there.
He lowballed himself because he
No,
decided to
no,
let
it
his
was exactly
father.
what you trying to say
He
what you trying
decided
to
to let.
accuse
No, we
Turkey of
can't do
doing.
that with
They
Turkey.
did that over
We
here
can't
in
do
the
that
United
one
States. But what I
because
was
he
saying, look,
decided.
what I was
No,
saying was
frequent.
this though,
He
Key. I didn't even
decided
get
to
to
let
finish what
his
I was saying because
father.
you cut me off.
He let.
What I
Hold
was
on.
You
He
cut her
let
Key.
off,
his
No,
Freak.
you
father.
hold on. I was
He
talking
let
first, and
his
you stopped
father. He
me.
let his
You
father
cut me
do
off,
no, because
Queen,
you
to
don't
try
want to
to
hear the
say
truth.
something.
Frequent.
Frequent.
You gotta
No,
You
tell
you
the
cut
don't
her
truth.
want to hear
off,
what I
brother.
had to say.
You
I
gotta
was
tell the
already
truth.
talking.
Hey, y'all
Frequent.
go one at a
No, go
time,
ahead.
man.
Go ahead.
No,
Frequent. Go
yeah, I was
ahead. Go
already talking.
ahead.
Y'all never let me
Go
get a
ahead.
chance to
Hold
talk,
on,
and y'all
Go
be
Frequent.
ahead,
Hold
saying I'm
on. Wait,
frequent.
cutting
hold
No,
y'all
the
off
thought,
and everything,
Frequent.
but
I'm a
y'all cut me
digress
off
because I'm a
Hey,
every
hold on,
step
responder.
of the
Frequent. I gotta
way.
get to the super chat. I'll let you go, Frequent. Hold on. John Byer says Jive Turkey is terrible at promotions. How do you do more promotion for a fight in September with no undercard than a card next weekend with a stacked card? Thanks for dropping the 10 ball. And that is an amazing point, John Byers. And also to add on to that point where it goes null and void with everything y'all about to say. No fight that doesn't sell tickets does well on pay-per-view, Frequent. So the fact that you want to bring up the pay-per-view, well, the problem with that is the ticket sales and pay-per-views go hand in hand. Ticket sales and pay-per-views go hand in hand. You can't name me one fight that didn't have a lot of ticket sales unless it was the COVID era that didn't have a lot of ticket sales that had a lot of pay-per-views. Go ahead, Frequent.
Yeah, well, what I was trying to say is, y'all saying like if you don't perform in these fights with Turkey or whatever, that you're not going to be able to get the bag. But Devin Haney, basically, y'all saying that that was a bad performance that he had with Jose Ramirez. He got the bag for that fight, and he about to get the bag for his next fight.
That's true.
So you can't
Yeah,
really
but
say that.
Frequent,
And
if he
then
go in there and get knocked
and
out,
to
is he
what
going to get the bag for his next fight?
we not to. You just said performance. You didn't say getting knocked.
Yeah,
He
that's
had to
part of
get knocked out.
performance,
That's
him
a
getting
whole
knocked
different
out.
thing. That's a different thing when you get knocked out. But you were saying performance. You were saying Shakur got to go in there and perform, not get knocked out. You were saying if he don't perform the way you want him to
Wait, let
perform,
me
then
talk
he's
after.
not going to get paid again.
Nah,
Let me talk after.
Who's the champion?
Why y'all won't let him talk?
Who's the
They never
champion?
try to let me talk. They
Who's
want to
the
keep
no?
cutting
I
me
thought he
off
was
and
done.
stopping me from when I
Who's
get
the
to my point.
champion? Who's the champion? Frequent. Devin or Brian Norman Jr.
Brian Norman Jr. is the champion. But
Okay, where are
also
they fighting?
what I was trying to say
Okay,
about that, y'all trying to make it seem like that this fight won't be happening if Brian Norman Jr. didn't knock out the dude in Japan. That's kind of what it is, but Turkey wasn't never dealing with Brian Norman Jr. He's been constantly trying to get Devin to fight. He had Devin set up the fight. He tried to get him the Tio fight. Tio ducked it. I'm hearing that Boots was offered a fight with Devin, and he turned it down because he was going to
He
154
got to
or
get him
whatever,
fights,
and
Frequent,
it
because he
landed
signed the
down.
deal with
So,
him.
but y'all basically what y'all saying.
But how he
The
move him is
narrative
not
is,
determined
but
off of that, Frequent.
but
You not
the narrative,
listening.
because hold on, let me finish this, because the narrative is that if Devin Haney, that Turkey's not trying to get Devin Haney fights, he's not backing Devin Haney, but clearly he is, because he's putting up this money for these different fighters to fight Devin Haney
Yo,
after the
on, Frequent.
performance that y'all
Dondrick
saying
says
was a
something
bad
right.
performance.
Dondrick says something that's on point, and then Boxing Hacker, you could go. He said he asked Brian Norman Jr. first, so that's what I was trying
No,
to
that's a
tell y'all.
lie. That's a lie.
Now
That's a
that's a
lie,
lie.
because
Bill didn't even refute that.
because Brian Norman Sr. is on record
All right,
on
go ahead,
video
Boxing Hacker. I'm
saying
done,
he
Frequent.
didn't
I'm done,
know.
bro.
He's
I
saying
heard
he
what
didn't know
Frequent.
about the
I'm not
fight, and he
trying
was
to hear
calling
Frequent. I'm
he
not
was
trying to
calling
hear
Bill Haney a
talk
liar.
about. I heard what the man said, bro. Go
Hey,
ahead,
Dean.
Boxing
He was
Hacker.
telling he was calling
So
Bill Haney a
No, hold on.
liar.
Let Boxing Hacker go.
hold on, Frequent. So here's the thing, right? The fight's next week, right? So there's still time for tickets to be sold. Just because they're low now doesn't mean they're gonna come fight night. They're still gonna be low.
10,000 Frequent. I mean, Boxing Hacker.
Yes,
10,000 though.
yes. New York's a
Okay.
big, right? Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? And this narrative about it depends how Shakur does it. As long as Shakur wins, I keep saying it's about winning. At the end of the day, it's about winning. You can have a glorious fight, but if you lose, your stock always goes down. It doesn't matter if
No,
you're
it
with
doesn't.
Turkey.
You can
It
lose
doesn't
and your
matter
stock
if
go
you're with
up, Boxing Hacker.
PBC.
That's
It
not
doesn't
true.
matter if you're with Top Rank. If you lose a
That's not
fight,
true, Boxing Hacker.
no.
That's
If you
not
lose
true.
a fight, your stock goes down. Shakur's a
Bro,
champion.
Pitbull stock went up immediately after him
So
losing
did
the tank.
Mario Barrio stock. So did Rolly stock. What are you
No,
talking about?
no, wait, guys.
David Morrell's stock went up, if you ask me, and he lost to David Benavidez.
What the hell you doing,
that stock even went up like that. You guys do realize that, right?
Say it again.
He just became more known because he was on TV. That's why. That's why
the stock went up.
That's literally all they have. If you lose, if I'm a champion and I have a title and I lose my title, my stock will drop.
Boxing Hacker, can I ask you this, Boxing Hacker?
Yeah.
Before Pitbull Cruz lost to Gervonta Davis, nobody was asking to fight Pitbull. After he lost to Gervonta Davis, everybody wanted to fight Pitbull Cruz.
Right.
How did his stock go down?
So it's different for somebody like Pitbull. Pitbull wasn't the name.
Okay, it's different for
at that point.
That's what 2 Cent was trying to tell you. That what you were saying is not always true. Continue.
And here's the thing: the whole concept of like, Turkey. First off, there's nothing wrong with getting paid in crypto. I've been hearing people use this narrative for a while.
I've never said it was wrong to get paid.
There's nothing wrong with getting paid in crypto. There's nothing wrong with getting incentive either.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, but you use it as a talking point. So I was just like, I just want to clarify.
I use that as a talking point to let you know what Turkey was offering, not that it was wrong.
Which is fine. So if people, crypto is volatile, right? That's the only thing about it. You can sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It can go way up,
bro.
But there's actually nothing wrong with people. The people who have normal jobs.
It depends on what their business plan on how they decided to pay their fighters. That's how Turkey is decided to pay.
Exactly, and that deal is signed, and they know
in
both
Saudi Arabia.
And both parties know that, right?
Okay, that's fine.
That Turkey is being bad for boxing, or the fact that he pays fighters well is making the fighters fight worse. No, that's not true either. That's what they used to say about PBC. PBC used to say the same thing about PBC. PBC pays fighters too well, and they're fighting less. They literally said that about PBC. That's not true. Because if I'm a fighter and you pay me well, I want to win because you're gonna pay me better.
It
next
is true.
Time. No,
okay, so are you? Let me wait.
If I'm a fighter and I know you pay me my best payday, I don't want to lose because I can get a bigger bag next time. What are we talking about? There's more incentive for me to win than there is for me to lose, or for me to fight weak.
But bro, when you don't win, sometimes when you win and you win ugly, it doesn't always help you, brother. That's not true. It didn't help Shakur Stevenson. It didn't help Devin Haney because they became undercards and they was winning. They went from being main event fighters to being undercard fighters, and they won. Boxing Hacker. So what you saying? Hold on. I let you cook. I ain't cut you off.
Go ahead, brother.
When you saying that all they got to do is win, right? Well, as far as I know, Devin and Shakur have been winning, and they stock has went down. Their stock is not as high as it was 2 years ago. It's not.
So why is Devin headlining the card next then?
We don't even know if he is or not. But hold on. If Devin is headlining the card, it's because of how they promoted it with Brian Norman Jr. And like Brian Norman Sr. said, that Turkey contacted him first about it. If Brian Norman Jr.
and they wanted to fight Tio. I mean,
can I ask a question?
Tio won too, and he was the co-main. Tio stock went down after Steve Claggett. He won the fight. His stock went down.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on. 2 Cent wanted to say something. Then you could go, Shelton.
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead.
That was go ahead, Shelton. I'm gonna go after Shelton.
I just wanted to know this, Hacker. Yeah. Who's the champion in that main event fight?
Brian Norman.
So that's who's headlining the card. Devin's just the opponent.
They're both what? The fight's the headline.
Yeah, man. I don't even respond.
Yeah, Devin's the opponent. Devin's the guy that picked the fighter.
The fight is the headline, my guy.
Norman was going to headline that card if Devin was there or not.
No, he wasn't.
If he was fighting Boots, yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
If he was fighting Boots, yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
if he was fighting Boots, no, he wasn't. Is what you said.
I don't know why. Why you guys? I don't know why you think Devin is just like this huge star. He's not, bro.
Where did Boots come from?
Man, you can walk down the street. Listen. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Boots had 3 headliners, and if he would have fought Brian Norman Jr. for a unification, y'all telling me he wasn't a headline? Whatever. I don't got facts to prove that.
It's not just because he's saying
you can walk down the streets. You can walk down the streets in Los Angeles, California, and ask 10 people who is Devin Haney, and none of them will know who he is.
And you could walk
None
down the
of them.
street and ask who Brian Norman is, and nobody would know who he
What are you
is.
talking about?
Nobody
That's a
know who he
great
is
point too,
either.
Rich.
Absolutely nobody.
Hey,
Never said people don't watch
y'all
boxing,
got
bro.
stop, y'all.
What are
Hey,
you
D,
talking
Nobody
about?
will know who
you
Bud
gotta get.
Crawford
Hey, D,
is. Nobody
hey,
will
D.
know who any of
What's
these
up,
dudes
Rich?
are unless it's the
Hold on,
redhead.
yo, hold on, Sheldon. We gonna let Rich go, but let me get to the super chat real quick.
Yeah, go
Big
ahead.
Dog Willie with the 5-ball. PBC left fights that Americon is the best boxer whoever walked the planet. Even Jack Johnson said that Americon is the best boxer ever. Facts. Big Dog Willie, you ain't going to Shakur Stevenson fight. You part of the problem. Your thumbnail ain't Shakur versus Zepeda. I ain't hearing from you. I love you, my guy, but you part of the problem. Go ahead, Rich.
No, I just wanted to say, as far as this guy Shelton that just came up, man, I don't like. I'm gonna say it again. I don't like Devin, man. Sometimes, man, y'all niggas be taking this hating shit to another level, man. God damn, like this shit is sad, man. I feel like Dean, you supposed to be checking these niggas, man, cause some of these, he just came on and said the most craziest thing out of off of hate. God,
I ain't even
damn,
get a
check the
chance. I
niggas.
don't like cutting y'all off.
Come
I
on,
didn't
man.
say I agree with Devin not being the main event. If Devin is in the fight, whether he's a challenger or not, he's a part of the main event.
But I believe that Boots and Devin was fighting. Yeah, that's definitely a main. I mean, Boots and Brian Norman fight. That's definitely main event. That's their own little card. I don't feel like they should even have a super card for that. I feel like
Real
it
rap,
should be them. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. That hating shit gotta stop sometime, man.
They can't stop.
Can I go
That
after
shit
you're
sad.
done?
They can't stop.
Go ahead, Key.
Go ahead, Key.
If Rich was done, Rich, are you done?
Yeah, I'm
I don't
done.
want to
Yeah,
cut
I'm
you
done.
off.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to know.
Okay, so for one thing, because I keep hearing about this, performance matters. Okay, one word I got: Cardenas. He just fought anyway. He did something that people were shocked in that arena to see was knock him down. This man has been to Japan and everywhere, and they are wanting to see him back. Another person was, and I have to say it, Padley. After Padley got stopped, he came back a couple months later and beat the brakes off of his opponent to where now he is one of Turkey Darling's.
Facts,
The
Key.
point that I'm
Key.
trying to the point that I'm
Facts.
trying yes, the point that I'm trying to make is your performance does matter. You know what I'm saying, inside the ring. And I do wholeheartedly believe, whether y'all agree with it or not, that if it wasn't for Brian Norman Jr. going out there and doing how he dismantled Jen Sasaki, if I'm not mistaken, the only other person that did that to Jen was Harioka, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but that was the other person that had dismantled him. And so when he moved up to 147 and got dismantled by Brian Norman Jr., that was a statement win. And in fact, it was not Devin Haney that they was calling on. They were calling on Boots to fight Brian Norman Jr. after that fight. And then once Boots moved up, now that's when all that stuff was going on. Because if we remember, prior to this whole agreement with Brian Norman and Devin, Bill and Senior was on the phone and they were in cahoots and talking and being nice to each other. And I said, wow, that's the nicest I've seen Bill Haney act to someone, I think, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, he's being very cordial.
Facts.
And then next thing you know, several days later, they turned up. And so that fight was already in the works. If it was not for having that fight to be done with that, I mean, for Brian Norman having that performance, to, you know what I'm saying, who would want to see Devin? And there's no disrespect, but for him, I literally watched him run around the ring 4 times before he threw a shot. I would never forget that as long as I live. I'm sorry. Y'all could call it defense, y'all could call it having good feet, but I know what my eyes saw, okay, against a Ramirez who could not cut off the ring. And with Devin having a good IQ, what I've seen him do to Regis and all of that, I was very shocked. Okay. Y'all can spin it however y'all want to, but I know what I saw. All right. Then on
I
top,
know
so
what it was.
y'all cannot say that, oh, the first person, oh, it was Devin. No, it was Boots. We gonna stop this right now.
We used to the
It
Devin
was
hate by now,
it
so
was
we
Boots. It was
ain't
not
sweating it.
Devin. Everybody wanted to see Brian Norman in Boots. It
Facts,
was
Key.
not
Talk to
Devin.
him, Key.
And then Devin got in the, and then Devin came up once Boots moved up. But
Yeah.
but then I got another name.
Devin
Since
always
all of
stepping up
this,
to fight the boogeyman, though.
no, it's
But
not.
y'all
Please
constantly
stop.
try to
Please
down
stop
the
with this
man. He
boogeyman.
always step up to fight the
No, I
boogeyman.
got
Oh,
another name
Lomachenko the
though. I got
boogeyman now.
another name. No,
Cut it
I got
out.
Well,
another
Tank must
name.
have thought so. Tank
That's
wasn't
a
fighting
lie.
Floyd.
I got another name for you, frequent. I got another name
Cut
for
it
you.
out.
Because if we want to be technically, if I really want to keep it 105, because my argument was with frequent when he said about the money and people were trying to lowball him. No, that was his father that did that because his father thought Bill thought that he could play all the roles in Devin's life and got him that low ball offer against Ryan, which came out in court. So we not gonna do that. But what we really need to be figuring out is why did he duck Sandor Martin not once but twice?
Definitely
Okay,
did.
and drop
He
the
ducked
belt.
the hell
If
No,
out
we
of
gon'
it.
if
we
we
need
gonna
to be
call it, if
figuring.
we gonna call Devin the boogeyman, we got to put context behind that now.
He
We
didn't like
not
the
gonna do
payout.
that.
Come
He
on
didn't like the
now.
We
payout.
not gonna do
We
that.
looking for
We not gonna
Sandor
do
Martin
that.
right now.
He didn't like
Why did he duck
Okay.
Sandor twice?
he didn't like the payout for the fight, so he dropped the belt.
No, I wasn't saying for y'all. I
What's
was saying
Sandor
for
Martin
frequent.
doing
My
right
argument
now?
was with frequent. My argument was with frequent. Sandor Martin got another fight coming up. That's where he is right now.
Yeah. Why did he duck Sandor
Why he
twice?
don't got
Just
the
answer the
belt though?
question.
Because he's fighting for the belts. He fought for the belts. And he's fighting for the belt. And he's fighting for belts. Just like Chakram ain't got the damn belt.
You playing around, Key, because you even yourself you said you got Devin beating Sandor Martin. So what we talking about?
That was at first. But when I seen this one, no. When I seen this Devin, I said, oh no. I
So
don't
what?
know.
Oh, so if Devin
I don't
fight
know.
Sandor Martin the way he
But
fought
I
him,
will give.
Sandor Martin know how to cut off the ring.
No. Sandor Martin do know how to cut off the ring. What would save Devin in that fight is that Sandor Martin ain't got the pop that Ryan Garcia got.
That's true.
That's what was sell. That what was
Because he
save.
ain't on
Let me get
Ostarine
to these
like
super
Ryan
chats real
Garcia
quick,
either.
y'all. Let me get these super chats. Dillian Watson with the 10-piece. My guy, man, I appreciate you, bro, truly. He said, who wins in a fantasy matchup? Shakur versus Prime Amir Khan. Dillian, that's simple for me. Shakur Stevenson. That's real simple. Amir Khan too uncourt. He's just too stupid out there. Just IQ-wise, he can't beat Shakur Stevenson for me. Just off of IQ alone. Like he's just too just out of it. He a loaf. That's what it is. He's a loaf. Let me get to this other super chat, y'all.
I don't think it's a bad fight whatsoever, though. A prime Amir Khan where Amir Khan was fast and he wasn't, he wasn't chinny after.
Hold on, Boxing Hacker. Let me get to this real quick. I kind of agree with that, but let me get to this. Let me get Victor. You mother, Victor's in here, and he wanted to tell you mother effers, salute Dean, nice panel, except Hacker, that mother effer Hacker. Though I appreciate his tenacity, Hacker should box.
Oh,
Hacker
Key,
don't want.
Y'all know y'all can't mention Ryan Garcia without attaching that to his jacket. So I don't know why y'all always mention him and don't mention
Because
Ostarine.
he ain't never popped. Because he ain't never had nothing what was in his system.
He was used up versus Tank. He was used up versus Duarte.
Consistent with contamination.
But it doesn't change.
Just like, hold on, wait. Just like, wait a minute. If we gonna go down this road, we gonna go down this path. Just like how Victor was quick to cuss out Ryan Garcia for beating up on Devin. It's mighty funny how Victor Conte is cuddling up with Jaime Munguia and Canelo's team. But I'm gonna sip my tea.
Oh,
it's mighty funny. It's mighty funny how Victor wanna do. It's mighty funny how Victor wanna say. I wonder if it was
Javi out there juiced up to the gills out that thing. It's mighty funny.
He wasn't juiced up until he went to the Juice Crew though. With Eddie Reynoso and them, bro. Y'all know what they about over there. Y'all know how they carry it.
Hold on. We gotta do some business. A1 Hoops on said, Dean, what's the price tag on Boxer Hacker Frequent?
Oh, that's easy. $40 for me, bro. $40.
Hacker Frequent.
A1 right now.
$40 for me. I don't know about Hacker.
A1 right now. You can get it for a discount because it's late, and we probably about to get off here soon for a nice smooth $10, $20 right there. This song like I
Please.
kick their ass off
Oh
right
no.
now.
Pay up,
I
nigga.
kick
Please.
their ass
Pay
off
up.
Justice
right
for
now.
Boxing Hacker and Frequent. Justice for Boxing Hacker and Frequent. I like them. Those my boys now.
I was
Poor
trying to get
guys.
somebody to pay the bounty
Hey,
earlier today. Ain't
hold
nobody want
on,
to
y'all.
pay, man.
Before Blaze go, we
$40.
gotta let Blaze go. Before Blaze go,
You
hey,
lose me a touch
A1,
frequent.
you can get it on discount right now. It's on clearance. You hear me? It's like Shakur Stevenson tickets. It's like
Half
Shakur
price,
Stevenson tickets
$20.
right now.
You
All right.
lose me a frequent. They not even giving you off the full price no more. They putting you
Oh
on
Give them the
shit.
cash app, bro.
Yes,
you
sir.
Cash app on the screen.
Yeah,
$20.
$20. You hear me? Go ahead, Blaze.
Peace, y'all. Peace, panel.
Yeah.
Peace, peace.
What
What's
up,
up,
Blaze?
Blaze?
Yes.
Holla at me.
I'm just saying that I just hear that Ryan just had enough in his system of TVs for contamination.
Yeah.
Yes,
We
I said
making,
that. I said
we
that,
making, hold
Blaze.
on, hold 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 on. We making excuses. We making excuses for the highest level of the sport, particularly with the promoters. I mean, Golden Boy, whoever he saw to rank, running all these numbers, making all this money, putting their life on the line. And we talking about, rules and regulations that are in place with these councils to ensure that individuals are playing fair at the highest level.
I can only
And
go
you
off
get
of what
popped.
New York. I can only
And
go off of
you
what the New York State Athletic Commission said. That's what
yeah,
they said.
That's
it
not what
was
they said.
banned for a reason though. We know
That's what they
everybody. I ain't
said.
a racket. Listen,
No,
I'm not the chemist. I'm
that's
not the
not how it
chemist.
went.
Check this out. I'm not the chemist, but I read and write pretty
Me
well.
too.
You feel me? And so what
Yeah.
I understand is, I'm just saying this. No, I preface this. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. So I don't know you like that to be questioning your intelligence. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just
You
questioning
talking
this
to a
position.
doctor, so I will hope not.
Yeah, no disrespect at all.
I'm about to just,
Respectfully,
yeah,
like
you
real talk,
talking
no
to a
cap, no
doctor.
cap,
She
no
does her
cap,
research. I'm
no
pretty
cap.
sure.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, no
Okay.
cap. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not being facetious right here. I'm being dead clear. I'm saying what I mean and mean what I say. What I'm saying it right now. And if I'm talking too fast, you listening too slow. Real talk, Northwest 206. But nah, real talk though, it's like, all right, we know that Austin rings used to cover stuff. That's all I know. I didn't look into it that deep, so I'm not gonna go there. Y'all know better than I do. But all I'm saying is this: it's both. It's both with Ryan and Devin. Ryan cheated, and and a cheater's a cheater, especially in this sport. When you're trying to get an edge, when you put your life on the line in the ring, and it's pugilistic sport. But on the other end too, it's like, hey, Devin needs to protect himself against a left hook that's on the scout report that was just shown by Tank when he dodged it like the Matrix and came in like the
Uh-huh.
So it can be both things at the same time. My point is like, say, we're not going to minimize individuals boosting and cheating in the sport because of how dangerous it is.
Well,
These
Blaze,
men
can
put
I
their
ask
lives
you
on the
this
line.
then, Blaze? But
What's
I
up?
don't like how y'all come up here and do that one way. But then y'all don't say nothing about Devin Haney being with Victor Conti.
There's
Y'all
nothing
don't
wrong with
say
that.
y'all don't
Because
say
no,
nothing. Hold on, Blaze. Y'all
yeah,
don't say
yeah.
nothing about Victor Conti helping start Vada, who court Ryan Garcia and got inside connections. And guess what, Blaze? She was on Manager Marty program. The lady who's the head of it already admitted that Victor Conti was one of the first people that helped start. He actually brung all of the people, the heads of VADA, together. So don't you think that that's a little crazy that people who with the snack program got an upper hand on everybody else in boxing? They get to be with a
Nope.
known cheater,
Tank,
and that's
no,
Yep.
supposed to be
no.
cool?
Yep.
That
But
doesn't
y'all
follow.
never
Yes.
Hold
mentioned
on, hold
that
on, hold
Tank
on,
had
Let
hold on.
Blaze go.
rehydration
Let
clauses
Blaze
on his
go.
side, bro.
Oh,
Hold
come
That's
on.
on.
Let
Cut
different
Blaze
than
it
go.
out,
I was
yo.
talking to
PEDs.
Blaze.
Cut it
Hold
out.
on, player. Hold on, player. He talking to
Hey,
me. I
Dean,
give
let
it
me
to
go
you
after
next.
Blaze,
I'll
all
keep
right?
it brief. Keep it brief. I mean, slow down. Now listen, man. Ain't Victor Conti the guy that got caught juicing like back in the day? Like, wasn't there like a
Yep.
federal
Yeah, he
investigation
makes
with
the
him?
Barry
drugs.
What is
Bonds.
that? Was he with who was very real allegations? Bonds never popped dirty, but
It's
Never,
called
he was,
Belco.
yeah, he wasn't caught juicing, no.
it was
He was the head of the
It's
Balco.
called
Belco.
Yeah, with the
Belco.
He was
Olympics,
the he was
and
head
all
of the
that.
Barry
Belco
Bonds.
experiment.
With the Olympics and all that, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Marion
what
Jones.
happened with him? Did he turn fed evidence or something? Like what happened,
No,
Yep.
right? Because he got
No, he
popped
He
for
went
that,
to
he
right?
jail. He
snitched.
got
He
convicted and
He
went
went
to
to
snitched.
prison.
jail.
Okay, he went to
went
He
to jail
prison
went.
for
for
He
that,
like
right?
6
snitched
months.
Yes,
on
and
Shane
he
Mosley.
snitched,
Yeah, yeah.
and he
He
told on
gave
a
it
lot of
up.
people.
Conspiracy
He
and
told
So
on a
he's
lot
fraud.
of
like,
people.
he's like, now listen, I don't know where he's from. I'm not gonna put the code on him where I'm from. That's he's a civilian or whatever he got going on over there with his life and with juicing and these pharmaceuticals, right? So from what I see, like on these movies and all that, when they be doing that, like hackers, the feds get them and then they expose all the dirt in the game and then they use them to clean up stuff. If I'm not mistaken, right? And the only reason why I bring that up, I'm not justifying what he did then, but you can't argue with me about the obvious when everybody's rocking that snack shirt. And ain't nobody, and they're getting in the ring with it all the time. So when we talk about Victor Conte, yeah, I know who he is. It's suspect, but everybody in that council who be lining up in the boxing rings seem to not mind
guess what though,
his
Blaze?
little calibrated nutrition now.
But Blaze, you want to know why he in boxing? But Blaze, I want to ask you, I want to see if you're a real dude or not. The only reason why he's in boxing because boxing don't have a commission. He's not allowed to be in soccer. He's not allowed to be in basketball, baseball, nothing else. And that's why you ain't seen no other athletes representing snack. So are you okay with him being in boxing? Because hold on, Blaze, because you told me this is where people risk their life at. So if he's not allowed in other sports that people not even risking their life at, do you think it's okay that boxers should be dealing with him, knowing his history?
But Deem, I'm gonna tell you right now, you missing your moment. You making me change my mind live. That is a great point that I never thought about, right? Because I know he's banned from those other areas, right? And the thing with boxing is, yes, boxing is the Wild West. And so that be the thing, though. That's what you say. If you're a real one, it's like, you know what? Then it's like, it's on him, but it's on everybody else who puts on a snack shirt, bro.
I agree, and I'll be on their helm.
Victor Conte is a changed man, bro. He did his time, bro.
Hold on, me and Blaze having a convo right now. This Blaze don't come up all the time.
Like the brothers say, the brothers claiming he did his time, and maybe he's done changed his ways. I don't know.
Blaze, but Blaze, hold on, Blaze. But snap fighters, it's been people that has popped dirty since he got out that he associated with as well.
But
like who?
Blaze.
Question, Blaze.
Like who?
He said he wanted to come to boxing because it was the red light sport. It was the red light district of sports. Do you go to the red light district to clean it up?
Victor Conte is catching cheaters now, bro.
No, you don't. Hey, listen, I can't listen. One thing about it, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You feel me? If you know who I am, so y'all definitely got a point. You feel me? But then it comes to why are y'all tolerating this?
So that be the question. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm talking to Blaze now. Blaze,
the whole time, and you just had an epiphany right now. Think about it.
Blaze, we've been talking about this
the whole time.
No, but what I'm saying, I've been listening right now. Because
no, I'm talking about Blaze. I'm talking about prior to this live. Manager Marty, a bunch of see Blaze people problem like boxing hacker and frequent. They get mad at me. I'm very consistent, Blaze. You want to know who else is two of my fighters, my favorite fighters? I'll give you three of them. Shakur Stevenson, Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, and David Benavidez. Right?
Yeah, them is my guys too.
Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez is with Snack. But don't nobody say nothing when I say I'm suspicious of him and I don't like that he's with the Snack program. Shakur Stevenson is with Snack. I support Shakur Stevenson, and I'm suspicious, and I don't like that he's with Victor Conte either. David Benavidez, he's with Mimo Heredia, who's also a known cheater and is in the op of Victor Conte.
He worked with Victor.
He worked with Victor at one point in time.
So
I
want to know why.
Hold on, let me finish this. Hold on, let me finish. Then I tell them that I'm suspicious of them. They only get mad, Blaze, when I say it about Devin Haney and Terrence Crawford. They don't want to bring up the consistency that I have with it. I don't have no picks with it, brother.
But listen to me though. Steve, listen to me, because mine's even more simple though. And two sets, you know as well as I do when I came on your show. What have I been telling y'all? What I've been dropping in the chat coming on these lives telling you. But East Canelo, they're gonna blame it on Snack. Listen right now. I'm gonna get my.
But this my whole thing though, Blaze. But Blaze, this my whole thing though. How come Snack was cool before the Devin Haney versus Ryan fight?
Hey man, it's like that.
Snack was okay before then. Snack was okay. We ain't hear nothing about nobody on Snack or nothing like that before that fight, bro.
Don't do that.
It's cool.
It's the truth. Tell me when we talked about Snack before that fight, bro.
Okay. Can I go whenever y'all get done? I'm gonna go.
All right, yo, King, you could go right after me. Frequent. So I want to ask you a question.
After you, Dean.
I asked y'all a question.
I want to say this. Frequent. It don't matter when somebody got suspicious of it. It just matter if he's doing it or not. So you bringing up the time frame, frequent. You bringing up the time frame means absolutely nothing. People,
yes, it do. Let me tell you what it means, bro. It means that the people started demonizing Snack to try to protect Ryan Garcia for his win. Cheating Devin Haney. That's when people start talking about Snack. When people say, "Yo, Ryan
Sorry.
When people say Ryan Garcia pop dirty,
hold on, y'all.
That's when y'all start talking about Victor Conte.
Then Key Alexandra. Go ahead, Box.
So here's the thing, right? There's a lot of misconceptions happening here, right? One thing, let's take it back a little bit. Victor Conte got charged with 44 counts. 42 of them dropped. Only 2 stood, right?
It doesn't matter.
The only 2 counts that stood against Victor Conte was money laundering and conspiracy. Right? Those were the only 2 counts that stood. People always have this conception that Victor Conte made the clear. He didn't make the clear. And he doesn't make it. He doesn't make
Boxing Hacker. He admitted to giving people steroids. I'm done talking about it. He admitted it.
Wait.
So what are you talking about? It don't matter what he got caught with. He admitted it. He only got charged with that because he snitched. Boxing Hacker.
Let me just speak this real quick, right?
What are you talking about? He didn't get charged with that, Boxing Hacker. But hold on, Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker. He didn't get charged with that because he snitched.
No, that's not why. That's not why at all. I'll tell you why.
Yes. When you cooperate, they got charges. He exposed
Marion Jones.
Wait, no, it was actually a bad case. Like the people that when they tried to persecute him, it was terrible.
Somebody background, y'all.
You think the clear is like this drug that's like undetectable, right? No, the clear is literally hydrogen and birth control.
It doesn't matter what it is, Boxing Hacker.
The reason why it was undetectable was because it wasn't illegal. It wasn't on the list to test for. So that's why all those cases dropped, because it wasn't illegal. Like it was
because he admitted, Boxing Hacker, that he know how to make it undetectable, so it don't get noticed in the drug test. He admitted these things. I'm done talking about it. Go ahead, Key. I'm done talking about it, bro. We not about the. It doesn't matter what they charged them with. What they hold on, y'all. It don't matter what they charged them with. What he made, what he didn't. At the end of the day, Boxing Hacker, that man admitted to giving people steroids. And Shane Mosley, who was just in Devin Haney's camp, was one of the people that said that he did what he did. I'm done talking about it, brother.
I think
he a cheater. As simple as that. Devin Haney, Terrence Crawford, Bam Rodriguez, Shakur Stevenson, they are all associated with a known cheater, and they know he a known cheater. But I don't want to hear it, bro.
Snack is not illegal. And now
I'm done talking about it, Boxing Hacker. Go ahead, King. I'm done talking about it, bro.
I'm not popping dirty. Victor Conte doesn't
go ahead, King. Is your name King? Go ahead, King. I'm done talking about it, bro.
What y'all are saying is far fetched. I'm just saying it's far fetched. What you guys
it's far fetched.
I get
off the panel, bro.
No, it's
he's fine.
Let Key go. Let Key go.
He's fine. I get what Boxing Hacker is saying, but okay, here's what I have to say. Blaze came up here. He addressed one of the comments I made about it not being that it was consistent with contamination. I can only go off of what the New York State Athletic Commission did and their investigation and findings regarding that matter. And by them having the doctors and whatever they had to come in there and the low amount that was found in Ryan Garcia's system. So that's what I'm going to say. Now, does it make it right? No, it does not. But unfortunately, because we are not... we are mainly consumers of this and not distributors or manufacturers of these type of supplements, then it get passed through different hands. And that's not to say that a lot of the vitamins and supplements that some of us take, whether you're working out or you're just taking vitamins to feed off of or fed off, of viruses and colds and everything, that it's not contaminated. So I'm just gonna put that out there. Now, secondly, I get what Boxing Hacker and the rest and Frequent and the rest of them are saying regarding the Victor Conte and all this other thing. And this hurts me because, as everybody know, one of my favorite fighters is Boo Boo Andre, and he's definitely a snack fighter. But the notion that this has not been discussed prior to the Ryan Garcia is absolutely false. because what we do know is that we had eyes on Anyway, we had eyes on Bam Rodriguez, and when they rehydrated and they rehydrate up into their 40s and 50s. So this has been talked about, especially with Bam and the rest of them, prior to that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fiasco. But the thing
Let me
is,
say this, Keith, and you can
yes.
continue. I wanted to, Boxing Hacker and Frequent got off of the chat because at the end of the day, what I'm not going to take is y'all making everything about Devin. No, we first of all of this stuff with the real snack stuff happening came from the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. To be for real, it really was Bud that we was questioning. So to make everything, I don't like when y'all get on my panel and y'all start sitting up here lying and y'all start sitting up here capping and y'all try to make everything about Devin. I don't give a damn whether it was about Devin, whether it was about Terrence, when they became suspicious, why they suspicious. The fact of the matter is Victor Conte should not be in boxing. You cannot advocate that cheaters shouldn't be a part of the sport. And Devin Dad said, if you cheated in boxing, you should be out of the sport forever. Meanwhile, they mess with Victor Conte. Meanwhile, they mess with Mickey Bay, and Devin Haney fans are perfectly okay with the hypocrisy. So that's why y'all got kicked off, because we about to get off of here soon. So I just can't do it, y'all. I'm sorry. Love you like a step cousin. Love you like a step cousin. Go ahead, Keith.
Now, I'm a wrap this up by saying, when it comes to boxing and performance, because we was on this, it got off with the question that I asked. When it comes to boxing and performance and what you have to do inside the ring, all of that matters. Who your team is, who you're affiliated with. We're seeing that now with Jaime Munguia, the things that he's going through. And shout out to Paid. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Paid. But with everything that he's going through, with the people that he's affiliated with, and it's unwarranted. And it's but the thing is, it's mighty funny. Like I will continue to say that Victor Conte is making sure that he does not take the heat for that, unlike he did with Ryan Garcia. But it all matters about what you do in that ring. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm not trying to make this about Devin. I'm not trying to make this about Shakur or anybody. But when you have, and this is just a something that I've noticed, right? Deem everybody. When Shakur came out to fight De Los Santos last year, he had Bud Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, and what was the old boy name? What's his name? Who fought
Andre Ward.
Kovalev? Andre Ward, yes. He had Andre Ward. He put on that type of performance. Then turn around, Devin had, and this I know for a fact because I'm in the city. He had Nate Jones, who is a pivotal role in boxing in certain areas. If you know, you know. He also trained Floyd Mayweather. He had Shane Mosley. He had Mickey Bay. And he had there he was with Manny Pacquiao's coach, that white, what was that white dude name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Roddy Roach.
Roddy Roach, exactly. He had him too. So he had all of these trainers, all right? And that's the performance that he chose to put on 2 weeks ago. So I'm starting to notice a pattern. Both of those were lackluster performances, and both of those performances got cooked. And so moving forward, the people have spoken and have said that we want rug and tug fights. We want to see those type of fights, those type of back and forth, being in each other's faces and everything else. And if we're paying our money, you guys, we have about 3 pay-per-views coming up. Okay, on the Zone, PBC. We have 3 pay-per-views coming up. Not to mention we have boxing tickets coming up. Everything ranging from $66 to thousands of dollars that they're wanting us to pay our money, our hard-earned money. Okay, we see what we're going through in this economy today, right now. And they want us to pay this money and to pay for and support these boxing tickets, boxing events, and yet they're putting on performances like that. The people have spoken. There's no more Tom and
We
Jerry and
sure as
running
hell
around
have.
fights. Exactly. So I'm sorry. I agree with 2 Cents. I agree with Dean. I agree with people that say
Hey,
it's
can I
about the performances.
Hey, but quick question, right?
Hey, hold on, Rich. I'm gonna let you go, but Paid and Chris just came up here. Go ahead, Paid, then go ahead, Chris.
I don't really got nothing, Dean. I just want to come up here and kick it with y'all, bro.
All right, let's say no more. Go ahead, Chris. And then Rich, you go.
We gotta stop with this with the shenanigans, man. Let's stop with the shenanigans, bro. Okay. Devin Haney fans are cooked, bro. Y'all cooked, okay? Y'all been cooked. Y'all cooked, all right? Well done. You cooked. Okay? Let's stop acting like just because a person was on PEDs, that means they're going to beat the fighter that they're fighting. We all seen fighters beat fighters that were on PEDs.
All the time.
So let's stop that. Let's stop acting like the PED is the end all be all of a fight. Okay? We all know that it wasn't the Ostarine for what we saw, man. Let's stop it. Y'all want to hold on to this. Stop it. Fighters have beaten fighters on PEDs. That's one. Okay? Fighters have beaten fighters on PEDs. Okay, y'all keep saying Victor Conte is a changed man. That's another argument from Devin Haney fans. That fight with him and Ryan was over a year ago. Ryan can't be a changed man. He can't be a changed man either.
Facts.
Y'all keep going with it. He got convicted. He did his time. He did this. Okay, Ryan popped dirty over a year ago. Okay, and I'll end it with this. Was Jose Ramirez dirty? Because what was that? What happened to Devin in that fight? If it was the Ostarine, if it was the Ostarine with Ryan Garcia, what happened with Devin Haney's performance against Jose Ramirez?
He won 11 rounds out of 12.
Was Jose Ramirez dirty?
He won. Jose Ramirez lost 11 rounds out of 12, bro.
Man.
Come on, man.
He lost 11 rounds.
Hey, Boxing Hacker.
Out of 12 rounds.
Yo, go ahead, Rich. Go ahead, Rich. Let Rich go.
I just want to say this, man. I'm gonna say it once again to all y'all. I'm not a Devin Haney fan, but I ain't never gonna condone a bitch nigga that cheating boxing. I ain't gonna say I don't give a fuck if he cheated a little bit. He tried to drink a lot of water, sweat it all out, do whatever he could do or whatever. That nigga cheated. I don't give a fuck what that guy just said. Second, to Keith.
Well, hold on, Rich. Let me ask you this. So are you okay with Victor Conte being in boxing then?
You missing the point every time, though. You missing the point, though.
The point is that nigga cheated, man. That's the point.
Don't cut him off. Hold on.
Wait, Dean was saying something to me, man.
We know he cheated, bro. You keep coming up here with this simple-minded stuff you keep saying, bro. You missing the point. We know he cheated.
Like I said.
Why you defending the cheater then, bro?
The nigga cheated. Devin Haney could have lost his life. Anything could happen to Devin Haney.
Yeah, y'all defending the cheater, bro. Y'all keep trying to get this cheater props, bro.
I'm not condoning none of that bitch ass shit.
So, can I ask you this then,
A racist cheater too, at that.
Hold on, let me ask Rich this.
Shit like that, man.
So Rich,
I ain't gonna have no defense. I ain't gonna never do that.
So Rich, are you okay with Shakur Stevenson and Devin being with Victor Conte if you're not gonna defend the cheater?
I ain't got nothing positive to say about Ryan Garcia, bro. Nothing positive at all.
So we gonna cook Shakur? Because he on PEDs as well.
High frequency. How can you defend a cheater?
Because the nigga already came out.
I'm not defending the cheater. I don't got nothing good to say about Ryan Garcia.
I want Rich to answer, and then I'm gonna let Paige go. Rich, I hear what you're saying. If you cheated in boxing, right, you shouldn't be allowed in the sport. Should nobody be messing with you? So why are y'all okay with Victor Conte, Shakur being with Victor Conte, Devin Haney getting trained by Mickey Bay? Why are y'all okay with that then? If y'all mean what y'all say?
Because
that's not them necessarily being in boxing, bro.
Let Rich answer, bro.
Let me answer this. First of all, right, when that man did what he did, if you did what you did in life, if you sold drugs when you 12 years old and you a businessman at 30 years old, I'm not gonna put your past on you. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was his past. So I'm not gonna sit there. Wait, let me. Can I talk? Can I talk? So I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh man, just because they signed with Victor Conte. First of all, they probably could be just endorsing this shit. But Who knows?
No,
nigga
Devin and them admitted they not doing that, Rich.
Okay, but like I said though, I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, just because he hanging with this nigga or he dealing with
Rich,
this
he's
guy
been court cheating in boxing before. This is after Belco. After y'all keep bringing that up, but he's been court cheating in boxing after that. After he got out of jail and all of that.
I want you got please show me where he been court cheating at and all that.
Bro, the nigga tell
Yeah,
you
they
that
making stuff up now, bro.
I just want to know the boxer that got caught. I want to know who he got
Shane
caught with boxing.
Shane Mosley.
Rich, Victor Conti. Hold on, Victor Conti is on. But Victor Conti is on record saying that he's able to give undetectable steroids, bro.
He's never done that. Give.
And the nigga is banned from he didn't
create the clear guys, and it's only undetectable.
Bro, boxing hacker, I'm not listening to what you saying. I listen to the man personally on Manager Marty channel. I don't need you coming up here telling me nothing. I heard what he said. Go ahead, Paige.
But
Andre Berto. Hey, Andre Berto, Rich, is the other person, and this was after he got locked up.
Hey, bro, Dean, let me ask you a question.
Hold on, Chris, you can ask me right at the Paige. I want to let Paige finish what he was saying.
He never created anything that's undetectable.
Boxing hacker, let Paige finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Is we gonna cook Shakur? Because this nigga came out and said that he taking cortisone shots for his fucking hand, and that's steroids.
I don't know if they're illegal, bro.
Nigga, that's steroids. What are you talking about?
They have to
Grease should be illegal in the ring, bro. That's a foreign substance, bro.
We try to have a serious conversation. Go ahead, Chris.
Let's say the drug dealer example, right? Let's say the drug dealer example. If a dude get caught up in the feds, got caught in his past, he did his time, he used to sell drugs. Do you think he gonna be able to get a job as a pharmacist, bro?
Nope, never.
No. So your past is gonna get held against you. This nigga Victor Conti was giving this stuff out, bro. What are you talking about? He got caught cheating, giving it to the fighters. He can't go to no other sport. He can't hold on, let me finish, bro. He can't go to no other sports but boxing. But boxing let him in.
And that's because boxing don't have a commission.
How about he's just doing supplements, bro? All Victor Conti doing is doing supplements.
Man, I don't want to hear
that.
Let Javon go. He just popped up. What's up, Javon?
What's up with you, man? Oh, and the fighter that got popped with him was Andre Berto. He popped from Angelo. He was with Snack. He was with Victor Conti.
And Andre Berto blamed it on Victor Conti as well.
Facts.
Yeah, but it wasn't tied to him during the case.
This was after the case, sir.
No, yeah. I'm talking about the Andre Berto case.
And this is why I want to fuck.
No, it does matter, guys.
And then another thing the nigga said, Victor Conti said that he don't consider us. Bro, he said that he don't consider us.
Boxing hacker, we not letting you defend the cheater. If he cheated, he cheated, bro. No, hold on, y'all. Hold on, because you pissing me off, bro. Y'all can't have it both ways. Bill Haney and Devin said, if you have ever cheated in boxing, you don't deserve to be in the sport. Do y'all agree with Devin or don't y'all?
He said what?
Victor Conti wasn't never in boxing,
bro. Now everybody want to act stupid. Bill and Devin said that if you ever cheated in boxing, you should be out of the sport forever.
I can't say forever, no, because boxing is a.
So y'all don't agree with Devin and Bill?
No, I don't. I don't agree with Devin.
Okay, then. Thank you, but then
so why we talking about Ryan then?
Then why we talking about Ryan then? Thank you.
Ryan popped dirty, bro. Hold on, let me talk for a second, bro.
No, y'all not about to be. No, y'all not gonna be fake on my panel, bro. We not gonna be fake.
How am I being fake by pointing out? How am I being fake, bro?
Frequent. No, bro. I'm not letting y'all get that off, bro. I'm not letting you get it off, bro. Devin Haney and Bill said that if you ever get caught cheating in boxing, you should be out of the sport forever.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, Boxing Hacker and Frequent Flyer, they work with Victor Conti. So wouldn't you say that they being hypocrites? I just want to know.
Because
and another thing I want to know. Hold on, Dean. This is another thing that he said on Manager Marty's channel. He asked him. He said that he need to give. He said he don't consider them working, which he was talking about Bud. He don't consider them working unless he give him his blood.
Yeah, which is illegal.
And then another thing, the nigga said that why the fuck would he have to go and check with? Hold on, why the fuck would he have to go and check with Sean Porter and his dad to get approval on whether he can work with Bud or not?
Bro,
yo, look, let me ask y'all this, bro. Let me ask y'all this.
Y'all gonna get back to my question before y'all ask me anything.
Okay, what's your question?
What's your question, bro?
Y'all saying that y'all think that cheaters should be out of the sport forever, right?
No, I don't believe that.
I didn't say that, but what?
Yeah,
so then if y'all don't think cheaters should be out of the sport forever, stop talking about people cheating. Stop talking about Ryan Garcia Osterine. You cooked.
No, so people could cheat because you don't want them to be out of the sport forever.
No, hold on.
So people could cheat because you. So you think people could cheat?
Why y'all defending Ryan Garcia then? Y'all defending Devin and Victor Conti right now. And he cheated in boxing.
No, this what I'm saying, Dean. This what I'm saying, Dean. Right here, though, Dean.
No, y'all being hypocrites, bro.
No, listen.
Let me respond to that.
How you?
What you
listen?
saying
How?
right now is what we saying is this nigga cheated fighting Devin Haney. At the end of the day, man, I'm not.
You talking about a fighter cheating versus somebody who was a trainer, bro?
If you cheated in boxing, I don't know if Devin Haney cheating or not, bro.
I don't give that nigga no credit.
But hold on, Rich. Let me say this though.
Okay with them niggas working with somebody that's
hold on.
bro.
Let me say this though. Hold on. Let me say this though. So Eddie Reynoso, bro. He got just about his whole state.
No.
Yo, the way
I just want to know if y'all men up here. We're going to break it down to the simplest form since everybody be talking about they come from the hood and all of this nonsense.
Okay.
If a guy is a known rat, if he ratted 10 years ago and you in the streets, is you going to deal with him?
These niggas is.
Hell no.
These niggas is.
Oh, all right then.
They going to deal with him. Yeah, they going to deal with him.
Y'all going to deal with him?
Because he ain't snitch on them. Because he ain't snitch on them. He ain't snitch on them, right?
But this is my only issue, though. That
he ain't
nigga
snitch on you, right, nigga?
All I'm saying,
all right, then.
hey guys.
All right, y'all niggas cook.
No,
boxing hacker, yes or no, boxing hacker?
You said what?
If a guy was caught snitching and you was in the streets, boxing hacker, would you deal with him no matter how long ago he was caught snitching?
If a guy is caught snitching, no.
Better yet.
So in boxing hacker, I'm about to ask you the same question. Sure, and you better have the right answer or I'm kicking your ass off my panel like I did frequent. Because we're not doing no fake stuff up here, boxing hacker. I'm going to ask you this question.
Wait, before you ask me, can I answer honestly? I want to know that because it has to be a fair. If you want me to answer honestly, I'll answer honestly. You know, my only thing, listen, guys, I hear what you guys are saying, but I feel like nobody's saying the complete story. Like, and it drives me insane because like there's more to what there
boxing
is.
Hacker, no, it ain't no more to it.
There
boxing
is.
Hacker.
Andre Bros.
If you are in a sport where people lives are on the line, like y'all say, like Devin life was on the line, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Whoever was giving Ryan Garcia whatever he had, right?
Yes.
Do you think that person should be a part of the sport?
She'd be out forever. I don't think anybody should be out forever, but I think he should be punished if somebody.
So y'all okay? If you don't think he should be going forever, then that means you okay with cheaters being a part of the sport of boxing.
There are a lot of people in boxing that do a lot of bad things.
No, I'm asking you, boxing hacker. Let's stay
yes,
with me.
like
stay with me. I'm going somewhere, boxing hacker. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere.
You niggas get on my nerves, bro. You about to say our point,
drug dealers who are boxing coaches.
Boxing hacker, stay with me, boxing hacker. Don't try to talk out of this. Stay with me.
I'm not.
Stay with me. So you saying, boxing hacker, that they should be punished, right?
Yeah,
but you okay with them still being a part of the sport, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, then stop bringing up Ryan Garcia because he was punished.
Yeah, he's back in the sport. I have no problem with him being back in the sport.
Nobody got a problem with Ryan Garcia right now. No one have a problem with him now. But we're not going to bring up the fact that when he fought Devin Haney, that nigga was on drugs. I don't even know why.
But the problem is, though, Rich. The problem is, Rich, can I ask you something? Hey, Rich, can I ask you something? Hey, hold on, Rich. You from the streets, though, Rich, right?
Y'all niggas cook, bro.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to get you at, Rich. Who goes to jail longer? The user or the dealer, Rich?
Man, I seen users go to jail long too.
Hell no, nigga. You know
I
that.
ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen some using ass niggas go to jail
I'm done with
longer.
y'all.
Talk about the streets no
Hey,
more.
Rich.
But the dealer,
I'm gonna ask you another question. I'm gonna ask you a question real simple, Rich.
Users go to jail longer.
Rich. So you telling me? So you telling me the crackheads around the corner from my crib?
No.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you: do the user of drugs go to jail longer than the dealer of drugs?
The dealers.
Oh, okay. The dealers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So how do y'all harp on Ryan Garcia more, the user of the drug, than Devin Haney dealing with somebody who is known to deal the drugs?
But that ain't. Hold on, man. But you saying what you saying is everything. Everything that you saying. So you basically saying that everybody that's under snack on drugs. Then.
I think that Rich, this how thorough I am, Rich. This how thorough I am. Hey, Rich, I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan, Rich. I'm a Jesse Bam Rodriguez fan, Rich. I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan, Rich.
So they
you want to know? Hold on, Rich. Hold on. Hold on, Rich. I'm about to get to what I'm basically saying. Because everybody up here know I ain't lying. I'm a Jesse Bam Rodriguez fan. I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan. And I tell you, and I'm a David Benavidez fan. And I always say I'm just as suspicious of them as I am of Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney, who I ain't that fond of. I don't got no motherfucking picks. I'm consistent. Cheaters, if you are in boxing, you shouldn't be dealing with known cheaters, period. I don't give a damn if I like you or if I don't. David Benavidez, to me, is just as wrong as Devin. Shakur Stevenson, to me, is just as wrong as Devin. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, to me, is just as wrong as Terrence Crawford.
And this is why I'm gonna say. And this is why I'm gonna say to that. What about
all the other ex-cons that are coaches right now?
This is why I'm gonna say to that. Right.
Your favorite fighters.
I'm just asking y'all to be consistent, like Devin Haney asked y'all to.
Hey, look, this is why I'm gonna say to that. Right.
They're ex-cons.
I don't know what Boxer Hack is talking about. If a nigga get caught cheating,
hold on, one at a time, y'all.
So I don't know what Boxer Hack about to say, but if a nigga get caught cheating, I ain't fucking with him. I'm not gonna sit here and say Shakur cheating off of who he deal with. Nah, we not doing it.
But you just said if a nigga cheating, you ain't gonna fuck with him. So why Shakur fucking with a nigga who cheating?
Man, like I said, I'm not gonna stop fucking with Shakur because the nigga that he fuck with.
Hey,
I'm gonna say that again.
So Rich, hold on. So you will fuck with a nigga and you know his man's a known rat?
What you mean his man's a known? You don't even make sense right now.
Rich, would you fuck with a nigga? Would you be cool with a nigga when you know he hang with a nigga who's a rat?
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah.
Oh, all right. So if you was a boxer, Rich, can I ask you this? It's real simple. Hey, Rich, how about this? I'm about to ask y'all something real simple.
Man, you talking about a rat?
With everything that goes around, Victor Conti, would you deal with him, Rich, if you was a boxer and you ain't need him?
I would.
Say that again.
Would you deal with Victor Conti if you was a boxer, Rich?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, I would.
I didn't ask you, boxer. After I asked Rich.
Off of what people saying now, as far as off of YouTube and shit like that. Nah, I wouldn't do no shit like that.
So why are you defending Shakur doing it?
Off of people saying all of a sudden they cheating and all that shit. Nah, hell nah.
But this the thing though, Rich. These niggas got therapeutic use exemption. So regardless of the fact on whether they get caught, they won't get caught because of the simple fact.
These are all conspiracy theories, guys.
Bro,
what exemption of what? Which drug do they have exemption of?
I feel like
you work with the nigga that's providing this shit. What the fuck you think he gonna let you get caught up if you making them money?
See, this is why it's important.
First of all, Boxer Hacker, don't get up here and lie, bro. Victor Conti has an inside track. Hey, Rich, can I ask you something, Rich?
This is a direct question.
Hey, Rich, can I ask you something? Don't you think it's a little suspicious that Victor Conti is a known cheater who has admitted, Rich, that he knows how to pass drug tests? He know how to give fighters drugs without it popping up dirty. Don't you think it's mighty suspicious that he does that and he helped VADA form? Like, he's part of VADA. VADA only exists because of Victor Conti. Do you think a known cheater should have that much say-so or what's going on in boxing? Don't you think that he will have an inside track with the testing agencies because he helped form it?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm not going to sit there and put that on him, though.
That's why that
But
nigga.
it's the truth, though, Rich. I just asked you, don't you think that's suspicious? That's all I asked.
That could happen, but I'm not gonna put that on him
until we know. Hey, Rich, how about this, Rich? With R. Kelly, we knew 20 years ago the shit he was doing. We was suspicious, right?
Oh yeah.
That didn't mean we was wrong, Rich, until he got caught. Well, so we was only right, Rich, when he got caught. But not the 20 years I was suspicious prior to that.
Hey, Dean, you not far from whatever you saying right now. I can't sit there and say that it's not true or how you feel on what you believe. All I'm saying is this. I never seen Shakur get caught cheating when he fought nobody. I never seen Terrence Crawford get caught cheating when they fought somebody. I never seen Benavidez get caught cheating whenever they fought someone. But can I talk? When I seen Ryan Garcia get caught cheating, that's a different ball game. Fuck that nigga.
But that's cool though. But Rich, but them dealing with cheaters though, Rich.
Right now he's doing his thing. Right now, that's the past. But I'm not going to, I hate when people bring up that
Rich, it's not the past. They still dealing with cheaters, Rich. It's not the past. It's current.
All these coaches that are literally ex-cons. Why don't y'all talk about them?
They didn't go to jail for cheating. They didn't go to jail for handing out PEDs. That's the difference, boxing hacker.
Wait,
they didn't go to jail for handing out PEDs.
Hold up. There are coaches who were selling drugs, and those drugs are against VADA. So they technically did. So let's not go there. If we want to go down the rabbit hole of what people did,
boxing hacker, stop.
This nigga just tried to compare.
This is my thing, bro. This is my thing, bro.
Go ahead, Chris.
This is my thing, bro.
He tried to compare crack to testosterone.
This is what I'm trying to get through to Rich, bro. Listen, bro. I'm not defending a cheater. That's not my point. When I say certain things, I know Ryan cheated. I don't want cheaters in boxing either. I just don't think that the Osterine was the end all and be all of the fight result. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and the reason why I can say that is because we got fights in the past where fighters beat dirty fighters. That's all I'm saying. I get upset when y'all try to take one thing and make it another thing. Bro, we not saying we cool with Ryan cheating. We saying Devin working with a cheater, one, and fighters have beat cheaters before. And was Jose Ramirez cheating? That's all we saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't mix up my points. That's why I got angry, because I'm like, bro, that's not, you making it seem like I'm up here defending Ryan, like, oh, it's nothing wrong. I didn't say it was anything wrong with him cheating, like that it was cool for him to cheat. I'm making a whole different point. You get what I'm saying? That's all.
Hey, Rich, I want to ask you this question, Rich.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds was never caught cheating.
And that nigga the GOAT. You can't ask me nothing about that nigga. I ain't trying to hit nothing. That nigga the best that ever did it, man. I ain't taking that away from him, man. Hey,
Rich, he was dealing with the same person Shakur dealing with. He ain't getting caught neither. He ain't get caught either.
Even if he did get caught, I still say he the best.
I bet you would. My point exactly. Hey, 2 Cent, you see how it come around though?
Nah, I like Barry Bonds, man. I grew up watching him.
Nah, listen. At the end of the day, y'all, I'm about to get up off here. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Frequent for a flyer. Y'all know why y'all asses is in the back. My thing is, Rich, you can't come out here being Devin talking about crying, saying that boxers, that anybody that's they didn't say just any boxer too, Rich. They didn't say any boxer associated with drug cheating should be out of the sport forever. They said whoever is associated with drug cheat should be out of the sport of boxing forever. I agree. But meanwhile, they deal with Victor Conte and Mickey Bay. It's contradicting, Rich. You can't sit up there and talk about, you can't be all pro-black like Bill Haney be. I'm black. Black man this, black man that. And then meanwhile, you go lay down with a snow bunny. I'm sorry. It just don't kind of work like that, my brother. You could want it. I ain't saying you can't be pro-black if you're laying down with a white woman. What I'm telling you is people have a right to be suspicious. So I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. We had a great live. This has been amazing. This is one of the best lives I have done since I've been doing this YouTube thing. I told y'all we was going to come back bringing more heat. Expect pop-up lives, y'all. Expect setup lives. I'm about to flood these boxing streets, and I'm gonna go live whenever other content creators that I respect and enjoy their content, when they not going live and doing their thing or whatever. I try not to intervene with that's going on. I try to give everybody a chance to go, everybody spread love and things like that. But we
Come
gonna
on,
be talking
Dean.
about the hottest topics and everything. Yo, Cash, what up, bro?
Dean, when you kick these niggas, you gotta get them out the back. They blocking spots, man. Damn, whole ass niggas, man.
Oh, I gotta get them out the back. Yo, all right. Yup. That's what I was doing wrong, bro. I removed them, but they Let me
send them niggas to the upper room when you get them off, man.
That's probably what's going on. That's probably what's going on. Yup.
Dean, let me ask you one question. I'm gonna get out of here. Because Snack been around since Balco. This shit ain't new. So if Conti had this special formula or this equation to get niggas body transformations and all this extra goddamn snack resistance and shit, if he had this shit all along, why the fuck was he ever cheating? Why wasn't he just why wasn't he just giving them snack and let them go back then?
Oh my God, bro, you done cracked
Because snack ain't the problem, man. Snack's not the problem. It's the undetectables, y'all, man. It's the undetectables. When you got insulin growth factor, when you got all these other fucking undetectables that there's not even a test for, and plus you got the therapeutic use exemptions, like Paige said. These dudes are getting therapeutic use exemptions, and we'll never know about it because of that, whatever that law is, where they can't release nobody's information, man. These dudes are cheating. And they getting away with it. That therapeutic use exemption is a loophole.
That is the best example.
Created a loophole, and he got people from Balco working in VADA, man. Like, once you know all this shit, man, you know these dudes are cheating, man. You guys
I ain't never think about that, bro. If he was so good and redeemed and did all of that, why he ever get caught up in the first place? Why he ain't been just giving them the snack products that y'all say is so harmless? Why he ain't been doing that if it's such a good product? I got to make a video on that. Thank you, Cash. I appreciate y'all for coming in the building. Cash, I got to send that to Manager Marty. Manager Marty, I hope you listening. That is a great question that not a dare Devin Haney fan, Bud Crawford fan, or Shakur fan could ever answer. That is an amazing question. If he is so good and redeemed and he been knowing how to do all of this stuff, then what he ever was giving them PEDs for in the first place?
All you gotta do is listen to Victor talk, man. He talk about how he brings the doctor in to get these guys injections. Nigga, you ain't injecting no goddamn supplements, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh my God.
It's so
bro,
easy.
You done cracked the code, brother. You cracked the code. See, that's the question they would never be able to answer. They would have the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson lead singer spin out of this. Do you understand? If y'all understand, type understand. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hey, Badger, I'm sorry. Yo, bro, it was a pop-up joint, Badger. But you already know. Y'all, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Bro, I can't even tell y'all I'm be going live. I might go live tomorrow if everybody else don't go live. Just know this. If I see 2 Cent or I see Upper or I see Just Do or I see KO and they ain't going live, or Fanon or somebody I respect that I like their content, because I don't be trying to go live while everybody else going live. Y'all already know why, for a multitude of reasons. But I'll be going live then. Y'all can expect it. And if something jumps off, I'm definitely going to be going live immediately, like we did with this sparring footage about Aunty Scho lying, talking about his son, then demolished Abdullah. The lie detector determined Floyd Schofield. That was a lie. And I'm glad that we know that now.
Everybody on the panel, man.
Is the sparring footage out?
Oh, Paige, you ain't see it. Paige came up here late.
Yeah, I came super late, bro. It's on YouTube though.
Bro, it's on YouTube. It's on Fight Hype. Go to Fight Hype or Fight Hub. It's on one of them. Remember when he was saying that his son had just ran through Abdullah Mason and it wasn't even close and he beat him up and all of that stuff? Well, Paige, when you watch this sparring footage, my guy, holla at me tomorrow when KO or somebody go live. We'll talk. I'm pretty sure you're going to hear a lot about it tomorrow, Paige.
All right, Brody. Salute.
All right, y'all, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. I appreciate y'all, man. All the love everybody be showing. Hey, Dave and Javi, if y'all still on, give me y'all last little perspective on tonight's show, my guys. I think they done dipped off. All right, y'all. I'ma holla at y'all. Everybody be safe. Get at me. You hear me?